Bet. Good morning, chat. I think you can hear me. You guys see my screen? What the fuck, dude? Can I just like mooch off of like these guys? You think? Respectfully, of course.
3,000?
Yeah, we got like 3K. Ben got
We
3K.
had over 2K the whole day yesterday.
No, I know that.
Wait, why actually?
Good morning, chat. Good morning, dude. I'm not late. EWC's late.
Okay.
Matches do start in 15 minutes. In fact, they want to pull the stream up.
Oh,
We can pull the stream up, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
There
go,
ain't
we'll
a
go full
fucking
let's
count.
get
stream,
some
brother.
W's in the chat for me then.
There ain't a fucking stream, bro. Look, there's us, chat. We're number 3, bro. We're literally number 3. You know how big that is? You know how big that... If you guys like the stream, we could potentially pass these guys. Perhaps. Come on, man. Wait, why does it say I'm not live? Wait, why does it... Wait, yo. Did I run this morning? Nah, I didn't. Chat, it's not the heart button. It's the thumbs up button, by the way. Good morning, though. Yo, where the fuck the stream at, bro? Like, where's the stream at? Where's the stream at? Why are you no longer on Twitch? I stream every day on Twitch besides Saturdays. Usually right at 9 a.m. Central. Right at 9. I'm never late. VidIQ. VidIQ. I don't even use this anymore. I need to low-key, like... I low-key need to, like, get it off my screen. There we go. Okay. Take cover, Havoc. Bro, oh, you're an asshole. You're an asshole, bro. Someone fucking timed that guy out. That's rude as hell. That's rude as hell. Have it go to bed. I literally just woke up. Yeah, very funny, bro. You got the whole Twitch chat. I mean, so excuse me. You have the whole YouTube chat laughing. Congratulations, asshole. All right, bro. Are we gonna have a good day or what? Yo, Scrubski, thank you for the $2. He said smash that like button. 07. Don't break your mouse, but I agree. Smash the like button. Dude, smash? Who came up with that? Why don't you just click it? Just click the like button, bro. It's free, and I'll bark for you. Thank you for the $3, Australia. Less talking, more gaming. Dude, I literally just turned the stream on. Where is the stream? If someone walks by my apartment, like going to work, and they're like, new thumbnail? What do you guys think about the thumbnail? Fire? Is this shit fire? It looks pretty gas. Smash that like button like... Wait, how does that guy do it? Smash the like button like your mama told you right. What's that guy, Destiny streamer's name? What is his name, actually? You're missing the game? Dude, no, I'm not. Shut up. I'm not. Thank you for the $5, Tudor Bear. Chat, by the way, real quick. Yesterday, we got... You guys super chatted $880. Fucking nuts. As to Cross is my fave. Yo, Rexy, I feel like we have a lot in common. I'm not gonna lie. Me and you think alike, brother. You're my friend. I think. Let me check your logs, actually. Have you said any rogue shit? Okay. I don't know if you have. Can I be mod? No. Yeah, you guys went crazy with the super chats yesterday. It was crazy. Tudor Bears with the $5 said, whenever I get a pimple, I use my wife's skin color pimple patches. They are a broken mechanic. Dude, I popped this thing last night. Bro, this thing was at least 2 pimples in one freaking spot. So one popped and then the other one busted. Bro, it was fucking crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, one popped and then the other one busted all over the mirror. It was fucking awesome, bro. I actually felt so much relief. And then I think there's a third. So it's just a whole mess on my unibrow right now. Yo, whoever's making these thumbnails, like I have a guy. I'm gonna be honest, I have a guy. He can cook for you. All right, I'm not gonna lie. Thank you, Average Matt, for the $2. He said FaZe up. Fuck FaZe. No, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm sorry for cussing. Sorry. FaZe up. Go to the stream. Chat. It's literally not live. I'm on the stream, bro. Am I faded right now? It's not live. Are these guys streaming it?
I haven't seen you in years.
No way.
Oh my God. We got my friend Carter here.
Wow.
Carter.
Where's the stream? It's not the VOD channel? Wait, where's the stream at? Where is the stream at? They're not live, bro. They stream on Twitch? No, they don't. They stream on YouTube. Upcoming on YouTube. See, it's not even live yet. It starts at 9:15. It's not even live yet. Click the live tab. Dude, I'm right here, brother. Tekken. Wait, what the fuck is Tekken? Oh shit.
Best team.
Over in Group B, though, you got to give a shout out to the former subliners. Now Cloud9 roster.
They make
And
that
look
way
like the
too
New
hard,
Jersey
and you
is
know
feeling
it.
pretty good for the squad. They had a slight slip up on Search and Destroy. The respawn was so clean.
Yeah, their jerseys are looking clean. I love to see the Cloud9 back in Call of Duty esports. Their jerseys look clean and their gameplay looked clean. You know, they made
That was
a roster
impossible to
change
find.
after last year, bringing in Sib.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they exactly lived up to the
It's not their
expectations.
fault. They haven't hit
didn't
the
win COD
YouTube
champs,
algorithm,
but
chat.
they've still been performing
It is what it is.
extremely well, and they're all cleaned up.
Back-to-back World Championship
to brush my teeth.
attendees
But I brushed
for
them
the
last
grand
night, so, like,
final.
really it
They
doesn't
won
even
one
matter.
ring. They fell short of one ring.
bad.
What are the expectations for this crew right now?
You guys don't
in
even
Group
brush your
B?
teeth twice a
Yeah,
day.
the
so shut up.
expectation is to obviously win this group first and foremost, one match at a time, but it's really championships. I think now that you have Sib in his final form, he is frying.
Ray's pretty good.
The
He's a pretty
tandem
good
of him and
player.
Hydra is
This
absolutely
is all I
insane in
have, by
terms
the
of
way.
slaying power.
I'm
And then you have the
freaking losing
intelligence
it
of
right
guys
now.
like Kismet and Skies, right? So they're here to win this thing, and they know they're capable
I
of
put
it.
conditioner
It's so
in my hair
close
today. Are you proud of
against
me?
champs a couple weeks ago. I think they can do it.
Cloud9 boppity bopping. Gentlemates down to that elimination bracket.
We have
but
4
here's
matches
where the
today?
surprises came awry. Towards the end of the night, G2 Esports was expected to bounce back after some close respawns against
Were
Vancouver
they?
Surge. Instead, they lose to Gentlemates in a Game 5. Gentlemates, one of our challenger squads, moves forward, and already the squad representing Minnesota is done.
Yeah, and that's our first pro team
AI.
bounced out of the tournament, right? Gentlemates, there are some ex-pros on that team like Bance.
Yeah.
And I want to give a shout out to Cobra. There was a lot of players, pro players on Twitter saying
Cobra
like,
should
oh,
be
what
picked
am I
up.
watching right now? But that Cobra guy, he can fry, he can shoot extremely straight. I'm excited to see where his career goes.
Hopefully his stats look better in the future. For now, though, let's turn our attention over to a team who had no problem dropping numbers. Toronto Ultra, known for their slaying force. Normally we're
pimple
talking
isn't the only
about
thing that
scrap. We're
busted
talking
last-
about Kleenex. Yesterday, we were talking about Dylan Envoy. Let's take a look at what the SMG, the world champion, brought to the table.
And we talked about subliners making a roster change,
Yeah.
and Toronto Ultra did the exact same after last year. They brought in Dylan Envoy from the Thieves.
World champion?
And really, they
Envoy's
got a
a world
slow
champion?
start. They performed
Oh,
extremely
100
well,
Thieves.
and then they're kind of falling off. But Envoy's extremely good at what he does, at playing that objective role, that kind of glue role. And I know, Ant, you're a huge fan of Dylan Envoy.
Yeah, I think when
Oh, he
people
should've won
criticize
that. I
the
remember
Toronto
that,
Ultra,
dude.
they're
He
trying to
should've
find a
won that
person to pin things
Yes.
on. And a lot of times it will be Envoy because we give so much credit to Scrap and Kleenex, but those guys wouldn't be able to do what they're doing right now if it
What
wasn't
did the
for
dude in the
Envoy.
beige
He
shirt
has
did
takeover
with his
performances,
eyebrows?
7,000 damage.
He was
Map
born
one
with a
yesterday.
certain
Post-match
set of
interview,
genetics.
Scrap says these are a bunch of bums. We are moving
unfortunate.
out of this group, no
you.
problem. But there is a surprise
You have
challenger
no
for
eyebrows.
Toronto Ultra
So-
today.
sorry.
Boston, after winning just
I have no
7
eyebrows.
matches, the
I got
entire 2024, wins their first one. They send Heretics down to that elimination
Hopefully the
bracket,
server isn't
and
lagging
then
today.
Stallions sent
Yeah, I
Beagle
think they
and the
said they dropped a
Heretics back
patch.
in Clay.
And Exceed was getting loud on the Stallions. He was letting them know that they were getting 3-0'd. And the tough thing for Heretics is you can have a bad day at Call of Duty. It really sucks they had to play 2 in one day because they didn't get a chance to kind of figure out what was going wrong. And they just got
Yeah.
sent home on the first day.
They challengers team, though.
Miami's
Gotta get the
out.
win. No
Heretics
excuse.
getting bopped out over in Group D. We had a Game 5. Our
Why is
first
it so
Game 5
red,
on
bro?
the main stage came in the sixth match of the night.
like
We
someone's
had the
sniping
home
me.
team Falcons taking on Lore Gaming. And at the end, Arcides, the two-time world champ, went into man mode. He showcased his gunny, not
I
just
really
in
wish
the
Falcons
respawn,
won.
but
I'm so
also the
sad.
search and destroy to send the Falcons packing.
Yeah, the two-time came out yesterday, right? Like,
Thank
you
you,
can see,
Antoine.
you've
Not
been
bad.
in those situations, Clay. Like, both of us have. We're playing like a challenger team or an amateur team, and you're like, dude, if I lose this, I'm never going to
Stallions are out,
from them,
right?
from the community. Like, I have to
No,
get
they
this
beat-
win. And Arcides dug deep and
Did they win?
absolutely fried. And now Lore have a chance to keep on going in this tournament.
I think this was the expected win. War Gaming was the favorites coming
Wait,
in.
who
But
did they beat?
Clay,
Yeah, who
you
did
were
they beat?
talking about it mid-series. Exnit and the Falcons
Miami,
were
that's
stronger
right.
than anyone
Yes.
predicted coming into the esports
Dude,
World Cup.
Exnid.
Yeah, I wanted to give a
Woo.
shout out to
Yeah, it's
Exnit
good.
on the Falcons. You know, I have a little bit of an eye for some talent, and the way that that guy plays, I can tell he has a bright future ahead of him if he gets the right people around him, starts practicing against better opponents. Exnit is extremely good.
He's talented for sure.
Yeah, he's
War
good.
Gaming at the end of it all.
I feel like
walks
KH was
away with
impressed,
the
or
search
Khalid
and
was
destroy
impressing me a little
victory,
too.
the game
Same with
5,
Booty.
and of course the match. They stay
Fox has
alive.
had his moments. That team
And
was
the
just fun to
honor,
watch.
Well, you get to crush some keys. Yuli putting this thing underneath the hydraulic press. But I was looking at the
No,
players.
man, not
Are
Falcons.
they seriously this happy with a performance that took them the distance?
Absolutely not. We had a little conversation with Alec Arcides in the hotel last night, and he goes, man, I was playing 2v6, and I was like, man, all right, well, you won with only 2 people on your team. Hey, at least you're doing something right. Looking for a rebound and to clean it up a
I was
little from
playing
here.
2v6.
Yeah, and these are the guys that won Challenge
crazy,
Champs, right? So they,
I would never
the pressure's not
disrespect my
getting to them.
teammates like
They're
that.
comfortable. It's just a close game. I mean, you're going up against the Falcons, who you
bro,
aren't
come on,
experienced
man.
against. You don't know how
You
they
know
like
what I
to
mean?
approach it. Now you got that one under
Why
your
you say
belt.
something like that? You
You're
have a
playing
whole
Atlanta
ass
FaZe
tournament to
or
win.
100 Thieves. It's
For
going to be a
$2
tough
million.
matchup. Regardless, you just got to be ready.
All right, so Falcons are out in
Always
Group D.
something
So what does it
something,
mean
man.
for our groups today? Well, we're going to be sending some teams into the playoffs, our round of 8. Other teams will be sent home in these elimination matches.
stream is too
And
loud
as we
compared to your
look at
mic.
who's remaining,
Nah, it should be fine,
who's
bro.
got the toughest group here
We
on
streamed
day
all day
number
yesterday.
2, Nameless? What are you looking out for?
Yeah, I
It
mean,
should be
I'm
fine,
going to
bro.
go with Group A, just because the level that
guys
Carolina's
think?
playing
Is everyone
at,
else
and then
cool
also
with the
when you think
levels?
about the Legion, they had a
Like
huge
when I'm
bounce
talking
back.
and they're talking, how
I
does
looked
it
at that
sound?
roster. The composition is fantastic. They should be a lot better today.
Vegas versus Carolina could be happening once again. But first, Carolina gets to take on Optic Gaming. That should be a good one. And we have plenty of games coming your way today. First, though, let's take a look at our reactions from
Is that
day
better?
1. It's our Pepsi reactions. And Clay,
Is that
there
better?
was elation. There was
Test,
despair.
test.
All kinds of emotions out there on the
That should be
Amazon
good
Arena
now.
stage.
It should be
That's
good
real
now.
Call of Duty esports, right? You have the one side extremely ecstatic that they're winning, and the other side extremely demoralized. And we saw all sorts of everything coming out of all the teams yesterday. It's
little better.
unfortunate that some of the teams didn't perform as well, and we're looking at inside.
feel like people
here
are so
rubbing his
split
fingers
on this.
together, got that little smirk
Yeah.
on. You know, they're coming with a little swag.
Yeah, you know, Chris, you mentioned the feeling of victory, and oh man, I miss that so dearly. But what I do not miss is that feeling of despair as we sent some players home. And I was drinking a Diet Pepsi in the back, relaxing, watching it, so I don't got to deal with that anymore. But yeah, I mean, we're going to send some more players home today. We're going to see some huge.
Is that
hype
better,
moments
chat?
because
What about
we will
this?
be
Is this
getting our
good?
bracket.
Shout out to Pepsi.
Is it
for
even
the top
better?
reactions from day 1, and of course the caffeine to keep us alive all the way till 1:30 a.m.
Yeah, perfect
Clay,
now.
when we wrapped
Alright,
up that
this
final
is so
match
fucking
with
ironic,
War
chat.
Gaming taking
No
on
bullshit.
the-
The irony in this is this. I put it back to my original settings that I started the fucking watch party with, and people were like, "Too low, too low." I just put them back to the original when people were complaining, and now you're saying it's perfect. Nah, I can't with you guys, bro.
100 Thieves looking very confident, and they're taking
I actually
on
can't
the
with you
team that
guys,
had
bro.
the number 1 seed almost all regular season this year in Atlanta FaZe.
Yeah, and we've seen them match up quite a few times. I believe it was Major 3 or 4 where they went all the way to Game 5, round 11, and we saw Thieves. They all hit dark. They have been in the lab. They've learned so much since then. They're bound to be a better team when it comes to that match.
Let's talk about our Jamil Motorsport match of the day. That will be the battle that
Oh,
all
Jamil
eyes are on.
Motorsport.
Clayster, give me a little preview.
that?
You got youngsters on 100 Thieves. You got the vets in Atlanta FaZe.
And I think 100 Thieves showed why they're such a talented team at COD Champs this year. They made a pretty deep run into that bracket at
Oh,
COD
it's like
Champs,
a-
and I think they're feeling as confident as ever. They've really been working on their S&D. Really, they showed all these wall bang spots. At
I just
Champs.
joined the
They know
stream.
all
Why
these
is it so
ins and
low?
outs, all
Yeah.
these nerd spots.
I'll ban you.
I love seeing all the preparation that goes into tournaments.
But
like
can
this.
we say, no JCap?
No JCap.
That's a big difference.
He's
all
the
right?
glue guy.
I did see Shane running around giving his players.
Oh yeah, 100 Thieves
card, making
versus
sure they know
FaZe,
Pepsi's. He's
and then
doing the
they'll
JCap
play.
role. Well done, Shane. No, much love to JCap, our
do
fantasy
they play?
football
Lore?
adversary.
Yeah,
For
Lore.
now, though, we got to take a look at our upcoming
morning,
showdown.
chat.
I'm
Good
told the
morning.
matches are nearly ready, so let's look at the first battle of the day. It's gonna be Shotzi and Optic Gaming going up against TJ Halley, who is ready to go. He hasn't been on the main stage. This will be his time to shine.
Yeah, you know, I had breakfast with TJ and their coach Brian Saint yesterday, and we're just talking about it. They said they've been playing.
Wait, you know what I can
extremely
do?
well.
I can
They like the
literally
way
just go
Beans
listen
fits
to
in.
my
At
stream.
first, he's playing a little bit too aggressive, just pushing out the cuts. They got him to slow down a little bit, and it's translated to so much. They have struggled.
Test,
That's
test,
all year we
test,
watched
test,
it.
test,
Optic
test.
Slam- they have struggled.
Test,
That's
test,
all year we
test,
watched
test,
it.
test,
Optic
test.
Slam- they have struggled.
Test,
That's
test,
all year we
test,
watched
test,
it.
test,
Optic
test.
Slam- they have struggled.
I
Every
dialed it
time
in.
we played them this year, Optic subs ran us over, so I expect to see something out of TJ Angler.
Let's walk you through the World Championship lineup for Optic Gaming. The 2024 team is Dashi, Pred, Shotzi, and Kenny. And on the other side of the stage, we've got some strong guns of their own. The best from England is Beans on the AR.
Havoc, what would you do if I
TJ
told
is
you
gonna
that
be
you
the
have no
objective
boxes on?
mastermind with Gwyn and Fellow trying to lead the Slang Wolves.
Yeah, you know, these guys at times looked absolutely excellent throughout the year. Beans, on the worst team in the league, was frying, though. In terms of damage, right up there with Scrap, actually, in the Hardpoint. So should add a little bit of slang power to this roster. I'm very excited to see how they perform on that stage. Yeah, you're nasty.
Slang
but
power?
you're
What
more-
the heck?
You're more intellectual, right?
Yeah, he's a little bit smarter.
Damn,
He's
my
got
bad,
the
Clay.
aimer right now. Let's take a look at our players' confidence, though, as they get off the golf carts and start rolling in.
I got these like
to the Amazon
Ethicas on
Arena.
that are like
This is Pred leading the
93%
way.
cotton,
All
I think
smiles for the
7%
Australians.
A little hot outside. You saw him squinting
nice,
a little
bro.
bit, but hey, we're in
Ray
Riyadh.
with the
We're
5
enjoying our time
gifted.
out here. I
Thank
know
you
all
so
the
much,
players
Ray.
are absolutely
07
ecstatic
chat.
about
We
the
have
hospitality and everything
Zooks,
here.
or
I'd love to
Zykes
see them
with the
walking in like
$10
that.
as
Now, when they
well.
won the World
He said, "Let's
Championship,
go,
they
Havoc,
did it on
baby."
home ground in
Thanks, bro.
Texas.
Let's get it, baby.
Here
Let's
they
get it.
are across the world in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Does that affect any of the players taking the stage?
Yeah, I think, you know, for Optic, at basically every event, the crowd is going to sway towards them, right? So, and they're on record saying it does make them play better. And there's no doubt about it. I've been in that situation. The crowd's rooting for me. I'm going to perform a little bit better. This is neutral ground. This is new for guys like Shotzi and Dashi who've been on Optic for so long. They're used to having that crowd behind them. So, Carolina Royal Ravens may be feeling a little comfortable.
It's going to be a battle between those 8
Optic
men
and
in game. But
Carolina.
before the matchup, we had the coaches weighing in on which
Okay.
maps and modes we should be playing in this best
I wanna
of
see a
5. So let's take
sub-base.
look
Like, am I
and
weird
find
for
out
wanting
where
to
we
see
going
a
for the first
sub-base?
hard point. JP
Oh!
versus Brian Saint. Clay, walk me through
Sub-base.
these picks and bands. Do you like them?
We have a sub base
Hell
hard point.
yeah.
I hope we get to a map 4. No 3-0s here today.
Please,
this is the
bro.
first time we've seen a sub base in 2 tournaments now, but we're starting on the
Please,
6-star hard
bro.
point.
I wanna
like
watch
these
sub
new
base. I wanna
maps
play
so much
sub base
because
right
it allowed
now.
teams to develop their own
Wanna hit a long
strategies
route.
over a quick period of time instead of having to play the same map all year.
All right, take the analyst hat off
Yo,
for a second
chat.
and give me Clayster that was on the Royal Ravens.
Be sure to hit the
When you
like
look at
button
this
so we can
list,
get
if
on
you're
the
going into this
homepage
match
of
versus Optic,
every,
you comfortable?
No,
all
this
your
is
friends and
worse.
families.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. Karachi control and the sub base is tough.
Now,
And
we
then you'll
are
have something
going
to talk
be
about
on
next time
that
you see 'em.
six-star to open things
Oh,
up.
you were
Talk to
watching
me a little
Havoc's
bit
Watch
about
Party too?
Hardpoint. You mentioned
Yo,
the
and next thing you
Carolina
know,
Royal
bro,
Ravens need their subs to go off. Is this all on
you're
Gwyn?
not friend zone.
Is it on TJ? Is it both of them? What are you looking at?
So obviously everybody has to perform, but I was going to mention Gwyn on LAN has been very underwhelming for me personally when I watch him. Online, he's been unbelievable. He's had takeover matches, entire stages he's taken over for you guys in the respawns. On LAN, there has been a dip in performance. Now that he's had some extra time to reflect on his season and has had an entire rookie year, I'm expecting him to fry here in this match. He needs to.
And to be honest, I love seeing the energy out of them yesterday, out of the Ravens. You saw against their Legion match, they were getting hyped. They're all screaming. Tyler Fellow clutched a 1v2. They all got loud. I saw Gwyn getting loud. I hadn't seen that much this year, and maybe they're kind of bringing the fire this
He
tournament.
did win the award. He won
There
Rookie
we
of the Year.
go. He won an award, but didn't play a champs. Now he gets a chance to play for $1.8 million. We want you to weigh in. Can Carolina take down
Thank you for the
Optic
$8.
Gaming,
He
our
said, Colt, rate
#1
the
seed?
EWC out of
Head
10
on over
and
to
who gonna win it.
stcplay.gg.
It's a
It's time for
solid,
our
like,
analyst to get their first prediction correct on the day.
8
It's a brand
out
new
of
day,
10.
Clay. Let's go 1 for 1.
I think the
Hey,
only thing
Ravens
it's
dropping.
missing
I'm
is
going
like
Optic.
Hey, listen,
that
I like the
feeling
Ravens,
of
but
like
I'm
a
gonna go
big,
Optic. I think
loud
they get it done
crowd.
in full.
I got Optic
But the production
doing it
is
in
amazing other than
3.
that.
Optic
We just
Gaming
got
versus
4
Carolina
super
to
chats in a
open the
row.
day. Let's go to the stage.
Dean said, "Where's this YouTube video you promised to post?" Still working on it, man. Still working on it. I apologize. Hate with the $5 said, "Yo, do you miss competing even though you are one of the best ex-pro content creators?" Bro, I feel bad that my answer is actually like, no, I don't really miss it. I don't know. I feel like a lot of pros would be like, wow, like you don't miss it. Like a lot of people would be like, how do you not miss it? I just don't right now. Maybe I will one day, but I don't really miss it right now. I really enjoy what I'm doing a lot more. Ryza with the $3 said, bro, you're actually so handsome. I love you. Thanks, Ryza. W Riz. Wow. Are you going to watch C9 or Optic? Optic. I mean, yeah, for sure. They play Ravens. I usually just watch the mainstream mostly, and then we'll see. Like,
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome from Amazon Arena in Riyadh. 16 teams have entered this stage on day 1. Only 12 remains in our day 2 of the Modern Warfare 3 at the esports World Cup. My name is Kiyali, and I'm your host alongside the incredible Barney Banks.
Thank you very much.
Bro, this guy has drip every day.
Send-offs, but that's the reality of the Amazon
I'm trying to get on that level of drip.
Or there is the door.
I don't have a button-up shirt.
The reality is that
or a belt,
teams will be sent
or dress
back.
pants, or loafers.
Let's not forget, we are starting with the upper bracket matches where so many familiar faces will get their chance to have their revenge against their bitter rivals.
And let's not forget that we have $1.8 million
Just
at
tweet it
stake.
to you.
And of course,
Hope we can run that one day.
Esports World Cup trophy, just patiently waiting for that championship key to be placed in the center. But without any further ado, I believe it is time to introduce our first 2 teams to take to the main stage. It is, of course, Optic Gaming and Carolina Royal Ravens.
Thank you, Seti, for $2. Verizon said you kind of remind me of XQC. Thanks for the $3, bro. Appreciate it. All right, here we go, boys. Wait, Optic plays first? Holy shit.
I'll say it one more time. One of these teams will go
Why don't they
straight to the
schedule them
playoffs,
a little
while the
bit?
other team will be fighting
Well,
for
I
survival.
guess they can't.
Yes, they will. We've got the champs on one hand, and on the other, a team with a fresh new face looking to make waves. Let's do it.
If you play first the first day, you should play first the second day, just for like a fair advantage, or like a not, so you don't have an unfair advantage and like more rest. I actually agree with that. If Optic loses, do they go home? Nah, they don't go home. It's win 2 before you lose 2. First is a privilege in your opinion? It's not really that good. You really want to play like
Good evening
second,
from
third.
here in Riyadh at the Esports World Cup, or good morning if you're brewing some coffee.
Body gets to like
US of
wake
A.
up a little bit more. You get your brain gets to wake up a little bit more.
Day number 2, a qualifier between Optic Gaming and the Carolina Royal Ravens. History would say that this is a one-sided affair for Optic Gaming. The map series layout may give us a little bit of extra.
Yeah, I think
racing
Optic
towards
wins
that
this.
cake, but
I think it does
this is a new
go
Ravens
hopefully
team,
sub base though.
This is a brand new Ravens
I think
team.
Optic
At
closes
least
out on
one
sub
player
base.
swapping out
250
Clayster,
to like
bringing in beans, a more
170,
consistent
180.
AR when you talk about that slaying department. No shade at my boy Clay. But the addition of
Is it just me or is the stream mad loud?
Uneven Boston Breach.
Bro,
Like
don't do
Nameless
this
said,
again, bro.
keeping up with the damage, especially against
Don't
a
do
player
this
like
again,
Scrap
bro.
in Hardpoint, is honestly insane. In the series yesterday versus Vegas, he drops a 1.3, 10k damage, leads the entire lobby. So that main AR needs to be felt, but I think that's touched on it perfectly. You have to make sure your SGs are performing against those 2 other guys in the opposing stage.
without question. And
I can't make everyone happy, bro. People are gonna say it's too low. People are gonna say it's too fucking high, bro. I can't make everyone happy, so I'm just saying where it's at.
Obviously, the
Hey, thank you for the $2.
Not exactly a
Appreciate you,
one-for-one,
bro.
but Beans has seen every inch of the league essentially to this point in his career. And with Fellow in the mix, you know, at times he's been
Too loud,
kind of
Cole.
more
Then
of a
turn your
run-and-gun
phone down,
style
Brady.
AR. It feels like he's definitely taken a little bit of a slower approach with this team, at least in the first instance of which they played yesterday. But this is a different matchup. When you're playing up against a Kenny and a Dashi, there's a lot riding, especially with a 6-star and a sub-base Hardpoint still in the mix.
Yeah, the ARs need to be felt, man, but we know it's going to be about the S&D. Shotzi, MVP of
Ryza, thanks for the $3. She
championships.
said,
He
thoughts
was
on Challenger team
unbelievable
breaking
at the last event,
GAs?
but then you're going up against
Which
the
Challenger
rookie
team?
of the year
Misfits,
in
thank you for the
Quinn.
membership,
This
bro.
was their head-to-head stats of day 1. Obviously, the matchup for Carolina Royal Ravens.
Casters are
versus
louder
the
than you.
Vegas
I'm looking at my
Legion.
levels,
Looked
and
to seem like it was a
there's
lot
just
easier.
no way that they're louder than me.
1.61 overall
It's just
KD
not
for the
possible.
rookie of the year.
Like, I'm looking at my OBS,
1.48
and the levels are
respawn
way higher for
KD.
my mic.
If he comes out to play like that,
Matt, thank you for the $2.
Absolutely the case. And look, I mean, obviously
you.
Twitter kind of got set on fire a little bit with Optic dropping the opening hard point to the Challengers team they played in the opener. But again, it just felt like they weren't fully ready to go versus that mid Brooklyn team. As soon as they got into map number 2, though, you saw the smiles, you saw the laughs, you saw the Optic Gaming World Champion that you expected to see. But it did feel like this Carolina Royal Ravens team had something new and fresh. And we often talk about things like honeymoon phases. They very well may find themselves right in the midst of it here.
That's what I've been hearing around town, man. The talk around town is everybody that has been scrimming the Carolina Royal Ravens, they've been putting up a tremendous fight. Yeah. Tyler Felony, he is running a very, very strict camp over there. So you have to make sure everybody's on the same page today because you're going up against the world champs.
Day one, when Ravens were in, we saw Fellow like in the hotel lobby. And we're like, shouldn't he be screaming? Like, I had to get off. No one can kill me.
Yeah. I was like, and he gave us the death
Yeah,
stare
no, they're
too,
not
so
louder
like,
than me,
he
guys.
looked like he was ready
For
to
sure
rock
they're
and
not.
roll, regardless of who he was going to play against.
Well, we're ready to rock and roll here again. Good morning to all of you out in the United States. But here it's time to dig into dinner. And with that, we've got map number 1, the 6-star Hardpoint. Again, it has been pretty much as comfortable as it gets when it comes to map mode combinations for Optic. We'll say the same things about the sub-base. So this feels like come out, do your best if you're Carolina, but definitely.
All right, here we go, boys. Optic versus Ravens, first map of the day. 6-star.
Enough talking. Let's get down into the action.
Win first blood. Rookie of the year. Takes down the champs MVP.
Yeah, early into this P1,
Maybe
Carolina,
hinting at a.
They're playing for the exit kills right off the rip, making sure that their
Nah,
setup is going to be held. And once a couple kills
Okay,
go
actually,
their favor,
Ravens
then
is starting off pretty
eventually
good.
They will jump into that hard point as they find 3 dead already in the feed. 30 seconds.
Let's see, last time. I'll ask one more time. Like last time, audio's good, chat. Audio's good. Like when I talk, it's not like too fucking hard to understand me. Everything's pretty good. Yeah.
And then hit the outsides of the map, but Carolina are covering all their bases.
Thank you, guys.
Able to find himself 2 in the feed. That will get a lot of early time for
Ravens. Dude, Ravens is going to start off with a 40-point lead. Optic's going to give up this P1. If 5 can win this gunfight in the back, let's see some weird... that he lost.
You're already coming out the gate swinging. Now about this rotation, Optic have the spawns, and they're also
He's being annoying pushed up. How he usually does on this hill.
Make a little bit more layers for them to create to make it more difficult for Carolina.
He gets caught without getting another one, so Fred gets a kill in the back, which is really good. Nothing from his front. Shotzi's gonna re-push through blue and either go vent or around mid, but his teammates dies because of it. Probably just holds the cross here. Yeah. He gets double chowed. Ravens looks good. Felony's 4-0. 5-0. One off a bomb. Bait your teammate.
He probably was telling us the truth. No one can kill him. Sitting at 5-0. One off of earning himself the cruise.
Oh, you should have let him.
25 seconds still to fight for here.
Oh, look to your right.
Thinking about that rotation if you are Optic. Thankfully, you got a player like Fred who already hit
actually
the
W. I
he
want Optic
flips
to
the
win.
spawns. Now the junk time is going to be there, and they're going to win the rotation.
I love that hit from Dashy in particular. You know that you've got
oh my god, Gwyn almost got
so
turned
why not
on.
take your 1v1 for the old time? The space that's been gained towards you is brilliant.
Beans is playing really good right now. Already.
Shotzi waiting around the corner. This 1v1
They're just being so patient, bro.
Who gets 2 AC first, and it's Shotzi.
Shotzi just can't move in.
Finds the kill, and all of a sudden
They really
Optic should
need
be
to do
spawning
that.
out.
And it's already 2 dead in the feed, so you have.
But he has a good
if you
pinch
are
now, at
Carolina,
least.
You just got to bombard your way through that front door. Hopefully, you can win the trade fight to the back end.
Wow,
At least
Kenny.
you get those close back spawns.
And then you know they're in the back,
They find
yeah,
the kills
good play.
around the hill, but for how long? Because Carolina are instantly here for
Oh, he
another
gets
break
stunned?
opportunity.
That was a great individual moment, though, from Kenny. Able to play that backside bar, find himself.
Ravens looks good.
Things a little bit sloppy for
Like,
Carolina,
really
but
good.
Still, they spawn up, and with that,
The ARs
they
are
get the setup that they
like
want.
double
Now trying to
pause, triple
bump from
pause.
inside the hard point. Contest is up
19
to the
and-
waterfall. Nades are landing. Optic
19
finding the
and
kills, and now it's just down
Over
to
double
finding the
pause
last
for the
2 members
ARs.
inside the hill for the scrap.
And this is what Optic usually find themselves
And another
on
break,
on
dude.
this
Holy
6-star,
shit.
but they are not
The
having
scrap time is
success.
huge
They
because
fight
if you
for
get the
ending
scrap
of that
time
P3 and usually dominate over
with
towards
these
that P4,
spawns,
but Carolina coming out of the game
you also beat them
swinging.
to new.
Already up by almost 50 points.
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to yap when the casters are yapping.
Yeah, looking at the regular season stats, Optic was the 3rd best team in rotating, 2nd best team in holding. That has not come
Optic
through
slow start
as
again?
Of yet. A little bit of a
Yeah,
slow
nothing
start
new
for
there.
Optic as Carolina double down on the points that the team in green have been able to accrue. 50 seconds to fight
Good
for.
play by
TJ
TJ.
watching off the pinch. Hit is on the way for Optic, but the first 2 kills are clean, so now TJ has to make a play, but he's not going to be allowed to stay
Oh my
here
God,
for long, or will he? He's able to take down 2,
Optic
which
break.
will make this next hit for Ravens that much stronger.
It's going to make
And
it a
Fred
little bit
takes his
easier because the 2
takes map
players that are coming
position,
off the
or
respawns
takes
are
a
not
big
yet going
map
to be into the play,
control.
but Fred, he takes the ground away from
A little
them.
too aggressive
He applies
there.
that pressure. He's going to
I
slow
would've went
down
top
that
and
angle
just
of
hold
attack
top.
from Carolina.
That way your
And
team
now
can
this is
only
where
watch
Optic
low.
Gaming start to turn the game
should be able
around.
to hold
P4
either way.
has been their money hill since the beginning of the season. Whenever this map was added,
Fred's 15 and
record
10,
of
bro.
9
Fucking
and 1.
hard
They were
carrying
just
them right
down
now.
by 50. They're going to be able to take the lead with this final
He has
20.
double
Really
everyone's kills.
clean on the 4th hard point, especially knowing that they could push out these last
Nice
couple remaining
fucking
Ravens
plays,
members.
Fred.
Now it's just the question of how you
Get out of hill,
transition
bro.
back into the
I would
middle
double
map.
pinch.
Kenny's still spawning on the
I
left
should have
side.
double pinch with
Carolina
Shotzi.
all on the right. Shotzi
Yeah,
tries
he's
to
gonna
find a
double
pin
pinch
before
now,
he
but he
takes
should have
down
done it
one.
way
Following
earlier,
up on
I
that
feel
route
like.
would be Pred, but Carolina will get into the middle of the map first.
Now the
And
guns are
if you're
all
felony, you're
up.
pissed. You
Both
just
the
got spawn
squads,
killed
Optic
twice.
Gaming looking to get a little bit of time now at this P1 HP. You have steps control, you have mid connector, and you have shots. He also finding a double kill. That's gonna make it a lot easier. All you need is this trade from Dashy. He now finds himself on 5
He
in
should
a
be able to
row.
hold.
All
If
the
I'm
hill
if I'm
time, all
Shotzi,
the
I pull
map
an
control
AR
in
there
favor
and
of
hold,
Optic
but
Gaming.
It's
he
been
dies.
just one of those maps for Bruce where he's just, I'll take the late rotation. I'll sit up inside the hill. Finds himself on the
First
cruise missile
stun,
for 6 in a
Dashy.
row before eventually TJ's Dave takes him out of commission. Follow-up
Nice.
eliminations, though, are perfect
Good
for
angle
Optic.
right here,
And
yep.
now the last 30 is what we're
Perfect.
fighting for is Optic
Drop
will look to
Kenny.
also transition to the right side of the map.
Look at how aggressive they are already getting up through the middle of the map. You can have
Shotzi
Shotzi going for the
gets
double
stunned
challenge,
by
only able to take
somebody.
down one, but he puts in a couple shots onto Beans. Now this final 20 is going to be theirs. What a
Nice play,
turnaround
Pred.
to
You
this
just gotta play
Hardpoint
live.
for
Good fucking
Optic.
stun. Just
They were able to
wait.
chain that
Don't
P4
even chow
to
yet.
that P1, and now they're
Good
almost going to
play.
be up by 50 points, but they're looking for a quick break here. Kenny starting off
Oh,
right
he
through the
lost
back.
that?
Here
Dude,
comes
the
pressure.
MCW is
This is
broken.
looking dicey for Carolina. TJ took a long route from
Beans
security,
just
trying to hit
strolled.
the pinch through mid, but the hit from the front for Optic has been convincing. So now all of a sudden, Carolina just need to flood their way back into the
Good
hardpoint.
fucking play, Kenny.
Good information gathering. Finds one before Predate unfortunately takes him out. Shotzi still watching on the back sidelines, but
Didn't
only
really have to
finds
chow that, to
one.
be honest.
That's not going to be
Could've
good
just
enough
waited
as
for them.
Dashy
You were in such a
will
good
be able
spot.
to try to hold from the front, but the angles that
Little
Carolina
antsy
have
on
will get them
Optic,
into the
but-
hardpoint first.
Yeah, they're going to be in the Hardpoint, but Optic are right
Nice.
here. on the
2-piece by
rock.
Kenny.
Already finds
Playing
himself
really good this
another
tournament.
cruise missile earned. Sitting on 7 in a row. Optic 3 on 2 for the trades, but Beans finding that double might give Carolina another opportunity to work their way back in.
The thing about this is you've got two
Yeah,
cruise
you're
missiles.
out
Optic can keep committing to this break as
yeah.
much as
Win
they
finds
possibly want,
two.
but good kills from
Beans
Carolina.
is actually the
Keep this a bit staggered for Optic.
I
on
love the
their
Ravens
final
right now.
break
He's
attempt.
fucking
Shotzi shut
23 and
down at
14.
Ben. 18 seconds now. The options are pretty much off the
Nice, yeah,
table.
so Optic
Kenny is
has
doing what he
old-
can to
I'm
make sure
sorry,
there's no
new
easy exit for Carolina,
and
but
mid
Optic
and
will
push
have to
out
default
front.
for playing
So
for
they're
the
like
rotation to do.
And now this is
choking
where
them
Optic
out
Gaming
right
have
now.
to make the adjustments off the rotation this time around. You saw
But
that
they
it
lose
was
the
Beans winning
trades
that
middle.
one-on-one versus Shotzi, and at the same time, Felony
Not gonna matter
finding
too
one
much.
kill
They gotta
through
play
that
tight
front
now.
end.
They gotta give up
That led to
stone.
an early break and a lot of time there for Carolina, but it seems like they have all
Oh,
their
you gotta
bases
win
covered.
that.
Great shots
Oh,
out of Beans
just
to take down.
pre-aim.
Kenny cannot find
He was
a
like
second,
ADSing,
and Optic Gaming
un-ADSing.
hold on to the first push.
And Kenny just spawns up right where he fell. I mean, this is so convincing for
Nice.
Optic on this setup. Plus, if
Yeah,
things
Optic's
get
in a
mixy,
good
they can
spot right
still
now.
use a cruise if they wanted to gain some separation from the front.
That's kind
And that's
of
exactly
rogue.
what's going to happen.
But I like him taking. I like him getting active there and taking map.
All the
Oh.
kills they need, and they do. All three still alive will
my
drop.
God.
Gwyn does take one out of the hard point, but Dashy's done his job.
Yep,
and
now just hold
Optic will
mid,
be
Kenny.
good for the scrap.
Yeah, they're starting to run away with this game, man. 25 seconds.
Gonna be a
to fight for here at
60-second
this
lead if they can win
P3.
this
Carolina
round.
know that they cannot give up this time for free, but now with only 20 seconds left, someone has to start thinking about
Yeah,
that rotation.
and they beat 'em to
You
new,
have
so,
one
like,
player
watch the
gets blessed
spawns.
with a back spawn in Beans, but a perfect read from Kenny. So
Wait.
Optic Gaming, flawless
the
on that
mini-map. They're
P3.
fucking
Another
everywhere.
opportunity to get another full 60 here at P4.
This second set of hills has been borderline perfect
Yeah.
from Optic.
This is a
They have
weird
played
mini map.
every single
He
one of them
spawned in middle
to the
map because it's like,
highest
dude, like
value
everything's
possible.
blocked.
Gwyn looking to open something
And
up
Optic
by
wins the
himself
fights.
from the backside
It should
of
be
the Skybirds.
over.
That's not going to happen. And
After that.
Fellow will just have to sit up here at
Yeah, it's
security while
over.
he waits for
If
his
Pred
teammates.
just holds
and as
top,
the time starts to tick away,
yeah, it's
pressure
over.
on for the Ravens to jump into a listen with Carolina.
Listening, they're done.
Yo, or drop. One shot.
And one pinch blue. Shotzi
That's
pinch blue.
just
One
sad
shot. Nice one
listening.
drop still. Yeah, our drop.
Drop that.
Nice. Back to Tom. John off, I think left.
Time. One time.
Okay, good sun snakes. Good sun snakes. I stunned them, no tro. They could hit our secret. I'm tagging this shit. Going right. Top office. Top office front. Behind us. Top office and secret. Last two.
Secret dead.
Top office weak right side.
Top office, absolutely.
And one behind me, long. There's Kenny holding an iron long. Holding an iron long, one's office.
No mid. I killed one. I saw that side.
Office or office?
That's it.
Nice, good job.
One shot.
Could be open dead, open dead. There's one behind me, blue. Top VIP, weak. He's jumping out. No, he went low blue. He went low blue.
Oh my god, he called out a flip, but it was really just a route.
Blue one shot. Or he's top VIP.
Well, it's a late break over towards 4 for Carolina, but the lead is still massive for Optic, and they've got a full surround over the new hard point.
I mean,
although individual wins
Ravens
do go the way of
could do
Carolina,
this,
keeping them
but
alive
it's
for
so
now.
Yeah,
hard.
they already find 3 dead in the feed, make it all 4. So
PJ and Felony are struggling now. Felony started so good, and he is like really struggling now. He's probably like over triple negative since his like hot start.
Trades are bound around that middle map area, but Beans
Really
again finds
sucks.
himself on 5
Beans
in a row.
never slowed down.
Fortunately, does not find an opportunity to earn that cruise missile, and Optic Gaming again soaking up this hill time.
And you can tell by the comms for Carolina, they're trying to construct these breaks. It's just as soon as they try to hit the go call, someone from Optic goes uncovered, and it just blows the whole play wide open.
Beans is playing really good, dude.
That's been, I think, the big
Fucking
difference
shooting
maker
right
between the
now.
first set of hills into the second. And now that we find ourselves looking towards P2 for this third rotation, Optic will hold the proximal spawns for now, and they get clearance through that front side at pool. This is where the game
They
can
need like a
possibly
miracle
Minus
break
up, a
right
couple
here
cruisers
and
in the back
like
pocket,
flip
just in case
them.
it gets a little bit scary.
And then
The
it's like
aggression coming in from Carolina on the front side of this
winnable.
hardpoint. Because you know you have to contest it
But,
from the
like,
front.
hitting
You're not
from
gonna work
front,
your way through
like,
the
no.
back 'cause the close
It's
spawns
probably
for
over,
Optic
to
Gaming
be
gonna
honest.
be right there, ready for those engagements. TJ starts it off with the first. What else can they
Like,
find?
they're so
Shotzi
frantic.
the
Shotzi's on a
They expect
pinch.
it. First shots are good from him.
He gets
Does
2
get
on the
a
pinch.
second
Now
as
they have to
well,
turn
and
around
Brett
and
finishes
break from
everything
front.
off. That should be
But
the
Optic
game-winning
spawners are
play,
spawning
especially with
closer.
TJ dropping.
It's over.
I mean, absolute fluid motion from
GG, dude.
Optic
I
through
just
that
don't see
second
Ravens
set.
winning
Here
a
as they
like.
close it out on P2.
I mean, I can see
It'll
them
be a
winning an invasion
250 to
control.
155 game.
Maybe a
Very
Karachi
comfortable
control.
for Optic.
That's just way too easy, man. This has been a bread and butter hardcore for them on the season. They were not.
I wanted to go
into
fourth
this
map.
one.
That's why I say
now
that.
Make it 10-1, and that sort of scares me now for Carolina because
I
this
am
is
gonna
sort of
order
looking
some,
like every single time
one
we've
of my
seen these two
favorite breakfast
organizations match up
places.
against each other, it usually goes the same
What's it
way.
called?
Optic dominate in the respawns. Overall, between this matchup, 6-1 in Hardpoint, make it 7-1. 3-1 in Control. Obviously, we have a couple maps until we get there, but the respawns have been utterly
Oh my God, they're
dominated
out of
by
my
Optic
breakfast
Gaming, and
burrito.
They show it there.
Are you
to
kidding
go
me?
1-0 in the series.
Dude, we're dealing with a hardpoint map set where Optic are 21-3 in the regular season.
Come on, man.
Come on,
Come
man.
on, man.
Clay knew what he was talking about. He said, hey, take the analysts out, jump into the player like you were. Oh, yeah, we stand no chance. Yeah,
Fix
I can see
that.
that. You put their best respawns in the
They don't
entire
have
best of
Clay, they
5.
can't win.
That is probably not
All right,
going to be
Rexy,
good for
we
you
finally
guys.
come to
I
an
mean, there
opinion
is
that I
at least
disagree
something
on.
to be told, though,
Because
about,
Beans
Beans
just
having
went
an
fucking
impact immediately.
crazy.
He's just got a great map overall.
I can't imagine Clay
but
could have won that for them.
It's still Optic at the end of the day. And I will say, you know, Pred, great map from him, following up on all the space that Shotzi was creating. So this looks like, again, the Optic respawn that you want to see if you were to label them as championship caliber.
Without question, man, because
When
it
did
was
Clay
Pred
leave
who
the
was really
Ravens,
keeping them in the game off the
before
rip.
this
You know,
tournament,
sitting at
after
16
champs?
and 10, everyone was around double negative.
Or
and then
before
Shotzi
champs,
started
they got
to activate
eliminated.
towards the later half, but you could just tell Pred was getting away from them in certain situations. Like when they got to that P4 and they were saying, oh, there's a guy sitting top security. That was Pred. Then they realized that we did not kill that guy. All of a sudden, he flanks them and finds a 2-piece. Like, you got to make sure you're keeping track of these players on Optic Gaming because when you allow them to get lost, that's when they are really, really hard to deal with.
And when that speed and that tempo picks up, you go from being 5-0 as fellow to finishing 18-26.
Tough. You're losing track of players, man.
Yeah, it really is. And of course, the extra addition of the cruise missiles being called in definitely helped Optic grow that insurmountable lead. But like we talked about, you want to be able to tell if this Optic team is going to be in Major 3 and World Championship form, or are they going to be in Stage 4 form. This is the team that we know can win champions.
Hey, they're still riding the high. They're still riding the high of that World Championship a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, they were battle tested there. When I had the chance to, the opportunity to talk to them about what gave you guys the drive, or what was the one match at Champs that made you feel like you can win it, and they always told me it was the reverse sweep versus LAT. When your backs are against the wall and you have to play some of your best Call of Duty at time, just that one moment that you get allows you to gain that confidence, to gain that momentum, and continue to push it forward. And they showed it here in this map one, not starting off as slow as they did yesterday.
Do you think it's a miss? Carolina vetoed
I
out
got some
Karachi
food
Hardpoint.
and coffee on the way,
that was
boys.
maybe a mistake? Like, it
Big
hasn't
Soldier, thank you for the
necessarily been one of
$5. He said, I'm
best
wearing a
matches
pimple
in
patch
the
and
stretch, but
solid.
I think they're just trying to get Beans more involved as an AR.
That's what it is. They don't want to play these guys on Optic Gaming with
Solidarity,
those SMGs and
W the boy.
lost
Did I say
around
that?
the map. So
I don't know. I feel like no one has ever used that word for me, bro. Solidarity? What the fuck does that mean?
I guess all the way up until that map number 1.
Yeah.
But you still have opportunities here now in this map number 2 because this has
Wow.
to be guaranteed if you want to stay alive in this series. For me, if you're Carolina.
Solidarity.
Solidarity. Huh. They're already on map 2? Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. These guys don't want to play close quarter maps? All right, let's find out.
See it.
Let's jump
S&D.
high-rise search and
I love
destroy,
this
though.
route by
Again, if
TJ,
you're
but
Carolina, you're looking at
if you
the
play a
2-3-5
good team, it's
as
kind of
your
tough.
Probably biggest opportunity to take maps in this series. So this feels like a must-win
Nice.
as they will kick things off on the opening offense.
Oh, we saw Optic Gaming towards the ending of the season start to add high-rise search and destroy to their
They're
map
trying to
pool.
end this shit, dude. They're trying
What
to.
they're able to get done.
Happy
They
Friday,
show
by
a
the
lot
way,
of presence
everyone.
over towards B
Hope
Street.
y'all are
They have
enjoying
made the
your
adjustments, and keep in mind
last
those
day
smoke
of the
grenades
week.
on this map is all going to come down to gunfights.
And on the other
Wow,
side,
they actually pushed through
Carolina, they
blue.
won this map
He kind of
twice
goes
in the match that
rogue.
they have
What the
played
hell is
in.
Pred
Although,
doing?
Nice control over towards B Street.
What?
Opens up maybe an opportunity to think about a B plant. Have to worry about that player on the long cross, though, over towards helipad, and that's Shotzi just waiting for his time to hit.
Don't necessarily agree with running up
40
mid.
seconds still
Right
to play
there.
with. Shotzi's already worked his way behind enemy lines.
Yeah,
I don't
Shotzi's
think
made a
that
good
Beams
play,
is
though.
going to gain that info.
Sneaky.
Curious to see how loud his headset is. He's not going to get the sound cue, so Shots is
What,
able to
did he
find
see
his
him on
second
bomb?
on the
I
round.
don't think he did.
Now it's Gwyn, the rookie of the year. Try to clutch up in the 1v2.
Oh,
He knows he's stuck
Shotzi
between
tickets
both
an
parties of
underground
this
route.
Optic gaming twosome.
And they're gonna play
It's
ones,
down to how do you want to try to isolate
which means
this. He's
like
looking
both
for
players on
Shotzi
Optic are
first,
gonna be
knowing
like
that Dashi's
on an
probably
island,
gonna be staying safe towards windows.
and like just
But
kind
this
of playing
is
their
taking
life.
a ton of time.
They're not like together right
And,
now.
well, time may expire
Which is the
on
right play
He doesn't see
because
anyone sometime soon. Pistol out.
if
He
they
does
tried
catch
to get
Dashi.
together,
Could lead to a possibility.
oh wait a
of plant.
second,
Shotzi up and over, but Gwyn doesn't see it initially. Trying
yo,
to snap,
Shotzi
but the
run,
damage
bro.
is decent, but
Gwyn,
not
go
convincing enough to
Gwyn.
kill. Time will
What?
expire, and Optic will take the round.
Oh, that one got a little scary there. Once Shotsy puts down
I
those
at
first
least would have
couple of
tried
shots,
to
you
chase
realize
him.
He's not planning the bomb. Probably just want to run away, but thankfully he doesn't fall. And
He actually could have killed him,
gave
bro.
it a good
Like
run.
Shotzi didn't even really run
Unfortunately,
away.
not enough time to find those tills
little
and
weird.
also work that objective. But Shotsy
Why would he
just
not
doing
try
what
that?
does.
He thought Shotzi
Sneaking
would just
behind
run away
enemy
and he
lines,
wouldn't be able to
finding a
catch
couple
him,
kills,
which
just making it so
he actually
hard for
could
you
have
to
chased
even
him. I
think
mean, you
about
should
your
always
play
take
call.
Yeah.
your percentages, even if they're like
Okay,
1%.
Now we jump into the second round. Optic will be on the offense.
It's like not
Carolina
hopping the bomb at like
looking to play pretty
10
passively
seconds.
over the middle of the map.
You never
Couple of
know, bro.
long-range
It's
angles
happened
being
before in
taken
COD
between
where you
windows
can
and
get
over
it.
towards the A side, but Gwyn with an AR in hand will be able to find first blood on a Pred. That's over
Or
the middle of the
7.5
map.
seconds
It's
or
immediately
whatever.
countered though, and that's enough for Shotsy to try to follow up, but the shots to the wall not
Unless they're
damaging
on a
enough
streak
to
or
find the kill,
something.
and Carolina will come out with the 3v2.
Oh, but Dashi is at least able to take down Gwyn instantly, so it's going to be a 2v2.
Why are we
making it
running up
2v1
mid
now.
so
But
much?
you already have the information gained onto Dashi, so make this round basically impossible. Force him to plan it. Do not go for those single island chows.
Yeah, and don't let him have this cross.
Maybe that's like the opening in pro play.
Because you know
Like
that
it's
Dashi
so
is
like
very capable of beaming you in an instant. Bomb down in a precarious spot. Beams, red. Opening shots are good, but there's the double chow, and Carolina will find
it's like so stupid that it works a lot.
Yeah, that's good plays right there from Carolina to not fully commit.
Have it paid for my
individually.
breakfast?
Go for the team shots.
Bro,
beats,
I
but
am
a
not.
couple
I don't
of
got it
felony
like
was
that,
ready
bro. Unfortunately,
for that trade gunfight.
Someone's already picking up my food.
It's good when you start off with that early first blood. Effective on the trades, keeping yourself in the man advantage, not allowing Optic to take the map away from you.
Yeah, and that's the big part. Is it's not just the fact that they find
What's
the
a
first
chow?
blood,
It's called a
happens through the middle of the
chow.
map.
It's like a
So
short for
there's no
challenge,
real easy
which
way
is
to
short
work
for
it
like a
around after that
gunfight.
happens
Like you
for
chow
Optic.
someone.
Yes, there's a
You,
couple
like,
of trades,
engage
but once
with
you
someone.
win that mid lane over, if you're Carolina, you use it, and boy, did they ever. Fellow will be on 3 in a row after round number 2. And he will
Melanie
keep
keeps starting off hot, but
trophy system
going
down as they
down.
will again just kind of look at these crossing angles through mid, but Shotsy down low finds one.
That gets
Trade is in,
flooded.
though. We'll stay 3v3.
Not his fault
Still a
though.
3v3 management
Their play call was
both
probably
these
double
rosters,
to
but
bottom blue,
Optic
straight out
Gaming,
top
they're
blue, but
taking a lot of map away from
Shotzi backs
Carolina.
up after the
This
first
is
blood
gonna
he
force
got.
them to waste a lot of the game clock here. They even think
Can't
about
really
that
blame
objective
Pred there.
and felony on 3 in a row. It's just going to try to play his life as long as he can. But Kenny in this position is so
This is a
crucial
good spot,
because he's
bro.
gonna give all the info to his team.
This is a really good spot.
Fellow at range. Shots are in. Follow up though
TJ
from TJ
gets
is
the
perfect.
trade.
We'll stay 2v2. Bomb down for now, but Beans and TJ looking to work this one together as Optic continue to be a bit separated for now, but that's mostly about the fact that Shotzi's gone completely unknown. He is in a sneaky spot.
Yeah, and the same thing could be said for Beans.
Yeah, Beans
He's
should
already
get
worked his way
Dashy here.
through that underground.
Oh.
But Dashy gets the read on it.
Wow, good play by Dashy.
Able to turn it now
Really
into a
good play.
2v1. TJ left to clutch on up for a potential ace on the cards.
And it's just from Shotzi's position,
just
you
don't
can
know how
watch
you
this
can
entire
really win this
cross.
round.
Dashy only has to worry about the windows. Really well played. As now TJ will collect the bomb and make his move. Does he check?
Oh, he
Sees the
does.
barrel. Should be
Oh
one
my
for
god, he
three
can win
it
this
is.
easily.
Space to go for the plan if he wants it, but instead is looking to see if Dash
He's gonna go for the kill.
get the challenge.
Wait,
It's
TJ's
not
actually gonna win this
so
round. I'm not even
it's
kidding.
a 1v1. Who finds the timing? Oh, and TJ may have missed
Oh!
his window. Dashy checks, clears. Now down to 3 seconds, and he knows all he has to do
What
is
is
stay
that
concealed,
timing,
and TJ's
bro?
not gonna find him.
Oh, and Dash is going to be holding that
Holy
one over
shit.
TJ. You're not playing the bomb versus me. We're former
Bro,
teammates.
if he just looked to his right just a little bit, TJ wins that 1v2.
But he's played with him for such a long time, and he understands how he likes to play S&D.
When did I stop my pro career?
Repositioning just way
Last
too
year.
much. TJ committing on
Or,
the kill.
yeah, last year.
Does not give himself an opportunity to
Little
close
over a
out
year
that
ago,
round. So
actually.
Optic Gaming take the lead right on back.
Lots of really long rounds in these first 3.
Wow,
I'll tell
TJ
you.
actually could have won that.
But no plants as of yet. Means that this has essentially been a glorified TDM to this point. Brad looking to get aggressive.
playstyle
towards
is
mid. This
so
where he
risky.
was found last time. Not going to be the case this time around as Gwyn is trying to take aggression towards B Street.
Oh!
What a piece of awareness that
Yike.
is from Gwyn. Pops back over, finds Pred, and now it's a 4v2 for Carolina.
Yeah, Dash and Shashi left to try to clutch on up.
The hell's
It's not
Gwyn
gonna be
doing?
easy, but
Overheating.
At least get gifted with a freebie onto Gwyn. So So 3v2, still more manageable now. And Shotzi in a very
I
crucial
think Shotzi
position.
heard this guy.
He's going to pick up that MCW in hand, catch the
Whoa.
timing
Oh
onto
my god, it's
TJ
actually
Alley.
winnable now.
And I'm pretty sure he gets the info on the
Oh
He's
my-
ready
come
for
on,
the second
Shotzi.
gunfight. Able to get out with 83 HP, but he's going to commit.
Okay.
waiting, just making sure that Beans
Fuck,
isn't
that could've
here
been
to
so
provide
good for
any
Optic.
assistance whatsoever.
It's still good, but it's
Actually
like
going to take a long rotation through
not
pit to
as good.
join, and the map
can flip
will
the map on
flip
him now.
itself. Carolina playing from what is
I
traditional.
wonder if they had info on
offensive
Dashy too.
While Optic
I don't
will
think
play
they
from the
did, so they
defensive
can't like
side.
completely
Time
trap
running
them.
out. Shots he's seen on the long cross.
Fuck,
Good
man.
shots from Beans. Dashy still
Dashy can win
completely
this.
unknown, though.
He needs to get a kill in the
Now
next
maybe
like
an
5
opportunity to get
seconds
the quick
though.
trade back. If he can find the route, which I don't believe he has, Beans slipping underneath,
Nice
going
play
to be
by
able to
Beans.
find the final 2 in Carolina. Take
Dude, if
themselves
Shotzi
up
just would have
now to
ran at that
2-2.
guy
And that's another first blood
forward,
on the hands of Gwyn. Finds that first kill.
but like
somehow,
broke the
some way
glass,
is
but
ready
then
for that
like
second gunfight
redirected
once
it.
Braden makes it
I
a
don't
lot
know.
easier, but I thought Shotzi
Good play by
had the
Shotzi's.
advantage in
By
that
Shotzi's,
gunfight
yeah.
versus Felony. I don't know
Really
the
good plays.
angle that
Fred
Beans
should've won
had
his gunfight,
potentially watching
probably.
his cross to try to keep his
He coulda got
teammate alive,
headshotted.
but when you have a player that weak, I was always thinking Shotzi is going to commit to that gunfight, at least turn it into a 1v1.
We got any mods keeping track of
It's a good opener, but doesn't fully get finished out, so we'll stay essentially all defense from here. Still,
How small's
without
crowd?
a bomb
It's
being
pretty small
planted
crowd,
yet
but
for either of these two teams. Which, to
seems
be
like an
honest, that's Optic's
exclusive
kind of
crowd,
trade-off.
but
They just don't
not
really
a ton
play
of
for bomb
seats.
plants. See if Carolina could kind of change the mold here just a touch. Double hit over towards
Shotzi's
blue
gonna
stairs.
flank.
Shotzi once again getting aggressive towards the helipad. He gets an isolated win versus Beans. Follow-up shots are decent
God,
across
how'd
the
he get
map,
out of
but
that?
Shotzi stays
Holy
alive and
shit.
gets out of there.
And that's the adaptation that we've seen from Optic Gaming on high-rise search and destroy. Shotzi just setting the tone early on.
DJ gets
top
through, but
early,
they should be
getting
ready
the
for
info
this.
for his team and then realizing where the
Yeah.
pressure is coming in. He strikes for that first blood, and look how much ground Optic already taken away. You have
Shotzi's
Shotzi
playing
and
so
Kenny
good.
working behind enemy lines. It's a 1v4 now for Felony. He
Dude,
falls.
it's literally
Clean round
it's
right
so
there from
annoying to play
Optic.
Yeah,
Shotzi
as soon
on
as
this map.
TJ misses that chance on the windows,
It's
he's
the
dead to
map is
rights.
really
There's
good for
no
him.
follow-up there whatsoever.
So much
Carolina was too
finesse
far
and
away.
like
He was trying to create
sneaky like
something to get the numbers back
timings that you
even,
can
but
take.
You missed that
And he's
opportunity
really
there.
good about that.
Optic
He
will
doesn't
make
just
you
like
pay, and that's exactly what happens with 3 quick
make it
eliminations.
obvious.
And now with that,
He
we
redirects
get
like
to,
really
again,
really
all
well.
defense.
After
I
getting like the
think if
first
you're
blood or
Optic
something.
right now, you got to put a little bit more
getting
focus over
spotted.
towards that B street,
Yes.
which has been, I think, where
What's my
Carolina
favorite
have
Call of
found a lot
Duty?
defensive success.
It's because Optic Gaming so far in the
Black Ops
attacking
3,
rounds,
for
we've
sure.
been watching them for quite some time. We cast a lot of the games towards the ending of the season. They'd love to apply pressure over
When I was
towards
a kid,
blue
it was
and
Modern
helipad,
Warfare
but we know
2,
how difficult
original
it is
Modern
to
Warfare
plant
2.
that bomb
That
over
shit was
towards that
godlike.
A site. But if you
I think
dominate
I
over
did like
towards B,
Halo
here we
more
go.
than
Waste
COD
an age,
though,
you waste
back in the
everything. It's
day.
gonna be a lot easier
Like
for them
Halo
as
3,
Kenny
I
strikes
think,
with the first
and Halo
blood.
Reach, I think I like better than Modern Warfare 2.
Range, taking team shots. Nades there to
Nice
support
shots by
Shotzi with
Beans.
the high angle, thinks he may be able to take down Beans, but simultaneously, Kenny does get involved. But the trade back is immediate, and Carolina, after being completely destroyed on this B street play, have somehow managed to get this to a 2v2.
And look at how aggressive Gwyn is. Already pushes behind enemy lines. I don't know if Optic are going to be ready for this kind of play, but they are taking the
What does
opposing
the
side
other guy
of the
do?
map.
What
They're
is-
trying to isolate onto Beans.
what is Beans
potentially work
doing?
the subjective, but you got to
Just
do it
chilling
quick
down
'cause
there?
Gwyn has an angle.
Yes, he sure does, and that's going to stop
Now
Kenny from getting the
Beans
line,
can
but
activate.
information
Like this
is
is
now
your chance to
known.
flank.
Beans finds a
Wow,
good
beautiful. I mean, that was beautiful.
timing. Yes, he does. Pops up the ladder. Now it's just down to 1. Dashy for the 1v2.
1v2s are pretty easy on this map.
Work around this, but he's got to find the
Beans
intel,
goes back to
and
his
he's more
go-to
focused
laydown
on the
spot.
player on the flank than the
And
player
Ravens
on the
has a
point.
really good
And
shot at
that'll
winning
work
this
out
map.
for Carolina, keeping this thing all defense.
Like
That's
4-2 right now,
fantastic
right?
plays from Carolina. Early
Yes.
picked off for that first blood. Kenny
I love
finds
that
it, but
Beans
they
actually
are
activated
effective on
one
the trades, and I
squint
feel like
shot.
it's
That was
always been Gwyn to even
was
up
a really
those
good
numbers in those situations.
really good.
Once
Play.
he finds that kill, turns it into a 2v2. He does not stop his momentum. He decides
Gwyn
to
didn't
push
get
you
a kill
underground,
there,
have
but,
a different angle of
like, his
attack, and
play
then
was
that slows
crucial in
down what
winning that
Optic's
round.
game plan was. You're probably thinking, okay, they're camping their side of the map. We should be able to get a free bomb plan. But when Gwyn puts those shots from that angle in the back of their spawn, and then Beans pops up, it's just
Red's
all
having a
up in
tough
the air.
S&D. Oh, it's
That'll be
3-3.
the first
Okay.
round
but-
that the first blood does not lead to a
3-3,
round
okay.
win for either of our two squads,
4-2.
as now you've got Carolina looking for some long-range angles initially. TJ, ooh, bold to try
How
to
many
make his way up
times?
top there, and yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is it's another one.
Hello?
All of a sudden, Optic just get
I mean,
the
they're
high
just
ground and just
they're
win
just
all the
abusing
gunfights
top
flat out.
heli.
Guys, this is multiple times now that Shotzi has hit the same exact route. He pushes up over towards that A side. He jumps on the propane and gets towards top heli. He's even smiling because he got away with it again.
What?
They are just simply not watching that angle.
Chat,
Fool me once,
look at
shame
this.
on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But, like, come on. Eventually, we got to make the
Yeah.
I'll show you
adjustments to
after the
take
map,
down
actually.
Shotzi. He cannot keep finding finding
Thank
first
you,
blood
Tuna, for
on
the
that side of the map
for the
on the
$2.
defensive end.
Too easy. Absolutely too easy. Okay.
If
So
Havoc
definitely
improves
feels
his
the trends,
aim,
the
it's over.
patterns, Optic are making the adjustments that it feels like could lead to an offensive win.
What?
Do you trust that you can still
My
over-isolate
aim?
this B side of the map, though, again? I mean, you found a good first blood. Just stay alive in the middle of the map, I think, especially as a call-out over towards what Pred's been able to try to
Oh,
work.
fuck. Oh, hell
I think
no.
you could definitely make the play call to still fight over towards B Street. Just probably not commit on some of these individual gunfights.
Guys,
that
only
you're
been
finding
watching my
yourself
console
in, but
streams. Just get turned on.
Playmaker and Shotzi ready to hit this side hop up.
All right.
Waiting for the information, and his teammates are
Very
able to
defensive
provide.
heavy
As
map right
Kenny's
now.
working his way into the site, but he is the
Oh,
only one
yeah,
here,
he
and he's
sees
the
him.
bomb carrier.
Oh, I think he sees the
Oh my
backpack of
God,
TJ.
that's so
Yeah, sure
troll.
does. Just a little pixel peek in the generators. That's enough for first blood to come through. Now a lot of stress on this Carolina defense. The player over towards Windows has to try to stay alive, but Fellow gets bullied out. Pred follows up behind that. Last one left is Beans. Good for the first shots around. He's good for the second.
1v4 versus Optic Gaming.
1v2. He's going to get the regen and the reset completely.
Oh, he read that guy?
Decent,
Holy
it's a little
shit.
bit of a flank around the backside elevator that puts him out of business.
Just way too easy when Optic Gaming find that first blood around that B site. They get the freebie onto TJ, and then Shotzi this time around commits onto that gunfight versus Felony for the second. And then even with Beans finding a double, he was trapped over towards elevator side. Shotzi is not going to slow down. He was playing for that final kill, and that's our very first attacking round secured of the map.
And you can see Kenny's like,
Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it.
I saw this guy's backpack. That's it.
I want to see a sub base, bro. Come on,
How that
Ravens, like
works
win
out.
one map for me, please, bro.
Unreal stuff.
Please. 5-3 curse.
Shotzi now on 3 in a row. He's also been the byproduct of a lot of the defensive first blood.
5-3 curse.
Like
come on.
called out a lot of it over towards
I want
the helicopter
I want
side.
Optic to
This
win,
time
but
TJ gonna get aggressive, but it gets punished. Kenny holding back a little bit further. Quinn does get the isolation, and then Beans a little snap and turn over towards.
I want to see
Pred,
sub
turn the
base
numbers
so
in favor of
bad, bro. I
Carolina.
haven't watched sub base at all on a watch party. Not once.
Left to try to clutch on up, but Beans is not expecting two players to approach up through that B
They're
street.
scamming.
So Dashy finds
Gwyn
the
finds
first one.
one.
With the
Another
pistol gets the
1v2.
better
If
of
anyone can
Kenny.
win it, it's definitely
So the
Dashy on
most
this
clutch
map.
player that we had on the season, Dashy in a 1v2.
He
Dude,
may
you can
actually
find this guy.
read this the right way. Sure will. Fellow will get taken down. That's the bomb. Now down. He knows
Oh,
it.
he wins. Dashy wins
Trade
this like
starting to
100%
come
of the
out
time.
through. Stun. Not fully landing. Door shuts. Now it's just down to who wins out this final battle. Pistols out for both players. Dashy trying to hold the
wow.
corner. And you can even see it on Kenny's face. Like, woo,
99% of the
almost
time.
pulled it, but not to be in Carolina stay alive.
They usually don't expect Dasher to lose gunfights with that Renetti in his head. I don't know.
I thought for sure once he got into that door, it was over. I thought he was going to pull out his AR and just wait. Like, the guy's on offense. Just pre him. Just wait for him to push you and four bullet him with the MCW.
In this search and destroy, but you can already see the adjustments. This time it was Kenny who finds the first blood, but they were ready
he's feeling
for that
confident at
movement.
least,
Take
so he
top
chowed him.
They shut down Shotzi. They don't allow him to be the playmaker.
His jersey says Dash.
Huge scenes.
It's pretty
Absolutely huge. And even in this moment right here, you
didn't think bro would prone on the rail? Nah, me
the
neither.
bomb, that may have been enough to secure the 1v2.
Me
Not
neither.
fully. But can Carolina put together
Carolina
two
can win
more
this. They just need to
rounds?
fucking
Has
hold.
to start here, obviously. Stuns out and over, but Gwyn avoids being
Okay, Beans
tagged.
is in the best spot in the game, bro. Just
Beans
everyone
gonna
just needs to
take an
chill.
extra step. And this is how Carolina could possibly overwhelm.
Gwyn finds one.
Offense.
Oh!
Those are from Gwyn.
5-3
Holy
curse.
smokes, 5 in a row now all of a sudden, which is
We might see a sub base after all.
Pred, this is a decision that you may have to make here because you don't want to give Gwyn that cruise missile going into the
Gwyn has a
last
cruise.
round, but he's going to walk right into
Can
the
you
pre-aim.
please hit a left
Carolina Roy
curve?
Ravens 2 rounds in a row. Now with the cruise missile in the back pocket, force around 11.
You got to be thinking, if you're on the
We have
offense,
never
you
seen
gotta
a left
drop this
curve in the
early
league.
So Shotzi doesn't get on
It's
that
so easy
helipad
to
side, then
execute.
What do you call? Do you go B? Do you go A? Does it just come off of what information you find? Because
Guys, thanks for the
like
$3,
it should be
bro.
a Carolina offense here.
That's
but
true.
We'll
This
see.
facts. Got my
All
food
depending
6
on
minutes
which
away,
side
bro.
of the map that they are going to be on. It is going to be a replay from Gwyn with the snaps. He finds himself on 6 in a row to close out
Okay,
the game. But
perfect
now on
left
the
curve.
attacking side, so Gwyn is going to play this nice and slow.
I would
Use
not
that
call it
missile
in
nice
from
and
here,
early to
bro.
give that information to his teammates so
What
they
if
can
he
make the
hits
play.
your underground?
Carolina's just going to take this as a way to take helipad away.
Hit
Shotzi's
a left
gonna play a little
curve.
bit
Hit
of
the
bait.
left
He's gonna
curve.
get called out here. He's on the hunt to see if he can find Gwyn, who really that
How are you a
professional?
professional?
Just pushes Optic back into their spawn, but they do get isolation onto Shotzi. 4v3. Kenny making move up B Street, but Beans is deep over towards A.
We have yet to see a bomb plant so far on the map. Now Carolina are going to slowly work that way over towards his B side, but Kenny, he is going to get stunned. Positioning already known. The double challenge
Maybe-
is going to fly on in.
Oh
That's
my
where you
God,
got
Dash
Dashy
just
and
finds
Pred.
two.
They equal it
Maybe
up.
he thought
2v1
someone was
now.
hitting him
Damn,
out,
it
so
was
he just like
significant
boosted
for
it.
Kenny, but now it's just down to
Oh!
Deep
What the
left,
fuck?
bottom helipad gets a little bounce up, finds the last shots needed, and Carolina take 3 in a row.
That is icy right there out of the Royal Ravens.
I need a replay
You
right
had
now.
Gwyn use that cruise missile early on to get that info onto Shotzi for the first blood.
What the
But then I thought when Dashy finds that double, Pred finds that single. You put it into a 2v1. Beans must have not been weak from the gunfight between him and Fred.
Yeah.
Because he was ready for that gunfight versus Dashy.
Hell yeah, we get to see a
Definitely
sunbase.
catches him off guard with the shots that
Wait,
he
can
was
we get a
able to
replay?
hit. But wow, Carolina needed
Do they have
map,
that
and they
tech?
got it done in an icy way.
Big time. It really did feel like Kenny did enough.
Yeah.
The damage that was tallied allowed for Bruce to come back through, find the double predator.
Typical.
crossing angle,
Your
getting
average
the access.
Optic
They know where
fan.
Beans is at that point,
They lose
but
one map,
he
Optic
doesn't hold
sucks.
back. He gets proactive and bails his team out after what was a
Dude,
great
it wasn't
set
their
of
fault.
rounds
It
in
was
a
the
row
5-3
for Gwyn to
curse.
get the cruise
There's
missile
nothing they
in
could do
first
about
place.
that.
So, excellent stuff from the Carolina Royal Ravens, a map that has not been great for them in the history of the former roster, showing some new life in the search with Beans in the mix.
And the communication simply has to be better there from Optic Gaming, man. You see that Gwyn is on 5 in a row. You're in a 1v4
Wow,
scenario.
bro.
Let's just jump
14
off
and
the map. Let's
7
not give
from
him that cruise
Gwyn,
missile to
rookie of
allow
the
them to have a
year.
different play
Doesn't know
call
how to
going
use a
into
cruise
this round
missile,
11
but it
because you saw
doesn't
Shotzi.
matter.
If there's no cruise missile, he's in the back.
No,
behind
okay,
enemy
you
lines
know what I
already.
think he
could
did? You know what I think he actually did with the cruise missile? I think he boosted it into the roof. Obviously, he knows there's not a window there because someone was pushing his spawn out, and he was like, oh shit, I gotta get out of this cruise missile as fast as possible. So he boosted it into the top of the building so he could get his gun back up and ready for the gunfight. I honestly think that's what it was, which is pretty big brain, to be honest.
Moves here and there led to major
wanna see
openings.
this
Optic
replay,
finding
though.
the first offensive round, but heroics, honestly, from Carolina. I mean, DJ was getting blooded a lot in the middle of the map, but still the ability to bounce back largely off
What up,
Gwyn and
O2?
Beans
What's
were
up, man?
This is why game fun.
1v1
True.
rounds they Carolina Royal Ravens were able to clutch up on. That is just ice.
Yo, we got
That's
5,500 people
for this
in
new
here.
team. Like you
Be
said,
sure
the
to
honeymoon
hit that
stage
like button if you guys
tends to
enjoy the
hit a
watch
little
party,
bit
so we can
different.
get on
When you're this new
so we can
roster
get
forming,
like
search
up in
and
that
destroy is probably in the back
algorithm.
of your minds of what you're thinking about scrimming. But Beans has been a phenomenal search and destroy player, even when he used
That was
to bring
cringe,
that
but
sniper in hand,
seriously,
he's
like the
always
stream
able to get it
real
done.
quick. It's free. It helps
They are
out
able
a
to tie
ton.
the series up at 1.
For some reason, YouTube foams at the mouth
Yes, absolutely.
whenever
the
you
case.
like
we
anything
said,
on their
these
platform.
Hardpoints are not going to be easy for us to look
Absolutely
at and say,
not.
Carolina, that's where you find your wins. It's going to likely have to be through the 2-3-5.
I'm so happy we get to watch Subbase.
And that is massive towards the momentum. Being able to take 3 in a row from the 5-3 tally to win around 11.
Also,
And
check it
all
out,
of a sudden,
chat.
Have us consider
Tuna just donated and mentioned this. We actually finally did it, boys. We have a 1 million viewed video on YouTube. I never thought this would happen. 1 million, boys. That's so sick, dude. That's so fucking clean. And I'm still part-timing. Oh, God. We need to lock in, bro. Someone said, yeah, I watched that video 1
They're
million
ready for
times.
every single gunfight.
All right, my
And on a
food's
map
here
like
in
Karachi,
three.
they could
Food
do
and
it on both
coffee's
the
here in
defensive
3
end and the
minutes.
attacking side.
Look, he's the king of finesse.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
knows this. With
So I'm
this
gonna get my
point.
shoes on
But
real
hey, we've got ourselves one heck of a
Ready to go
series.
downstairs.
This
I
point,
should be
Carolina
back before the
fighting
next
in
map
at
starts,
least the
bro.
first half of the first map, and then 3
And
rounds
yes,
in a row.
I
Get us
had
to a
like
1-1 count.
I popped
That's
this thing
study,
last
of course.
night,
Some shit,
and it's
of course
really
I am.
red
But
now.
We're gonna go to a break
But
because
it
of
was
course we
so
are.
worth
We'll be
it,
back
bro.
with map number 3.
Like it was one of those pimples that just like blew up.
Hey Funko, how's it going?
I will be right back. I'll be literally right back.
Snip snip SNIFFFFFFFF Lord have it the highest of mercies. I'm about to.
It's the EWC and you want to play like a pro. Well, we've got a lesson for you. Axe on. You're fresh, ready to fight and grind those long hours. It's how it should be. Axe off. You're slow, unfocused, and lagging. Do you get it? Let's go again. To unleash your best game, you must freshen up first. Get your axe on. Spray, play, repeat. Axe and Esports World Cup.
لحظات البداية عاشت معنا. كنا نحسبها وقت للتسلية بس. نحسبها بس ذكريات.
عبود أعطي أختك اليد يا ولد.
ابتكرنا فيها ابتكارات. وإذا بغينا قلبناها خرافات. كنا نحسبها بس لمة وصحبة وسهرات،
انتبه نو ترى نو.
لكن كنا نشوف عالم ما حد يشوفه.
ليت يشغل وقته بشيء يفيده.
الله عليك على الصوت.
عالم كبر وعاش فينا، عالم الحماس فيه يوصلك كل مرة لحلم أصعب، بس ما يصعب عليك. بارد معك وين ما تروح.
Welcome back to the Esports World Cup here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I'm Shift, that's Study, and we find ourselves in a 1-1 map count between the Carolina Royal Ravens and Optic Gaming. A convincing map number one, and what was a pretty good set of rounds in a row for Optic gets battled back as Gwyn starts to take over, and boy, will Carolina need that in map number 3.
100%, man, because he was able to do it yesterday versus the Vegas Legion. Even though it was a completely different map on Invasion, where he's able to pull out that third or fourth AR, he puts up a 1.75 KD and 1.9 on the defensive end. That's usually where you find a lot of your success when you talk about slaying on a map like Invasion. He was going off. But the only difference is you're probably not going to run that third or fourth AR today because you're playing Karaji versus two of the best SMGs in the game.
However, again, we have to take a moment to try to evaluate.
I just need to cut my hair in like certain parts. Like it's weird. Like I like the lengths of like some parts of my hair, and I don't like the lengths of others. I need to go into the barber like really specific.
Happening, but yesterday was a totally different story against a Vegas squad that had been kind of trending upward in control at the end of the year.
Yeah, now they've sort of figured it out. Obviously, the Selene
this place in Austin called Malone.
Lineup gives them a lot more
it's actually a
opportunities
sleeper.
to take certain lanes away from teams, but on a map like Karachi, we saw it at least a little bit in that 6-star opening HP.
Dirty chai latte.
The SMGs start to get lost. You cannot afford that to be the same
shots,
scenario here.
Almond
you have
milk.
to count for everyone, cover all your bases, and simply
What's
do
the
the
other
easy
thing that
things right. Do not allow the SMGs to take over red control, get those easy angles of attack over towards that B point.
You know that's something that's always going to be worried about, especially on a map like Karachi, where
Cats
Optic
rage baiting,
fans, of course, know
as,
that this
as
is
usual.
by far one of their best control maps.
Yeah.
So that's what you're looking for. To see what
I think
shots it
Optic
can
wins this
create.
map because
So
it is
far,
like
the
one of their
opening
best
is all
maps.
over towards A, though, and Gwyn is going to get some position over towards Junk just to allow the defense to fully focus on the front.
You can already see Shotzi in a position knowing that Gwyn loves to hit these angles, but Gwyn gets the better of him in that gunfight.
Chair interacts more than streamer. True. Thanks for the $5 West.
A second. So if you are Carolina, you have the numbers to still contest this. That's already
Look at Carolina's map positioning. They just need bridge. If they get bridge, like Felony should have went bridge.
Turns it into a convincing moment for Carolina. Still, second tick being worked on. Dashy staying alive
maybe
inside
not.
the point. No follow-up from TJ. He's still stuck up top inside of Broken. Bean's trying to get here, but yeah, Pred's watching the long-range angles, and that's enough for Optic to likely get the extra 60 here on A.
Yeah, they're going to be able to extend this game clock, and now Gwyn and Bean.
There's nothing about hitting mid with an AR. It's kind of.
And you already have Pred setting
Use
up
your
this
stun,
pitch,
Pred. Use
so
your stun.
This is a scary moment here for Carolina on the season where they were dead last on the defensive side, and
Thank you, Tutor Bear, for the
Optic Gaming
$2.
now have 2 minutes and all red control to just make one opportunity, one set of kills to work their way on in.
That is an incredible window for TJ to reclaim some space towards bottom red. Problem is, the rest of the Ravens cannot get forward out of the backside areas of this diner. TJ still holding on to the dash.
I mean, Optic's in a pretty good spot here.
Watch the cut as best as he possibly
To be
can.
fair.
And now the
They still have the
isolation
junk
for Optic is all
spawns,
about getting
which is
TJ
so
out of
good
position.
because it's
That
really
win
sticky.
comes
Unless
through, but the rest of Carolina have got
Carolina
over the
basically
hump,
have to
and now
wipe
they're
them
here for defense.
and then push out.
To iron up and get a couple kills, though. It's a 2-2 split.
Every single time Optic gets a one-on-one kill or a one-for-one kill, they are winning because of how close they spawn right here versus how far these guys spawn. Oh my god, this is such a good play by Gwyn. Such a good play by Gwyn. He needs to get a kill and run back to junk. He didn't run back to junk, so these guys now spawn close, and the round is more than likely going to be in Optic's favor. DJ can make that same play though, but now he has to pinch.
got to work your way over the hop-up, but
Yeah, it
Shotzi
should
is
be
taking
optics-
that opportunity
optics
away
round.
from you. He times that
Yeah,
flank.
100%
He's
now.
able to find a double. That's already 3 dead per segment
100%
in. Now,
optic
if you
wins.
are optic, let's just stack the point.
And that's all because Gwyn got a kill and didn't back up, in my opinion.
Rapidly in, unless Carolina find kills from this long
If he
angle,
got
which
the
they're
kill
not. There's no
and then
way they
backed
touch
up and
this in
blocked
time, and
junk,
Optic very
the
clean,
guys
very
would have
aware
spawned
of
out
those
like
long routes
P3,
coming out of Carolina to
and then
quickly get
he
the B zone.
just trusted his
Way too
teammates
easy
to win a
right there from
3v2 on
Optic, man.
hill
They start
while
off
he blocks
initially with a
junk.
great push through the middle
It's
of the
like
map,
so
earned a
essential
couple
to do
seconds
that,
at
bro.
that 8 point, but it
It's
was
really
the
hard to
slow
read as a
playing
player
around
though
that
because
objective
it doesn't feel like
towards
the
that
right
B
play.
segment. When they work
Like
their
it feels
way,
like I'm
Kenny
kill
alongside of
horn,
his
but in
teammate
reality
Fred,
you're
they
helping
work
out
their way back over
relief
towards junk
pressure
side. They
a lot.
find those 2 kills onto Gwyn and Beans, effective on the trades. You get those close red spawns. You give yourself multiple opportunity after opportunity to just win one
Yeah,
set
in
of
the
fights
moment
and
it
you're
feels
in.
like, am I
think the
kill
thing
horn
about
right
it
now?
is, for the most part, the SMGs for the Ravens have played fine.
How's the
but
girl?
ARs are
Really
not
good, bro.
locking down the
Really
lanes
good.
like you
We had
need
our
to.
7-year
Fellow just at
anniversary
1
not
and
too
8.
long
Now,
ago.
granted, he's got 900 damage and 4 assists, so he's parts of these plays, but those little moments where you're not
You
finishing
know,
kills
probably
are
gonna,
turning
you know,
into the openings that Optic need to get onto the zone. But over towards Carolina, they immediately get
Pretty
onto A.
soon,
Fellow, he's
maybe,
got to turn it
perhaps.
around and turn it around
All
quick.
right, lock it, lock it.
When you're playing against the world champions, you got to play at your best. So
Put a ring on it, brother. All
When you
right,
start to this
okay.
game, you still have
I'm
opportunities to
gonna.
right the wrongs here. They're already completing that second segment onto the third. Time is going to be extended nice
Let's see how
and
Optic
early.
plays it. See how they're
Forcing
double stack
Optic
junk
even to hold
already?
down a B setup for 2
That's
minutes and
essential to
20
win this
seconds.
round.
TJ's already trying to find routes.
Offense
over
is
towards the jump ball.
easier.
That will be denied
So.
by Pred. And at the same rate, Dashy, with the initial assistance of Kenny, will get some junkyard control. So Carolina will be spawning really far away from this B side, and Shotzi's cleared out the
Shotzi's
long
so
flank. This
good.
is a lot of stress on this Carolina attack.
Because they're going to waste a lot of time. At least Gwyn is
Really
working his
good
way
route by
back
Gwyn,
over
bro.
towards
This
jump,
kid is
wins that
smart, bro.
one-on-one versus Dashy,
That's
and
the
at
best
same time,
route to
Beans catches
retake
Shotzi
junk
slipping.
and secure those spawns.
So they should be able to reinforce with their
You wanna
numbers
go
and these
mid,
close red spawns
top red,
instantly
and
over
flank
towards the
junk.
speed point. They're winning the trades fights. Got to get into point now.
And now Ravens are in a really good spot.
Trophy system out for Carolina, trying to win the back alley, but Shotzi at least still goes 1 for 1.
Let me release some tech for you guys. Not really tech, just like there are at some points on this map where if you start spawning market, you just don't stop spawning there. And you pretty much always lose the round.
Right in front of them, but Carolina get those chicken coop spawns, and now they're forced to hit that overextension.
I don't know what causes it.
Now they're working
I couldn't tell you what causes it, to be honest. But see how it just, even if they get junk, they're going to keep spawning here, and you're just not going to win unless you play like perfect.
Some space and some separation.
1-for-1s are so good for Optic
And you
here.
got to keep in mind that Beans, who had the long route over towards the jump ball, actually put a little bit of pressure on towards the B side itself.
Like they're
So
still getting
that
it, bro.
now all of a sudden allows Carolina to clear
But
out front
he's
red,
trying to
but Beans
sprint to
still
junk so he
spawns
gets
in
out of here.
Egypt. So
But
he's
I
got a
think
long
since
way
it's
to
so
get here to
sticky,
try to
it's
help
still
out this
going to...
Ravens hit.
It's so sticky for some reason, bro. I don't know why. It's the dumbest fucking thing in the game, in my opinion. It's so, like, unfair.
Don't know why that is the case because no one is sitting into a chunk, but TJ finding that double. Here's an opportunity for Carolina to stop the
It
game
really
clock.
doesn't matter what they do.
TJ, because you're absolutely right. It is just spawn after spawn, all the way down
sucks,
towards
bro.
2. We have not seen this all year long.
Yes, we have.
But it is making this offense so much more difficult
It's
for
happened
Carolina.
all
The
year.
only benefit
Cody,
is
thank you
that
for the
you hold
$10.
an edge in the life lead, but they need to stop this clock.
And now they got 30 seconds to go. Final push, last hurrah.
Sam said if you get junk again, you spawn there. Nah, bro. I'm so serious. It's not that simple.
Players from Optic Gaming roaming around this red area.
Sometimes you can, but I swear to God, even if you get junk sometimes, you still spawn chicken.
And this has got to be
I
Carolina
swear, like,
thinking, we're still spawning market.
I've,
Is
like,
there
studied
someone
this
in
spawn a
junk?
lot, and I
Yeah,
just don't
they're
get
not
it.
even getting the P3 spawns. So now it's just down to one more hit from Beans. And no, it's just not going to happen. I mean,
Cody, thank you for the $10,
surely
bro.
Fred's spot bottom red on the corner at lights doesn't block
It's
P3
really weird.
spawns.
That's absolutely no way because even when they were dropping around red, it was Carolina finding 2 pieces and they were still spawning all the way at Coop. So even at the very end of those games right there, of that round, Felony was playing it really slow over towards junk, thinking, okay,
It's
we're
like
spawning
once
Coop
you
for a
start
reason.
spawning
Someone
Coop,
has to be
it's
about the junk
so
area,
hard to
but there was nobody there, so
to
Optic
spawn
Gaming
junk
basically
again.
did that best.
I honestly
right there.
don't know how you
Unreal
can
stuff.
really do it.
So that
I think you'd have to get like a clean wave on point.
Hits towards B.
And
Fellow
everyone's
just
near
on
the
3
point,
kills,
and then maybe
so I
you
try to
get
give
junk
him a little bit of
spawns
credit
again.
for being 1-8 with at least damage and assists, but
I
now
don't
it's
know,
becoming
dude.
a bit of an issue here as Carolina's getting
Like,
heavily outslayed.
Octane's not necessarily
Now
wrong.
their
Like, you
backs are
definitely
against
could
the wall.
retake junk and
2
then get a
rounds to
clean
go.
wipe and then get full point control
Have to try
and
to
then
slow
die
down
and
the
then maybe
approach of
spawn
Optic
junk.
Gaming coming on
That's
there.
like the only
Exactly.
way, though.
Shotzzy, different angle of approach now.
It's
Finds
not
another
just
first
getting
blood.
junk.
On another attacking round, this time onto TJ. And you can see how slow Pred is playing it over towards Red. He's waited for Gwyn to set up on that
I actually want
pitch.
to talk to Octane and see what he
Beans
thinks about
makes the
it.
trade into Dashy, super
Because
simple.
Octane's really smart.
But as you'd mentioned, Shotzi's route opens up space and actually forces Carolina to have to worry about this pinch. And Shotzi's already out of there, man. I mean,
like that pretty much
it's
wraps the
unreal
map.
how fast he moves around the map. Gwyn nearby, Shotzi up top, just trying to see if he can find anyone over.
Felony's just having a really bad series after starting off so hot.
Underneath a minute left as Optic need to find a way to get to his zone.
Oh, big trade though from TJ. Keeps Red control in favor of Carolina, and now Optic Gaming are getting those close chicken coop spawns towards the backside of that P3 hardpoint. They have dominated that top 3 positioning, so they're going to give themselves opportunity to still put the game clock at a pause. 46 seconds to go, but second segment on the works.
Kenny just essentially guarding to make sure that no one can play through top red, and even on top of that, his Semtex lands onto TJ. Gwyn trying to follow up, at least able to find the trade and keep red control largely in favor of Carolina, but he knows now with the A zone chalked, he needs to play in junk.
Yeah, time is going to get extended. So how do Optic Gaming decide to work their way on in? You already have Pred sitting over towards that top AC area. Shotzi
now Shotzi's going to reflank junk here.
Red. That's a perfect start, but Felony gets the better of Kenny. He just has to play his life in that junkyard position.
Can Shotzi create something
Eventually.
for Optic to use through mid-map? Nope, instead they're going to go back and see if they can find the isolated
kill this guy?
towards Fellow. Shotzi rival 9
They win the
will
round.
win the elimination, and with that, here come Optic. Kills over the middle map, also putting tons of pressure on Carolina, who can spawn bottom left side of the map. This is how Optic find their first entry.
Unless Ravens can like
what Pred is doing on the opposing
fucking
side
wipe them.
behind
Because
enemy
now they're
lines,
going to
is
spawn
finding
like right
freebie
here.
kill after freebie kill, and now they are getting
what is
bombarded
this?
around that point.
So
That's
weird.
all 4 dead for Optic Gaming. The green wall are going for the double stack so far.
Oh my God,
Both
Shotzi
teams
got
trying to
turned
find
on.
A couple kills around in the middle of the map, and they might come back to bite them because now it's a 4v2 around this point.
Kenny's still holding inside the zone with Dashy playing the backside alley, but as soon as the pressure starts to amount, they have to play corners to stay safe.
This game is so
Dashy slipping into the
inconsistent. Why the
closet.
fuck
Kenny
did he
trying
not
to watch
spawn
the
zone?
cross. 2 ticks are locked. Dashy on 4 in a row. Still winning gunfights. Now from the front.
There's a
Kenny
wipe.
able to work things out. It's just down
Nice,
to
Shotzi needs to flank
hill,
fast. He's going to spawn 2 people behind him. They're getting the coop spawn. It's so weird.
He wins the first
What
1v1.
is this
Now
ugly ass?
here,
Oh!
Pred takes a double, and that
They
will
can still
likely
win.
do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
No one for Carolina getting back, and a 3-0 for Optic.
Yeah, that's just way too easy right there for Optic Gaming.
How to win without having the junk spawn.
Kenny and Dashy, and somehow,
Go,
someway,
Pred.
they were able to both find one-on-one
Way to bounce
gunfights.
back.
That
Cat
allows
was
the
kind of
SMGs
roasting you a little bit.
to put themselves in a position to get back into
I never
the
lost
play.
faith.
But those close red spawns, it had to be due to this most recent patch that we are playing on. An update had to have came in. They realized, they're like, all right, when you're getting close red, it's always going to be fight after fight after fight. So something must have happened to the update on
I was
the
too
game that's
busy.
spawning them all the way across
I was
the
too
map,
busy looking
slowing
at
down that
the
attacking
mini
approach.
map.
It's just weird, I think, for both of us to not see any P3 area spawns when the A zone's already been captured. So, yeah, we're learning at this point, but definitely a moment where Carolina's going to look back and be like, whoa, I don't know if we expected this fully. But that's the beauty of playing on live patch. Things
Someone said
change
Pred
from
playing
what we
so
last
bad at the
saw
moment.
game at Champs.
It's like 15 and
Optic
9.
taking full advantage of at least either the
Pops
knowledge
a game
gained or
winning
the blessings
piece.
that they found. And again, look at the heavy amount of outslaying that we're seeing across this scoreboard.
Felony had a
it's
very,
heavily
very
in
bad
favor of
map.
Optic Gaming, man. Like Felony told us that he can't die. At least he showed it in the first minute of
He
the
said
hard
that?
point. Yeah. But ever since then,
Wait,
he has
chat,
been
what did
getting
Felony
slayed
say?
to bits. 6 and 18 is not gonna cut it versus the world champions. And now you find yourself down 2-1 with basically both of the respawns being blowouts. This has been the recipe for Optic Gaming versus this organization in Carolina.
I feel bad, Cole. Those
Always
pimples
gonna
suck.
get
Bro, I
through the
popped it last
respawns.
night. It was
Now
the
that makes
best
them
feeling
4-1 in
ever. It's
control,
a
7-1
2-in-1
hardpoint.
pimple.
An opportunity
I don't know
now
if you
to
guys
make
have ever
it
had
big
that,
because they
but it
close out
was
the series here.
so
This is the map 4.
like
And map 4 is sub-base.
it busted.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, but it did.
Definitely the words I was thinking.
And then I put a
I think
pimple patch on it
especially
last night,
with
so
now
we're
the
chilling.
focus has
It
to
should
be to
go
the
away
fellow.
pretty
Like,
soon.
our
It's just
gotta
red.
play well now going into a map where you're
Cody,
likely
thanks
to
for
see
another
at least 3
$10,
ARs
man.
The
Thanks, man.
entirety of it. Gwyn's had a solid series. Beans as well, but the presence that Optic has put together, I think, again, just cohesion-wise, spawn manipulation-wise, definitely feels like the champions that we
Optic
came to
is
know.
not that
It's
good.
insane to see when
They
you're
just-
looking at the minimap and watching how the
They've won the
SMGs
most
are
events
so
this
insane,
year
even though
and
it
one
might
chance.
look like they are not. When Pred is attacking through the front, Shotzi's already pitching, setting up a pitch from the back end. Multiple times are Carolina getting those close spawns.
You
so trying
popped
to
it? Yeah, I
contest
popped
that
it last
B point
night.
early on,
Allie was
but they're
watching me
just
and
not
she was
expecting
like,
an SMG to
bruh.
instantly be right behind him and catch a
Back
full
pimples
two-piece
are the
after
worst.
two-piece.
Back
So
pimples and ear pimples are
Optic
the
Gaming
absolute worst.
covering all their bases, showing their strengths.
If, like sometimes you like scratch your back and it feels like you get stung by probably a B
fashion.
if
Now
you
they're
like
2-1 in
scratch
the
it.
series, like you said, going into a sub-base
Pick up pimple.
HP. We're on the season. They are 12-2.
Yeah,
Where is
there
bro?
was like a moment of
All right, we
hiccup,
get
I
sub
think,
base for the
this
first
Optic
time
team,
ever
you know,
on my watch
and
parties.
that was
We
during
get to
that
watch a sub
season,
base.
or part of the season where we're like, well, what is
Alley cat?
happening? And
Nah,
I think
dude,
the
there's
words
like a
that we
million
used
alleys
when
in
we
the world.
casted them back on this map was
I'm not dating
no
Alley
better
cat.
time to regain this stage on the online qualifiers than to do it on a sub base, and then they got blown out on it. So
Lip
maybe
ones
some
hurt the
lingering
most.
questions, but this feels like again a different team.
Who's
than what
gonna
we
tell
saw
him?
when they were losing this map?
Yeah, they got the
Oh no,
confidence
thank you for the
back in them.
$2.
So now Optic
Yeah,
Gaming
seriously.
trying to
We're
close
already
this out
started
in
next
4
map.
onto a
Oh my
sub-base
god.
HP, where it is
I
a
love this
bread
route by
and butter for them,
Shotzi.
but
This is the route
Carolina
I've
with the
taken
addition
ranked.
of Beans, they're
It's
gonna
so
have a lot
good.
more AR presence now, but
It's
look
so
at the
good.
route
They're
already
not even
from
gonna turn
Shotzi.
around?
He finds
Okay.
the first kill, Pred strikes for the second, and it should be Optic starting off with the early hill time.
Yeah, absolutely silly, but good follow-up from Gwyn and TJ. They essentially had to take a 2v4, and they come
Cody
out
with
three
another
eliminations
$10,
on it.
brother.
And
Thank you for the
spawns,
support in
and
the stream, man.
spawns
You just
flip.
paid for my
I was about to
breakfast,
say,
bro.
This is somehow making
That means a
something out of
lot.
nothing here for Carolina.
07's in the chat.
As they will jump into the hard point. Fellow with 2 on this second life. And Beans
Beans
trying to
dated
walk over
himself.
towards his backside gas tanks, but Optic will clear out some space, and now they got focused not just on the hill, but also on rotation.
That's early 3 dead over towards that overextension side, trying to get over towards the generators at P2.
You should just crouch.
Shotzi finds a freebie through the middle of the map, and all those players dropping from Carolina are now going to spawn
Nice
out.
play,
Last
Kenny.
player alive in
All
BT
warehouse now.
also drops. So even though Optic came and spawned out early onto that P1, they secure the rotation for P2, and now they're going to allow themselves to get fully set up.
Rogue, but I like I like being active. Because a lot of times when you're active on a hold, you catch people sprinting.
Just holds down the trigger and finds the kills needed to alleviate the pressure from the front. Now Shotzi back up top, almost takes down 2.
10-point lead for Optic, but they have control.
With that, Carolina will get a trophy down on the inside.
This could be really bad for Optic if they get like 3 deaded. Because then the other team can like trap them in the back and hold rotation. They have to be very careful here.
To work their way on in, but you still got to
Kenny
eliminate these players
shooting,
in towards the hard point because you're allowing Optic to soak up a majority this time. Only 25 seconds to fight for.
Yeah,
this
really
is going to be your
well played,
last push
Kenny.
because you do not want to lose those
Really
spawns
well
for the
played,
next hill.
Kenny.
Yeah, and these hits just are not
Nice.
coordinated.
Now they
at
have
least in
breathing
the
room
way
to
that
get
you would
out.
need to see them actually break open the hill. A couple of kills
Good
here and
reroute
there,
right
but
here.
largely speaking, that
Actually
was
love
about
this
as
route.
comfortable as it gets for Optic. And now all of a sudden there's some
Give
pressure
yourself a
through the
good
middle of the map as
angle
they
and
try to rotate over
up
to
AC.
P3.
And this is what Pred is going to do now. He's going to go for that overextension around this left side to try to block those back spawns, hoping that his teammates can find a couple kills. Working their way around the back end, but Gwyn and Felon, they start off in the engagements, make it 3
well played by
in the feed.
Ravens.
So Optic Gaming are now going to have to slow
And
down
now
their approach.
number 2 and number 1 are going to spawn trap mid pretty hard. But Pred's in a really good spot. Oh, he goes down. That's so bad. Oh, they're Optics fucked. They're losing this whole hill. Like 100%. They're going to lose this whole hill.
Able to find the kill there, but he'll spawn up right behind the hill. So really solid start here for Carolina in the first 30.
Yeah, this is flawless. Holding down this top snow positioning is everything that you want for this money hill at P3. They found another 3 in the feed.
Get this kill and push out left, Tyler.
That's a clean 4 down for Optic. You probably do not want to attempt to try to break this ever again because this is going to be tough. You don't want to lose those spawns for P4. That tends to be a money hill for Optic Gaming.
And TJ, dead silence popped. He could hit her out here.
And TJ's in the back, but they're going to look for him for sure.
He he can move back over towards the
Thank
new
you, Ono,
hill,
for the
and in
$2.
doing so he does find TJ.
Thank you,
Now
Hunter,
a
for the
couple of
$5.
Great interactions on the final moments here at the third hill. This just makes more comfort exist on the map for Optic heading over towards 4.
Yeah, just creating those layers, making it more difficult for Carolina to work their way on out. Allows them to have 10 to 15 seconds uncontested
scrap
to start, but Optic
sympathy.
Gaming able to take the lead right on back.
To replace Cell with scrap.
Over towards
Nah,
the
I never
Skybridge
agree with
area,
that.
sitting at the
with you, bro.
catwalk, watching the crossover
Thank you for
towards
the
the
$2.
right side of that P5 tank. But right now, Optic Gaming, they're so far spread around the map. It's not even close for Carolina to even contest this soon.
Yeah, I mean,
Also,
Kenny
Draza and
Shotzi
Scrap on the
through
same roster.
mid-year really make life difficult for the Ravens, who do eventually get the kills they need to possibly threaten the hard point. Now, Pred in
Not in a
trouble.
million fucking
Kenny
years.
still spawning up with Shotzi in the back, and they both find kills. Now it's just down to Kadashi. help
Ooh,
supply from
nice
the
shots
front
by
end.
Beans.
The
He's
spawns
having a
flip.
really good
Shotzi
series.
right in the way, but eventually gets seen, and with that, a very nice break here at the last 20 to fight for Carolina.
And that is why we haven't seen sub-base in the last 2 events.
Now,
because
Felony
you
needs
get
to
those
wrap
kind of
right
freaky
and, like, go
spawns
deep,
towards the backside of the
silos.
P3s and the P4s, and it works out
No, I wouldn't go
massively
mid
for
here.
Carolina. They're basically
He
going
needs
to
to take that
tie
long
up the
route.
game with this remaining
He's-
junk time, but Optic Gaming are going to be blessed
Now
with the
Beans is
rotation
late
over
on
towards
it,
New.
so he's
You
going to
can
be in a
already see
weird
how
gunfight.
aggressive they're getting over
And
towards
he's
the
dead because of
generator.
it.
this is
So Felony,
absolutely
big
beautiful for
mistake
Optic.
there. Took the
Starting
wrong,
out the
took the
entire
wrong
bottom of
route,
the map, Pred will make sure there's no
and it's
OP
going to
over
cost
towards
him
the
like a
opposite
lot of
side.
time,
Now it just comes down to
potentially.
predicting and maybe again manipulating where the spawns should be for Carolina, which will be over towards P3 side. But the eliminations placements are perfect for Carolina. Kenny being able to
They
tally
break
one
somehow.
at the end of the fight, but still, that's enough.
Optics in like a complete fucking like 4-2 or 2-2 pinch.
Warehouse area, and now they're spawning
See if they
behind
read
each other over
Gwyn.
towards P2. It's just an all-out mix fest, but Optic Gaming through the chaos are thriving in it. That's 3 dead in
Doesn't
defeat.
even matter.
Last player
Oh,
alive
look at
is gonna be
actually
Quinn. You
Beans.
still have 1 player in Beans putting down a couple shots behind
he's
the
fucked,
back,
though.
but the rest of Optic Gaming putting all their focus on the front side of
he's
Warehouse.
fucked.
They're trying to hold on to this final 20 seconds as Kenny
Really,
finds himself on
really
5 in a row.
momentum shift for Optic, but they flipped them.
Lots of side-by-side holding hand spawns for both teams.
Wonder why they did
but
that.
Optic, like you mentioned, have done very well of trying to control when that chaos happens,
Half
and more
flipped.
importantly,
Oh, this is such a
coming
weird
out the
mini-map.
victors of it. It's a slim margin, though, all things told, through the first set of hills. 118 to 96 the scores. You go back to P1,
Awesome,
and with
Scrappy
Optic
double date.
trying to control the middle of the
Thank you
map,
for the $2
perfect
on.
time to sound in.
All right, Optic
how the green
stabilizes
wall
on the right side
are
of the map
coming.
now.
Nice. Let's hit time. And
Let's listen to their comms.
Server late. On time, go in and fellow server.
I'm playing for the server on me, fellow.
Oh, you did. Oh, yeah. I can shoot him in a second.
One shot on time, quick.
Bridge up. Watch out time. Top dead. Watch out the box.
That's stunned, kind of unlucky.
Yeah, 100%.
Late time.
Give me camera, man. I have camera.
I was on the bottom. You guys hold. You guys hold. One is right. One is left. I'm holding. I need more time, man. I need more time.
One's in camera, bros.
Are you?
Or he's long. He's being long. Last guy ramp, man. He's in camera. Inside camera. Yes.
Why am I in there?
No. Wait.
Loading, fellow.
I can get him.
Nice shots.
I'll get him, Major.
Loading, fellow. One shot.
I'll get him.
On the server box. I just let me spawn out.
They're in parallels with you. Front P2, bro. Front P2 going. And on
Where'd he go?
Front P2.
He's on you. On you, Gwyn, guys.
I hear
He
you.
went side. He's on top of the railings. Running loading.
I hear you.
Watch out.
I had to right the back, bro. He's there.
Make sure we play for this guy.
Yeah, I had to right the back.
We're at top P2, boys.
Yeah,
It's a
I will
big
get
kill.
him. There's 2.
Big kill, guys.
I mean, wait, one shot top P2. And one's on the railings too. Top P2, one
Yeah,
shot.
you can pitch that, Bruce.
There's 2 there.
Okay, go.
Alright, go in.
Oh!
Top snow.
Alright, go in.
Cool.
Mr. Fellow.
Nice ants.
Mr. 1, Mr. Fellow.
That's a good combo by Brad. That shit would like
What's that, Salah? I think there's 2 side. Last 2 front.
I need. I'm on your stairs.
little comments like that, like gassing your teammates, go a long way.
That's
The comms are okay. They weren't bad. They weren't great. They were pretty solid. They're like
off the close spawns to get back in, and as they do, the kills are perfect for Optic.
4 dead for Optic,
setting up their hold
20-point
for the last
lead with
35.
38 on this.
And now you have Pred being the aggressor, trying to take over
Really,
this
really
warehouse
good. And they
position,
already
knowing that
flipped
there's still a
1.
lot
That's
of
going
time
to be
fight for
2
Carolina.
flips.
Not going to give this up for free. They did not find a
That's
successful
going to be
break attempt
3
at that
flips if
3-3
Shotzi
last
can get
go
this
around,
kill.
but now the spawns have
He loves
flipped.
playing the water.
We're not allowing Carolina
He does
to
this
soak
a
up any
lot.
time there because you still have Kenny winning those one-on-one gunfights. Effective trade coming in from Felony,
Like
but
here, I don't know if it's like.
Shotzi is going deep
Yeah,
on
this
the
is a good
water
plan.
route, clearing out the entirety of the back. Help
Nice
is
shots,
nearby,
man.
and
Fuck.
Optic very well may go scrap to initial from 3
Yep.
to 4.
Dude,
Oh
him
boy,
and Kenny are
this is
just
not
playing
looking
this
good right now for the
perfect.
side of Carolina. It's a
Pred, I'm
35-point lead,
sorry.
but Optic have put themselves in position to win the spawns, and on top of that, they're pushing Carolina
Nice.
super far out. Shotzi last one left, trying to force the
Oh,
fight
maybe a
with
little
Fellow, and
overheat, but they're
it
spawning in
will
the
be a win
back,
for
so it wasn't
Carolina, but the
an
Optic
overheat at
spawns are
all.
still good.
Yeah, that is unreal.
Wow,
for Carolina
Shotzi.
on their spawn
Probably just
points.
won your
One
team the
spawn's
game
right
there.
into his
Him and
teammates at
Pred.
the warehouse, and then the other one all the
Really
way in
well
the
played.
backside of P4. So Optic Gaming have the numbers,
Yeah,
have the
should be
spawns,
the
and now
map.
they're soaking up this
They
hill
can
time.
get some
Still
this
a
time.
40-point lead, but Carolina are here to contest.
Ew.
Quinn not quite able to finish off the
Unlucky.
kill on the front side of the ramps.
Gotta hit
And
those.
with that, it looks like the last 25
And look at
should be
Shotzi.
pretty
He
likely
does a
all
lot
going
of
to
macro,
Optic.
like
Maybe one more chance
plays
for Fellow to hit from
to help his
snow side.
team,
You
no
have
matter
to
the
go with this
lead.
rotation
Or he's so
towards you, and
good.
You've got to find a full 60+, and that's the problem. Shotzi's already beat you to the punch.
Yeah, they lose the rotation gunfight, but thankfully your teammates are all still across the map.
yeah.
If you are Optic. And
yeah.
Shotzi somehow, some way gets the better of Gwyn again for the second gunfight. And now Optic Gaming spawn all of Carolina across the map. Last player alive on this side is
what
going to
the
be Felony,
fuck?
but here comes the pinch from Kenny.
Shotzi is, yeah, he just won his team the game. Shotzi just called game right there.
That's just...
Yeah,
are you
Shotzi just
kidding?
called game.
What are we talking about?
Holy
Shotzi
shite.
take it over, and that may be what causes Optic to clean up this
Wait.
map. Number 4. Carolina from the front have to win every single gunfight. You've got Kenny in a power position looking for 1 kill for the cruise missile, but not quite able to secure it.
They're about to grab
Optic still
100
should be
points.
spawning close,
Only 30 to
but
go for the
Shotzi
win.
actually and Kenny will spawn across the map. Maybe a chance for Carolina to break here.
And now you're just hoping that your teammates are
Low-key
around that hill
snaked
can
him.
hold it down, waiting for
Two
the pinch
pumps,
to
two
come on
pumps.
in. And Kenny and Pred, they at least combined for a couple kills. Now the
And
teammates
this
are
is
here. Shotzi
so
again
good for Optic.
miraculously
They
pops a
flipped them to
miracle
the
two-piece.
back
And
going
now
into
you're
this
just
hill.
simply spawning out
If they
Carolina
get
towards the
kills,
backside, but this is perfect
it's really
because there's only
good.
15 seconds
If
still
they
to fight
don't
for.
get
You're gonna
kills,
have that free rotation over towards
it
new
can be a
contention,
little
close out the
bad,
game there.
depending on how much time is
Red
left.
just underneath. Shadow's been seen. Fellow only
But
to find
the
one.
upside is
now
high.
It's down to the battle between him and Beans, and Pred says, I don't need to take this fight. My teammates are on the way over. Let me just stay alive towards the front side of this hill and make sure none of the other Ravens could find a rotation through the P2 side of the map. Hardpoint opens. 145,
I mean, this game's
221.
over, in my
Optic
opinion.
able to isolate. Now it's just down to find
Especially
the
with
final
Pred
shot.
pushing pushed up.
That should be enough for Optic to get in the hill.
If they can find this guy Maze, they Shotzi finds him. Should be a pretty big. Should be a pretty easy trap. Tunnel and warehouse. I mean, TJ got through. He gets caught. That's over. That's game. GG's. Wow. Optic looks really good, and they make it to the playoffs. Single elimination bracket. They start top 8.
They're going to split it through tunnel as well as on the other side through the warehouse, and no one's going to find a kill for Carolina.
I mean, that was just a clean series by Optic.
As Fred
6?
Know
who dropped 6?
What is he saying? What is that?
I don't know. He's throwing up the 6. Well, how many times did they match up? I know they played 4 times. This will be their 5th time on the season. But Optic Gaming,
what does 6 mean?
Take care of business the same exact way every single time they match up versus Carolina, and it's through the respawn.
He's beat TJ 6 times.
The hard points, even better in the control. Obviously, they're going to go back and watch that search to destroy because they made a couple mistakes that costed them towards the very end, but they basically played great Call of Duty today. Perfect COD.
Yeah, a couple of odd man number situations after first bloods where you
Go
would
to
like
stream
to see
B.
that
Yeah, who's
advantage
playing on
turn
stream
into a
B?
round win. Again, but conversion
you know what I want to
percentage
do real
and
quick,
client
guys?
percentage for this Optic team at Surge, when they're, vulnerable, it's been in those 2 categories. So small things to look back over, but I think you hit the nail on the head here when it comes down to the fact that their respawn continues to dominate. We're seeing it across both the hard points as well as in the control. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, and it's good stuff as well. I guess you can say for Carolina, obviously the addition of Beats, he was able to show that he had that AR presence there, but just some
I want to listen to the interview though.
On certain maps from some
see how they're
to come back and cost them. Because you were saying it the whole time, those individual gunfights.
Like what their mindset is after that win.
Or Kenny always finding himself on 5 in a row. Carolina potentially would have still kept themselves in this series, but Optic were clutching up in those gunfights, making the right plays, dominating in the respawns.
We have less than 1,000 likes.
Really clean
Boys,
stuff.
do me a favor, hit that like button. The thumbs up button helps out a lot.
Depending on what Optic we got,
get that ratio up.
But really, I think
taking
we're
over
just
YouTube, boys.
How Vegas and Carolina are so close to one another. We had a good Amit team as well in this group. But the expectation was that Optic would get through.
I usually drink just coffee, like straight up, just black coffee.
Look back over the series again. It was 3 rounds.
Sometimes I'll have an espresso, but I don't like the way the espressos make me feel. They're so like packed with caffeine, it's nuts. Sometimes I'll put creamer in it. I'm feeling enjoying myself. This is a chai, dirty chai, which I never really have that often, but it's probably my favorite.
Optic Gaming, the champs, prove that they got what it takes to go straight to the playoffs.
Kenny's haircut looks really good.
Congratulations, Kenny.
That's pretty sick.
You are popping off today. How does
is that
it feel
called a wolf
for you
cut?
and how you managed to do it?
Feels really good. I said it before this tournament started. Like I feel like this tournament is going to be the one I show up individually. But feeling great. The team's feeling good. We're just riding the momentum right now.
At the momentum, we're going to talk exactly about the SND. What was that about?
I think we just got a little overzealous, a little too cocky for a bit. They kind of capitalized because they were just camping their spawn. But overall, I mean, we let the guy get a streak, and I think that was like the downfall for the map.
From day 1 and day 2, will be any adjustments going into the playoffs, or you guys are confident about the playstyle?
I think right now the only change that we're trying to just adapt to is just, I guess, getting like hype. I feel like we won champs, so we're kind of just riding off that delusional confidence, and I think as like for another tournament, we're just trying to like keep up the energy, I guess. So we know how to play the game, we know what we need to do, we just got to do it.
Because the crowd's like really small, they don't have like their usual backing.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's really just the energy. When our energy's up, our high, like we're calm and really good. I feel like we're kind of unstoppable in Hardpoint. But today was, I mean, obviously the qualification for the bracket play, so we definitely tried to lock it in a little bit more.
They are lucky.
Someone said he got the seahorse
Let's
cut.
go to our desk and see
That's
what our
insane.
amazing
It looks good
talents
though.
have to
It really
say about
does. That's an insane comm though. All right.
Thank you, KL, and congratulations
good interview. I like Kenny
to
a lot.
Kenny and Optic Gaming. The audience was going crazy when these guys won, and they are moving in to our playoffs. The first team to do it here at EWC.
This Vista real quick on the Bravo stream.
Need to step it up here. Cloud9 they don't want to have to go down to elimination.
Cloud9 versus Seattle. Cloud9's down 1-2? Wait, what?
Vancouver now find themselves
Are they getting Neslo'd?
You can find some time on. It's all about the rotation over towards P2, which can be just as mixy, but yep, Cloud9 they really do need to step it up here on map number 4. What can they get done on Vista?
Kismet versus Brezzy, my last 2 Challenger teammates. When we were like the best Challenger team in the world. And Brezzy beats down Kiz as I say that. That's fucking comedy.
Pretty even
when it comes to this.
Oh my God, Jermaine with the $80 donation. He said, loving the streams, hashtag go optic. Thanks, man. Hashtag go Jermaine.
We'll take every single
Thanks for the love, brother. Holy shit.
From P1, finding a couple of good transitional gunfights. Boozer,
Oh my God, they didn't fix the bitrate on this stream, so it's like super pixelated. I don't know why they didn't fix that. I gotta text somebody.
Get some decent time here over towards
I don't got
P2,
motion. I don't know
here,
what
so
I'm
that's
saying.
always a problem. There's
Nice,
two guys
Hydra.
there
Holy
as well. It's
shit.
gonna be Kismet who cleans it up, but Hydra
His steals his
doing the majority
3K.
of that damage. Now they can force their way forward, start to create a little bit of a shorter gap between the teams.
I think Cloud9 are probably
Got to fight their way through to
could
even
still
get
win
a
this
look at
series.
the Hardpoint
Actually,
on the
oh.
flank. Can help his team find something. They lost a couple of gunfights in the
I might
middle
lose
of the map,
this
so
shit.
Surge have an opportunity for this final 25.
Oh, Hydra finds one.
That is
Looking
so
for
good, dude.
another. He's not going to get it and gets taken down before he can do any more. Sib to the rescue, though, on his own 3 streak. A lot more points as the rotation for Skies.
Hydra's like Shotzi with like a more unlocked role on his squad. Like a more of a green light role.
Cloud9 have a couple here at the same time, but 0-4 has been great so far in this series. It's still great.
Keeping up with these
My
pace.
quality's at max. Yeah, my quality's at max. It's who's ever streaming on Bravo. They're just streaming at a low bit rate. Bit rate basically makes the stream like less pixelated, the higher the bit rate, and you can just tell their bit rate's on like 3,000, bro, like really bad, 4,000 maybe. I stream on 8,000 bit rate on Twitch and YouTube. And you can just tell theirs is just way lower.
Get this double rotation through. Both sides doing a great job. At the moment, Cloud9 will be in, but you can see the distribution of players. It's not comfortable for either side. Actually, Sib might have what he wants there in terms of a spawn.
Hydra shitting.
Gets caught with horrible COD timing. And now Sky's going to try and get this lion's share of scrap time. 11 seconds and
Is
the
5,000
rotation
bit
for
rate
Cloud9
too
done.
low still? I would minimum probably stream 6K.
Steady away now for Cloud9.
5K is not terrible though.
Did really well to put themselves back into this.
Their
spot.
mainstream is
Looking
definitely
a
have a
little
high
bit
bit
slow
rate.
heading
Their
in
mainstream's at least on
over
6K.
towards P3.
But for some reason, Bravo's like half that.
There's some very, very good time on offer here now. Kismet trying to stay
I don't like that
alive
play
and
by
just
Kismet,
deny
like,
the inevitable from happening.
he should
as
take
long
a
as he
chow there.
possibly can. Caesar,
Unless he's
Skies,
like waiting
and
for his team to
Hydra
shoot over him,
combining well,
maybe?
though, they will continue to keep alive. Themselves alive in this point. Kismet finds one, so they know
Dude, this
exactly where
camo
everybody
is
else is coming
so
from. Guns up
fire.
here
It's
now
the
from
pre-order
Cloud9.
Black Ops 6 camo.
The big hold. 33 seconds. Surge stacking.
How much do I
ready
weigh?
to strike.
I weighed 166
Hydra's
this
not
morning.
going to get in, and too many bodies have dropped here for Surge to make this a real attempt.
6'1",
Only 0-4 to the
6'2".
rescue. He will fall as well. 20 seconds to go. And we'll put some bodies towards
Need to start
us for
lifting
scrap
weights.
time, but Hydra's on a
Definitely.
5 spree. A return to form after that control. And now we're off to the rotation, and Kismet is here as well, drilling them.
Nice shots, Kiz.
That's a bit more like it from
Dude, the
Kiz.
quality's so bad though.
That's now his kind of level of series so far, but there's
What's
time
your
to
long
turn
run
around yet, and
pace?
This is a hefty lead now for Cloud9. 6 spree will be there for Hydra.
I can really only
Gets it in
comfortably run like a
eventually.
5K
Sky's on
right
a
now
5 spree himself as well, just trying to survive towards the
without
backside.
stopping.
He will be in
And
a good
it's at
position to try and
around
pinch. 0-4 gets aggressive, finds the kill.
30 to 31
so some
minutes.
good time on offer here for Surge. They have managed to find a resurgence, and 40 seconds to go now on this hill, and I think
Also
also
hot
Brad
as
himself
fucking
coming in from
Texas,
Hydra,
so I could probably bump that
that's gonna
down to
be,
like
well, not entirely wasted. You forced them away, you
28,
forced them off the point. Boozer just snapping in
29
different
maybe.
directions, but eventually they will get wiped off the point. A bit of a 50-50 here. Hook
And it
will
cools
find it.
down.
So the cruise missile invested for very, very little there.
And this for Surge is great. You are right, so much investment for what could have been a Cloud9 lock, and Hydra tries to find his way through the middle.
I try to run in the
Surge
mornings,
holding
like
every single angle
6
here, but
a.m.
Kismet does break through for a
So it's
few
not hot.
seconds. He's gonna go down to 0-4.
It's still very
Big
like
tower in the end. Skies falls as well to Hewc. Combination of
intensely
those
humid,
two players have just rebuffed
very
everything
uncomfortable.
from Cloud9 as we
But
head
not as
back
bad as
to
the afternoons
P1
for
in
sure.
the second set of rotations. It's still advantage Cloud9, but not by as much as they would hope.
Still a good rotation
Kiz.
from them, though. They'll be very happy with that, and they'll be even happier with
The
that.
Cloud9 should be solid.
everybody
They have a
over
really good
towards
setup
the
for this
P3
P1
side of
with
the
a
map, which
clean
is kinda
wipe,
where you wanna be.
and
Cloud9,
no
you've
one
got
is
Hydra
getting
here
time.
ready and
Cruise
waiting,
missile
but the
coming
way
in
this man
probably.
is shooting is just unrelenting. Finds another
Can't
2.
hear
There's
anything.
20 kills on the board for him.
Definitely a cruise
Cloud9
missile came
just
in right there.
soaking up free time. Who can
I think
press
it was
done really well,
Hoops.
though. They found a couple of kills
He's
here.
12
Surge
and
to try and find a
18.
way through. Hydra, Kismet combining well, but it will be 0-4 who has the last set. Just about trying to stay alive.
Come through, but haven't really. Managed to
04 is
defend
having
the
a good
pressure
map.
they
His team
wanted
is kind
to.
of not
Back
playing that
into it
good.
now. Sib waiting for the players he knows about to pop up from either one of these.
I'd like to see
angles.
Sib start heating up here.
But Breddy's already found two, so Sib
Only up
has to stay alive in the corner.
30.
Cannot influence this for a few seconds.
40.
Still a good job though from Surge considering
Hydra.
Cloud9 found 4 dead.
So
Hydra
good.
found
Like his
2,
POV
now
is like
found the
so
third.
satisfying.
Just about to set things up.
Kind of got shit on there though.
And they
With an
still
AR.
managed to find a way through and keep it relatively tight. It's about a 30-point game now as they're starting to soak up some time over towards P2. 04 just seems to be finding ridiculously
Oh my
important
God,
kills
Kismet, good
over and over
gunfight.
again, and many of them,
Good win,
22
bro.
and 17. He is matching Hydra. That's all he can do for now.
Nice, Kiz. Hydra?
Here we go.
Be a decent hold, but they don't have mid.
All
They don't
onto
have
the
mid
point.
control.
Duke gonna find Skies already. Kismet will get one back onto it.
Need to get mid control here.
21 and 14. He's having a good time here, and that's been all of the pressure they need to start putting forward onto Surge. 23 seconds ago, you can already see the same scenario.
Hydra
as
using
last
the
time.
FaZe camo is
Skies
so
has
trolling.
basically hit P3 at the exact same time he did, but this time he's managed to get there clean.
I'm not gonna
They will
lie.
lose scrap time, but he's managed to put Brezzy into a bin bag, and now they're waiting on the spawn.
They don't get the spawn. But Skies is now.
I
gonna
could
pose an
see
issue
Hydra
Duke has to
going
try and deal with. He
FaZe
should be able to find them and does.
or
Everybody else from
BC.
Cloud9 is now just being able
If
to
contracts were
seamlessly
up.
transition over towards P3.
Is that
Yeah,
crazy to
clean up in
think?
the middle of the map. Still a spawn out here.
Obviously,
One
BC
play.
is
I'm
god,
curious
like.
where the last one spawned. Yeah, still going to be spawning out. So Vancouver Surge have an opportunity to try and break. They need to do it quickly.
They have the advantage. Skies
like,
trying to stay alive. Find
Hydra
the first,
Simp
looking for the
sounds
second.
fucking
Perfect call
crazy.
there from Skies. Knew exactly where he had to aim. Hydra will fall as well. Skies on his own again. Life back, still gunning, still banging. Not going to get Hewc in the end, but the trade will come through from Kismet. They will lose control of this hill, but at the moment they're just fighting for spawns and losings. A Surge with an opportunity now.
Yeah, it's tough for Cloud9. They never really got control of the spawns. They kept spawning out over towards the bridge side. It's a tough one to take because they did wipe them at one stage, but was there one player who
A
was just in a
30-point
good
game.
position for the side of Surge? They come back in with the spawns. They still find themselves 30 behind.
Oh, Hydra
Abuser.
loses a
Now
crucial
starting to
gunfight
heat up.
there.
That's
And now
3 dead.
Seattle
They
has
start
full
to set up
control
now
going
for
into the
P4
setup.
as well. Things are looking good for Surge. They are only 29.
Really good for Surge. Oh,
where
you
it
gotta
gets
win that.
dangerous.
If you're gonna take that, you gotta win it.
Took Cloud9 last time
Oh,
around.
dude, Caesar is
Will
playing
this happen again?
Back spawns.
Skies.
perfect
Hydra
for these
hitting the back.
spawns.
They've got to play it through as well.
Hook.
It's going to be Sid
Ah.
there looking for the kills, but 04 already finds the
Him
fight.
losing that
That's
is
the
so
second.
tragic.
No
04 gets
trade
2
there.
and makes
Not
last guy
going for
one
the
shot, and he
touch
should
to run
die.
away and keep
Okay.
his life. It's
Seattle
not
could
gonna work.
easily win this
Still a
game.
spawn for Surge.
Easily.
Cloud9 are spawning out. They are going to have to hit this.
And look at
They have
6.
to go, and they have to go
04
quickly.
holding the
starting
long
to
routes.
take over this game.
Playing so
Kismet's
smart.
being taken down. You need to start to find kills
Finally
now.
goes down.
Because this is very, very good timing. There's the lead now changing hands. Vancouver Surge into the lead. Brezzy just starting to heat up as well. The
Oh
snapper
my
into
God,
Kismet.
Brezzy.
3 dead again. Cloud9 can't get
On the
anywhere
bright
near
side,
Brezzy. He's
Cloud9
one
has
off a cruise.
bridge, but with Brezzy's one off a cruise.
There's no
Can't
way.
even get him as he just guns down Skies.
He's gonna play it
Plays
hard.
all around. Sid will take down 04 eventually, and it will be Cloud9 on this rotation.
I could see like Brezzy playing like a really like late route here. Like I think he waits. Like he goes here and he waits.
But they're not there yet.
Waits for this guy to give it up, then he pushes
Oh
out.
my goodness, and that is just going to shut down all of the momentum.
Does he win the gunfight? Oh, he lost it. He went too
falls and
early.
He was on a 5-3. If he finds the 6th, all of a sudden they
Fuck,
have a
bro, he went
cruise
too
to
early
help
there.
them
He
break
could've
this.
easily got that
But
cruise.
now they've got a really tough situation to try and run into. They are 10 seconds away from tying things up here, Cloud9, and the setup looks good.
Setup is pretty solid, yeah.
Here comes
The 6 checked this corner.
Surge.
He
They
did.
found two. They got
So
traded
now it's a
out. Hydra,
3v2.
they get
2v2
on
now
the
because
full
Hydra
streak,
cleans
waiting
it
for
up.
more bodies to
He's
appear.
slowed down a
He's
little
gonna
bit.
fall. Still
He's gonna fall.
reinforcements flowing in from Cloud9, but they're
And
not as
suddenly,
close as Surge's players. Brezzy will find another one. Hewc
this is
dancing
sketchy as
around,
fuck
looking
for
the players.
Cloud9.
Picks one corner. There's Kismet.
Look
Not
how
gonna get
sketchy
the
this
second.
setup is.
Skies will trade back here as well. Surge looking for it.
Oh my
Skies
God, he
with
got an
a
unbelievable
massive
2-piece.
to keep it alive, but not the third as everybody flies into the point and is almost tied up.
It's really difficult to really get
Oh,
some
yeah. Oh, Booza.
Three.
He actually just called
It's going
game.
to be 15 crucial seconds over towards
Look at the
side
setup
of
that they
Surge.
have for
Looking ahead
new.
into a third rotation. It's going to be a 13.
Cloud9 needs to do some crazy stuff to break this.
It's 50-50. Both two teams trying.
And they are. They're doing it.
Everybody piling in.
Holy shit, they're all dying.
Cloud9 that get the
What a
little
scam
bit
by
here as
Seattle.
04 has to stay alive. Decides to drop down to the low point.
Good route,
More
04.
bodies
Take a
piling
long
through as
route. Like, go
reinforcements
deep, dude.
flow
Don't just the
into
steps.
this point, and
He just hit the
somehow
steps
Surge are winning
instead.
it as well. Kismet has to get back into this fight.
He
At
went
the
around
moment,
deeper.
Surge are just
But
30 seconds away from
they break
winning it.
from
They can win it on
front.
this point as well. well. There has to be a contest from Cloud9, or they will not be going through today.
you can get the job done here if you are Surge. 30 seconds remaining on this hill, and you only
Is?
need 18 more. Kismet trying his best. They can find a
Oh,
couple,
he stopped shooting.
but it's another good
That
from
is
Surge. Cloud9,
probably
you might have
game.
one more look at
One
this.
more break, yeah, but
Sib finds the first
okay,
one
Hook
they
is
desperately
trolling.
need. 10 seconds, they must contest. Hydra
Hook
finds
just
another one.
scammed.
Into the point, Sib flies through, finds
Oh,
it.
no.
And that'll be a wipe for them. They've got it. They are not going to lose it on this.
No.
Hill. The tick is not with them. They're going towards P2.
Okay, they don't win up that though.
Need steal.
Bro,
in
if
the
Cloud9
sky.
wins
They
this,
have to hold against the Surge.
2 seconds is all you need, though. You need to be absolutely perfect if you're Cloud9. Can they hold it down?
Sib finds a first.
Sib, you're gonna
It's
get
a
flanked,
split
bro.
across the map. Hugh has managed to get them to pull them apart from
He redirects to mid. Look at the 0-4 route. 249. Oh! 249. That's one. He's dead. Oh shit. 0-4, where are you going? Oh my god. Good ass spot by Sib. Oh, Hydra went rogue. Hydra. Hydra went fucking rogue.
Sib with a 5 is not going to be good enough.
Hydra went rogue.
Cloud9 go down to lower bracket. Vancouver Surge have now qualified for bracket.
He had to guarantee a kill there.
Will allow you to make the mistake. Whatever
Cloud9
city they are in,
is
that
on the
a
brink
humongous
of either
win.
making it or getting eliminated. And I don't know who they play.
Surge, a sensational series.
Surge is now in the playoffs.
Brilliant to get the search and destroy. The
Pretty
control was
expected, but not
magnificent.
by beating Cloud9.
And what a game in map number 4 between
Not the
these two
biggest
teams.
deal for
It was
Cloud9.
that
I mean,
second rotation
they just
from
played like a
3 to 4
significantly
when they
worse team
really set
next
themselves rolling.
to
It
make
looked
it
like
into
Cloud9 were gonna have a good
the
rotation over towards the bridge Hardpoint.
playoffs.
But
So, I mean, they're probably fine. Cloud9 gets there in a weird way.
For Dan Ghosty, we're doing our awards at the end of the year.
This stream is hella
Here.
loud.
Unbelievable in the system that's around him. Fantastic. We have to show love to guys like Nasty, willing
This stream is hella loud, actually. I think they increased their volumes today. I'm not
to
even
do the dirty work and set up Dan Ghosty.
If you look at 100 Thieves, though,
Alright, we
you
got
catch them in a
Thieves
hotel lobby. The guy you
versus-
want to hang out with is Crep. He's been cracking me up.
Bro,
since he's
Ghosty
entered the pro
always, when he
scene.
walks,
And of course,
bro
Nasty
always
was
looks
that
so
other
locked
piece of the
in.
puzzle after
Like,
being
watch
in
how
12th
Ghosty
place
walks.
At the end of their first stage.
He's like in
They
a
brought in
fucking
these two
edit
players,
at
and
all
it brought
times.
New life. And the third player we got to talk about, of course, is Joe Deceives. He got knocked down to challengers, comes back stronger than ever. That newfound confidence definitely showing here in Riyadh.
You know what I love about this team? It's a bunch of guys that they've had different rosters and teams, and they never really quite fit anywhere. You never had that camaraderie of like, hey, I'm comfortable on this roster. Nobody's trying to drop
Thieves versus
anybody, and we're just
FaZe.
trying to improve and get better.
I'm
and now
excited
we're
to watch
seeing those
this.
performances from Dan, from
You guys
Joe
want to
and
hear
Crep
the
now, who can
interview?
take-
You guys want to hear the interview? They don't do interviews on this. I don't think, chat. I don't think they do interviews on Bravo, do they?
5 on the AR list. Let's take a look at Dan Ghosty.
100 Thieves, Ghosty, the man is on the sofa with me right here. We've just been talking a little bit off camera.
Bro, it's
You're
like
having
in
the time of your
slow
life out here.
motion.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia
Like-
is beautiful. They obviously built the whole city just for
Typical.
gaming, and it's been a surreal experience. This place is beautiful.
You never saw that coming when you started playing, right?
No, I never even saw it coming 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
So this has definitely been an experience for sure.
You started really strongly yesterday against Law. A different story today. You're up against FaZe on the main stage. Firstly, how much are you looking forward to stepping up onto the grand stage?
Well, yesterday, yeah, we played on the side station, so I'm very excited to actually play on that main stage. That is by far one of
Oh,
the
yeah,
coolest
they
main
haven't played
stages
on
I've
main
ever
yet.
seen. I will say, champs though, CDL Champs 2024, godlike.
Yeah.
Godlike. But either way, I'm real excited to play FaZe. I think I've only played them once on LAN this year, so I'm always excited to play them. They're a good team, and it'll hopefully be a good match.
Did you watch back their performance yesterday?
Yeah, we did.
What do you make of them?
Obviously, they were the clear favorites against Team Falcons. But going into today, we know that they're coming off a top 6. They're probably a little hungry, a little fire in their bellies, if you will. So we're definitely taking them at full force.
Yeah, I like Ghosty a lot, bro.
Do you feel like 100
Very
Thieves
mature.
were kind of under the radar a little bit,
To be
and
honest.
then you played
Especially
well
for,
at
like,
champs,
such a young
4th
player.
place, right?
Yep.
Do you think you're
Or
starting to
maybe
have a
not
bit of
young,
an
but
upward
new.
trajectory, and maybe you're having a little bit of a target on your backs now?
Yeah, I think that's a good
Yeah,
way
he's
to
a
put
good guy,
it.
dude, for sure.
Teams, especially in
I
the
teamed with
top
him for, like,
4, are definitely respecting us a lot more than they were prior to champs.
2 days.
And I think that's going to make FaZe probably take us a bit more
An
serious
Optic
as well.
fucking
including
stole
the
him from
VS.
us.
All right, I could talk to you for a long time, but I'm going to let you go get ready for the game. Best of luck, man.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Awesome stuff from Ian Chambers and Dan Ghosty right there, but we got to talk about the real force.
Oh my God, chat, can I show you guys my
Atlanta
socks?
FaZe
I got
has
these
been
socks.
chasing a trophy. They raised
how
it
sick
back at
these are.
Major 2, but it was 100 Thieves that gave this crew one of the hardest runs for their money.
Those
Let's
not
take a look
sick?
at Abizi, Celium, Sip, and Draza. What do I need
They're
to
the
know
gray
about this
Nike
squad?
mids.
Something that
Never
I
had
think
these
is
before. I've
important
only had
to
white or
note
black.
is Abizi and Joe Deceives are really good friends. Abizi kind of brought
Size
Joe
8
Deceives
foot.
up and let him
11
get
and a
a
half,
gain
better.
notoriety. So whenever you're playing against like your teacher, your COD father, you always want to show up against him, but Abizi wants to show why he's the teacher and Joe Deceives is the student.
It makes both of them oddly comfortable, right? Like you would
Really?
expect Joe Deceives to be a little nervous, but no, he's going to be comfortable. And then Abizi wants to slam as, you know, the FaZe members start to enter the arena. They are on a revenge tour, Chris. Like, it's just a different aura around them coming into this tournament.
Got to give a big shout out to Ben J. Nassim. I know he's getting fired
One
up for
strapping
this
is
fight.
crazy.
And of course, the Atlanta FaZe crew with Gersh there at the back, ready to meme on anyone who gets in their way. It's going to be such a fun matchup. And before we get to the predictions, we got to talk to the players. Simp is backstage. Let's hang out.
We're out here on the very warm boulevard.
Backstage.
Simp
Yeah,
of
these guys are
Atlanta FaZe
outside.
joins me here. Look, man, you've done it all in this game. When it comes to the Esports World Cup, of course, we've got the trophy, we've got the huge prize pool. There's history at stake as well. What is it that's driving you to win?
Honestly, I think just the uniqueness of this event is honestly, I feel like having the second event after Champs and kind of having that redemption is it's not something that comes so often, so it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, true.
A lot of fans and just people refer to you as the best team in the game right now. Do you think you've got a point to prove here if you want to maintain this roster and lock it in going forward?
I wouldn't say we have any extra pressure here. I honestly think we're just here to have fun and just be confident. I mean, the season's already over, and you know, Champs didn't go the way we wanted, but I feel like we have this chance that you don't usually get to kind of redeem ourselves. So I'm
I feel
excited
like
for
that's
us.
not
Did
the
you sleep well
entire
last night?
truth.
Because you played a part
Obviously,
in a
he
little bit of
can't
heartbreak when
say
it comes
it.
to Falcons. The hometown lads, you know, coming out here.
I think this event
you destroyed
means
them, and now they're
a
no
lot
longer in
for
the
this
tournament. Do you
roster.
feel a little bit bad?
Maybe a little
I think
bit.
there
I mean,
definitely
I
is
think it's just
pressure
tough that
for
they didn't
certain
play us
people.
first, to be honest, or like they were in our group. But I don't know. I feel like those guys were pretty good. They were kind of cracked. I'm not gonna lie.
For sure, they got some shooters, right?
Oh, they got some shooters on there.
Yeah, Falcons was
Thieves
good,
up
dude.
next. Did you manage to catch any of them yesterday?
No, I don't think I really was. Maybe a glimpse, but I don't really remember anything from it, to be honest.
How are you feeling about them today?
I'm
gave the
I'm
PR
excited to play them.
answer?
I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
I feel like it's gonna be a good matchup, and hopefully it's gonna be a good match.
Pleasure to talk to you, man. Best
Yeah,
of
I
luck.
mean, pretty.
Cheers.
PR interview.
That's Sib heating things up outside. You just wait till he gets in game. And we've talked to the coaches. We figured out their picks and bans. Crowder, world champion
what are
in
the
his own
maps?
right. Won a ring with Clayster. He has been on
Vista,
top of his game
6-star
since the beginning of
invasion,
2020.
sub-base.
Blake, what do you think
Let's
about the map
go.
picks?
I'm liking the map picks here.
Yeah,
Honestly,
this is
it's looking
fun.
like it's going to be a banger series. I hope we make it to that invasion.
I
game
actually
5
do
because
like
both
invasion
100 Thieves
control
and Atlanta FaZe are
for these
extremely
teams, at
talented
least.
on that map, and I want to see the chess match that goes on there.
Yeah, these guys played each other once before, Major 2 in Winners Round 1, and went all the way to a Game 5 where the Thieves made a terrible play. Chris, I will never forget it. You know it's living in their minds
Dude,
right
look at
now.
this
They want
broadcast.
that redemption. They know they can do it.
Should we
Fucking
send three
awesome,
people
bro.
down the same tiny hallway?
Of course.
They
Why
learned
not?
their lesson. They
Like,
watched
onto
the
the
VOD.
map.
Shout out to the coaches on 100 Thieves. For now, though, let's turn the spotlight on the ARs for Atlanta FaZe. Celium and Draza dropping some bombs on the local heroes Falcons yesterday. You look at Draza, 30 and 20. Celium, 26 and 15. Both players going positive 10 or better. Can they keep that up against the caliber of Dan Ghosty and, of course, the 100 Thieves?
It's going to be a lot tougher, I'll be honest.
I feel like these
And
stats don't
when you
really
look
matter
across, like,
versus
obviously these are
Falcons
two
because those
huge
Falcons
names
like
and
first
world
game
champions, but Nasty and
versus, like,
Ghosty played
one of the best
exact
teams in the
same way,
world,
right?
like-
You had the more objective-minded in Celium, as you can see the
Yeah.
hill time on that Hardpoint yesterday, and then Draza, who's supposed to lay down that damage and find those kills. If they do win the AR battle, that is going to be the factor in which FaZe win.
And I think you can tell the difference.
Just
in the
notice
AR
that thing
players
on
right
your
here, like
face.
you
What
just
is it?
mentioned. You look at Celium's hill time, 144, Draza's 84, and you can even tell in the engagements in the KD, Draza's going to be in their face, cutting them off, trying to slay as hard as he can, while Celium's that backline player. You got to get through him too.
Everyone's wondering, is Atlanta going to make a change before Black
Do I have
Ops
winning?
6? They haven't been
FaZe.
able to win a ring with the trio of Simp, Abizi, and Celium. We were mentioning it yesterday. I think it may be too early to call it an end on this lineup. This is championship caliber. They've already won a major this year, nameless.
Map
what are
count?
the expectations, though, here in Riyadh? In that Simp interview, he seems to just kind of be chilling.
Yeah, I think it's just been a case
go
of
game
in
5.
Sunday, and especially in finals, they have been falling short, playing a different game, not the
3-1
same
and 3-2
phase that we see on Thursday, Fridays, and early Saturdays, right? So for them, they have to figure that out. It's a mental thing 100% because they're so excellent early on and in the online portion. So for FaZe, they need to win this championship. Confidence, they have to go far.
Play true or false? Celium needs to play faster to keep up with the other teams here in Riyadh.
I think that's false. Honestly, their team comp is built so Celium can be the backline player. He can be the last line of defense. That is how this whole team is built. When you have players like Abizi and Draws on your team, they're going. They're just going. Then you have Simp, the intelligent guy. Celium can play slow. I think it's completely
slows down.
false.
He slows down in those final games on Sunday. He's last alive too much in the search and destroys. When we get to Sunday, he has to keep up the pace that we're seeing from yesterday and today.
Well, you got to win here if you want to lock in your
I think
spot
both takes
on
are kind of
Saturday,
valid.
or you're going to be facing
Clay
an
pretty
elimination
much
match
put it.
in about 2 hours.
He-
We already
that
saw
was very well
Optic
said.
power through Group A, but let's walk
Their
you
roster
through
is
what's happened
definitely
so
built
far
like
in
that.
Group D. Atlanta FaZe.
Loser
Trios
plays
the
his
Falcons,
plays lore.
but in very close maps. Falcons hung with
And,
them in the respawns. If you look at the 100
Yeah, I
Thieves,
think
they did
Thieves
drop
and
that
FaZe
game to
probably
Lore
beat
Gaming.
Lore.
If you're going to beat Atlanta FaZe, how do you see it happening here as a Thieves fan?
Oh, I don't
You got to
know
say
the
a
answer to
100
that
Thieves
question.
3-2.
It's so hard. There's no one way to beat these guys. I've been trying to figure it out
Thieves
for
don't
years.
have,
the
like-
thing about this group
they have, like,
bracket
negative
is,
ice.
If I'm Lore Gaming, I'm
In my
terrified. You're
opinion.
either playing a hot 100 Thieves or you're playing an Atlanta FaZe who's not going to go out
However,
first.
I don't think
you're
there's a
coming
lot
off
of
series,
pressure on
like,
this
when they
match
played
in
up against Lore,
particular.
Thieves went
So I could
crazy,
definitely
like,
see it.
individually. Joe deceives 6,000
But if
damage
this was
map
like an
one, and then almost
elimination match
7,000
for, like,
crit
top
on that map number 4, they're going to
four.
need that hard point level in this series.
I
Right,
like.
we'll
I
see
just
if
haven't
Joe
seen
and
enough
Krep
ice
can
from
keep
100
it
Thieves
going as
for them
map
to
number
beat a
one
team
is
like
just a
FaZe
little
last
bit
map.
away. Before we do that, though, I want to hear from you. Head
That
on
makes
over to
sense.
stcplay.gg. Get your predictions in. I have a feeling it's going to be about 65-35 here. Thieves got a lot of fans out here in Riyadh.
I'm going to risk it. I'm going 100 Thieves. I think they win this series. I feel
I
like
think they
for
can.
FaZe at Champs,
I think
top
they can.
6, they lost a lot of hard points between the Cloud9
But-
and Toronto series. I think it happens again.
I
Wait,
can't-
sir, we got
I
15.
can't pick 'em.
I'm going the other way. Atlanta
I
FaZe.
gotta
They're
pick
taking this
FaZe.
series,
How
getting to the
many?
playoff
Like,
brackets.
objectively.
I'm thinking 3-1.
We're going 5.
5-3-1, yeah. If it goes 5, I still
wanna
got
say
FaZe.
100 Thieves. Jamil wants 100 Thieves. I'm cheering on 100 Thieves. Let's send it down to the Amazon stage to get it going.
It was funny yesterday. Puckett like wouldn't pick.
When you think of professional Call of Duty, these are the names that come to mind.
I
And
like
this
this
next series
segment.
really is going to set the tone for the weekend ahead.
I do like
High
this segment a lot.
Expectations
With
lies
these two
on
guys
their
coming out.
shoulders. Let's call out the big guns. It is 100 Thieves versus Atlanta FaZe.
I actually do like that a lot. They've done a good job. Annan, thank you for the $2. When did you convert to? That's crazy.
This has the potential to go the distance, to build or break any momentum that these teams have at the Esports World Cup.
Two powerhouse orgs step into the stage. One will go straight to the playoffs, while the other will be struggling in the lower brackets. Let's find out which.
Fuck.
An absolute clash of Titans here on our stage in the second day of the EWC side of the MW3 tournament. 100 Thieves taking
I
on
don't
Atlanta
know.
FaZe. This should be, Chance, an absolutely brilliant matchup. Two teams in good form. And what an important time to get a win here in their group as well.
Yeah, I really need to start getting my head in the game as well, because I'm just kicked back, enjoying really good Call of
I'm gonna
Duty,
go get
but
my,
the second
sandwich
that
real
Vancouver Surge take down NYSL, everyone sort of realizes, oh, it's a single elimination bracket in playoffs in Optic in New York, one of those teams getting top 8. And now when you're looking at this series, well, if you lose it, you are almost certainly going to be playing Toronto Ultra in round 1, albeit they actually have to take down Boston. But this is a series that you are almost desperate to win or you're playing a juggernaut to kick off playoffs.
Yeah, if you win this matchup, you'll play Boston Breach on the other
Again,
side.
likely.
Oh, you're right. We're jumping way ahead of ourselves, but we've already had one upset today. Why not another? Well, this is a look at our first map, of course, here in the series, Vista Hardpoint. This is through the pro season, so all year long, these two teams have gone at each other. This is how their season has gone. Rotation, making it to new hardpoints, holding, how well they hold it, and breaking percentage, if you can take it back from your opponent. These are important stats that we're going to put to test here, as this is going to be an absolute treat. Again, Chance, is the form right now of 100 Thieves. The LA Thieves in another lifetime, and now
turkey, egg,
in the white
croissant.
and gold, they go up against the black and red of Atlanta FaZe. Gosh, I can't wait to get to this one.
And how ferocious this map is going to be as well, right? Vista, you play at a blistering pace. We already know guys like Simp and eBeezy,
and
one
Bacon,
of the best, if not the best duos of all time.
Maybe
both
Bacon,
with
I don't know.
SMGs in hand, and I know Joe
And
Deceives, the
Provolone.
was talking about it, or the Cube rather was talking about it. He's gonna have fun. He's gonna be relaxed. eBeezy's sort of that guy that helped bring him up, so it's relaxed on that front. But for Kremp, I know this man is always absolutely turned. You still, though, need him at his A game.
Well, here we go into map number 1. Vista Hardpoint. 100 Thieves on the minimap will be the white arrows. FaZe in the red, and so far a nice opener there from FaZe. They win the opening battle and they get the opening time.
So far, so good. Well, Salium was that middle map gunfight and nasty, able to deliver you two. So those motor mouth comms from Salium end up baiting Draza into death, but death from below this time, actually from eBeezy. So he's forcing the flank. 100 Thieves comfortable in time for the moment. Obviously, though, FaZe on the prowl.
FaZe rolling forward, and BZ, oh, this life is going very well indeed. It's not Sim, it's actually Sim who gets the second there. Regardless, a wonderful bit of work there from FaZe early on here. 24 seconds garnered from the first hard point, and they still have hold of it. There's going to be a counterattack towards the end here. Red dealt with magnificent work. FaZe, a great start here in map 1.
Yeah, and it's like sleeper time that always comes through on PU1 as well. I mean, a 30-point lead going into the rotation is absolutely nothing to shy away from. So FaZe already in a situation where they can afford to play a little bit comfortable. You don't have to dive on the time. You get to sort of calculate, play for the kills, and eBeezy doing exactly that.
Yo, this is the farm, and eBeezy is the farmer right now. Force free. 5 as he takes down his friend Joe. One more
that
kill,
bomb.
Get
That cruise missile.
As you said, a nice bit of cushion here.
Look at this route.
For FaZe, they're able to find a few kills, and they've got themselves streaks at a moment. And eBeezy, can he get it? Oh, Krem running, gunning, stays alive. He gets a hard point for his troubles instead, and there it is. The cruise in the back pocket. FaZe running away with it.
That is why eBeezy can be a difference maker. That is a fantastic response coming out of 100 Thieves just to get the kills and reclaim that time. But eBeezy, without the teammates, on the spree, backs up, knows the chow's coming, able to get that kill, and then because he's eBeezy,
all right, tie game going into the P3, but FaZe has control.
So the cruise missile in
but 100 Thieves has the back.
Rotation for FaZe.
It's really good.
Yeah, so many times throughout, competitive Call of Duty history, we see players play.
And then the guy off old is gonna try to oh, he's dead. Never mind.
And play very, very passive. Not that time round though. New hard point open for business. Joe Deceives, 100 Thieves on the attack. eBeezy once again finding these big kills up close and personal. 11-3 to start things off for Tyler Farris. And right now, it's got to be a big break here from the Thieves. They've got map control as well, but for how long?
FaZe actually have everything in terms of like the control. You think you'd want the back spawns, right? But right now, FaZe are just absolutely bullying them, sort of forcing easier gunfights. You got Salium locking down low, and
that MCW is so broken. eBeezy should never lose that gunfight.
Salium maybe to go on a pinch, but Salium, one of the slower players we have, takes a
so
long time
busted,
to do it. Finally, he gets there, but Trey's out and about. We'll see who can overwhelm, and finally, the back spawns roll through. That took 100 Thieves a long time to get it, but they got it.
Got it. Another problem you've got to deal with now is Sim. He's in the back line as well. Looking towards the new hard point. Oh, my words. Ships passing the night. Joe Deceives has got to bring him down. Sim, oh my. He somehow finds Joe! Oh, no. That is unbelievable work from Sim. A 3 spree from him, and the hard point in the hands of FaZe.
Huge momentum shift here.
Call of Duty players of all time. A play like that is absolutely just a momentum shift.
That's dirty.
All 4 players, by the way, for 100 Thieves that were there for the back spawns fight. Sim, yeah, the Shredder.
Oh, yeah, Shredder making 100 Thieves look like turtles there of the mutant and teenage variety. 35 seconds to go on this hard point, and FaZe, you've managed to fight your way forward, Thieves. One more wave of kills. They get themselves in there. The crossfire is on, though. FaZe, so far,
nice
wonderful
shots.
work. Ghosty managed to bring down a lot there. Still, the numbers
Yep.
Going the way of Atlanta.
Laying down behind the plant. Godlike.
Woken up today.
Oh, that was so sick, bro.
He gets away with his life.
Laying down in front of the
With all
plant
that said and done,
to try to kill the guy, then turn around and pop up glitching it.
Something I like to see as well. I don't know if it was a hill-specific thing or if Kremp picked it up off the ground, but he starts off 3-9 finally with the MCW, gets an extra couple kills, so slows the pace down, gets a little bit of kills flowing his way. And again, Kremp sort of the man I am eyeing on the side of 100 Thieves. Can't let the nerves get to you.
I know, this is the thing. The desk touched upon it. The Puckett said he'd keep an eye out for Kremp, and he's not wrong, but 5-11 right now is not what you want to be. One of the most explosive players in this lobby. And so far, he's been very quiet indeed. Over the 100-point mark we go now for Atlanta FaZe. And lovely shots there from Ghosty. Relieves some of the pressure there on the hard point. Kremp there on the back end. This might be the momentum shift
Kremp
that
is
100
playing.
Thieves need.
Yeah, and clearly it's the
Having a tough
MCW
map.
adjustment that he
Oh
is
my
making
god,
as
bro.
well. So now 2
Malacca with the 220 SARs? I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's like $100, bro.
A 50-point lead
or
that is
$80.
only
Thank you so much, bro. I was eating a turkey, egg, pesto, bacon, croissant.
Even selling on a 4.
Yeah, brilliant stuff.
Very, very good. A little greasy, but I think that's just the nature of like the pesto.
Plus seconds now as well.
Very oily,
can't win the big one there against
it's
Kremp.
really good,
Okay.
dude.
Over to Sim, trying to find the entry through the other side of the hard point. Thieves on the left-hand side of the minimap.
Do I like
Sim
pesto?
waiting for the go button,
Yeah, as long as they don't
teammates.
overdo
Here we
it
have
too much.
Red dots are on the minimap. It's time to get this party started. Look at this movement. Sim, what a
Wow,
win.
Sim.
Unbelievable stuff from the Phenom.
He's
Well,
just
kinda
in
overheated
the
there, but-
mix as well. He just had 3 different players.
Like, I don't think I would
looking
get
at him.
like
He
a
just
pesto
opens up
dish
the
from like an
floodgates for
Italian
his team,
place.
but Kremp
A little
does have
pesto
nice
on a
response,
croissant.
A little
Yeah.
3 spree to get
Yeah, it's
back
pretty
in
good.
the mix, but in spite of the chaos that's
Alright,
rolling
let's get into the
through,
game though.
kills getting
BZ is
exchanged,
22-9
it is 100 Thieves
after
that
I
come out
said
on
that
top.
Hydra could potentially go to FaZe for him.
P1 now. Second set.
Now he's
FaZe
23-9.
with a solid
I'm
advantage.
sorry, BZ. I take back everything I said.
24-9.
He's in flow.
Here comes
He's in
number
flow
25.
state.
Oh, no,
BZ's a
no
scary
missing
player
this
in
time
flow
round.
state
Less than 20 seconds
because he'll just
remaining
hit you in the
on point
mouth
shots, and again, it's the slaying power
and just
of
win
FaZe,
like
keeping
stupid
well and truly
gunfights,
afloat.
like straight up gunfights.
FaZe or slaying
Weird.
power from a beat. Yeah, 24 kills. Yeah, and he's getting shut
But
down.
against
so
the
maybe
MCW
Thieves
headshot
starting to get
cheese,
the ball
maybe
rolling
not.
just a little bit, but obviously a long way to go. They have the rotation towards new. They have Dross stunned out, but even when he got him stunned out, he finds a way
Someone
to
said,
make that
Havoc,
impact.
don't freak out, but a sniper has his laser between your eyes.
Oh, he does get the entry. Traded immediately. Good stuff there from
Very
the
funny.
members of Atlanta FaZe.
You got the whole
Full
Twitch,
control in the middle of the map.
YouTube chat,
One
jaw,
decent
jawing.
break here, though, from the Thieves. Lots of time to be had. A BZ,
Okay,
though,
BZ
oh
just
my
gonna
word.
hold
He
P1. I
spotted the
like
entire
this, but
play
he needs to
out
look to his
now.
right.
It's a matter of seconds.
I kinda
Oh,
trolled that.
dear, before things get messy.
Well, that's just to clear out P1.
70-point lead with hill control.
A difficult player to actually root
They're gonna
out,
get
but
broken here,
Zero
for sure,
time
but
wasted. Double chow coming
2v2
through. And
now.
maybe more important for 100 Thieves, you have the left side spawns as well, but they're gonna have to chain a couple hills together. And obviously, the second you get control of the hill, you just feel like Atlanta FaZe might strip it right back.
They're trying. Joe Deceives in the hill.
FaZe is just so
Can't win
good
it
at
there.
like
Teamwork
making
once again
hills
from FaZe.
super scrappy,
Nasty.
even without
Bringing what
numbers.
he can now to the hard point.
There you
Lucky
go.
win again.
Nasty
3
has
dead there for FaZe.
gotten
They're
some
on the back foot
two
now.
pieces
Right-hand side
this
of the
map
minimap.
that have
Foot
definitely
race is
helped.
on. Joe Deceives,
Ghosty's
first man in the point.
14 and 24.
Reinforcements in the form of Ghosty through the middle of
Crimp
the
is
map now
13 and
as
18.
FaZe,
It's gonna be
rolling
hard to win
thunder
against FaZe if you
across
can't
Vista. They find all the
get the
kills.
ball
This
rolling
is
in the
moment,
slaying
though, for 100 Thieves.
department.
You need to slow the pace down. You got the left side spawn.
Gets caught sprinting.
Potential for
I don't like
back-to-back
it.
kills, but Ghosty gets caught. Kremp gets caught. Now Jodeci is on the back line.
I don't like it.
Doesn't even have the hill time. Atlanta FaZe don't waste any time. They straight up
should be
run you
game.
over.
Run them
Should
down,
be game.
run them over, run them through. My word. Well, Abizi has slowed down somewhat. That 27 and 14 is still a very impressive stat line. It's the hard point time as well, though. 120 and climbing contest. Cleaned up. Simp on the trade. One man left in, and
So
Nasty wins it.
it's nice
For
to
a
see that the
second
pros
or
are like
two, you've
kind
got
of
the
like
advantage,
shifting
but
to like
FaZe
more
once again on the
50-50
trade.
in terms of
Force
using
speed
the
for
iron
Sal.
sight on the
Yeah,
Renetti
he's,
over the
just
slate
lost
reflector.
the sauce, right? You
I'm
just have
telling
Atlanta
you, bro. I've
FaZe
been saying
sort
it since the
pushing that
beginning of the
pace in
year.
moments where they have
You
to
get more aim
stabilize, get
assists.
some trades, L trigger when the
It's easier to
gunfight,
get the kill
just
with
getting
without a
caught
red dot.
completely off guard. So Atlanta FaZe right now taking
you guys haven't
the
tried it,
task,
would
and even
definitely
though
try
you end
it.
up losing the scrap
Really good.
time, guys like Simp have been rearing and ready in position for this next set of gunfights, and you see the kill feed already being lit up. Atlanta FaZe in full control.
Full control. Once again, the hard point rotations are all theirs. We saw the stats from the pro season so far,
50-point
fantastic.
lead.
We still have a streak
Right,
to work with
60-point
as well
lead.
for a busy. But let's find out how that goes.
But I just can't see them making this comeback because FaZe is so hot right now. Abizi's been in flow state like the entire map. Like he's challenging like unwinnable gunfights and like most of the time winning them.
Good form. Let's go for a listen in.
Listen in with FaZe?
Later. Yo, right at me. Tower, one shot.
Tower steps, nasty, one shot.
Multiple, three. I Fill that spawn. One of you.
Yeah, I'm.
Yo, IP1. I'm in. You're right, Tyler. Turn.
Really good comms.
I full right. Hey, this is a game. Joe's on bar.
No, listen, nothing.
Simpson a god spot. Look at this spot.
Get ready, help P1.
Oh, he gave it up.
I spawn blue. I'm starting your shot out.
Oh my god, FaZe is scamming.
Joe, low time. Nice, two.
Easy hits a Kobe there.
Tower. I think they're spawning fucking
He's top scaff, Stin.
Hey, he's still there.
Let's get in turn.
I'm sorry, Joe. Two
I spawn behind them. I can kill one. Cat two.
He's our side time.
I game if they hold this. Spawning so far though, and they have a cruise.
2v1, 3v1, 2v1.
Kill him.
I'm gonna kill the guy shops. I'm gonna kill the guy low time.
Yep.
One more in P1. P1. One shot down at desk.
Fly at that cell, fell.
Nice.
Oh my god, BZ. Fucking frying, bro. My fault, OG. Hydra will never take your spot.
I have shop.
I will say their comms are the hardest to understand.
A little bit chaotic, chance hard to understand at times, but for these boys, it doesn't seem to be a problem. New Hardpoint.
The funny thing is, everyone on FaZe knows what each other are saying.
Yeah, well, you know.
And we're just sitting here like, what the fuck did he say?
Control between these players, and now you got 3 players swarming around the time, and I like to play from Ewc on the mini map as well. Cut off, killed towards the middle of the map. So
Ewc, bro.
Nice, insecure. The question
like
is,
he's just gonna keep flying, bro.
Get the 40 bomb, and I know the answer. Yes, maybe he'll get it.
Maybe.
He's got 10 seconds to make it happen. His boys are still on the point.
Yeah, he'll get it. He'll get it.
Just for 40.
He'll get
Brick
it.
is good. A BZ kill number 40.
No, he
doesn't
won't.
get it. Hardpoint though, still in the hands of 100 Thieves, finding their kills all over the place. Another one from Ghosty. This game is
Come on,
not over
get the
yet.
40
we
bomb.
have seen so many comeback
Honestly,
shots on
bro.
this map. It is not over yet.
It's just for the 40 though.
Oh,
Just getting a BZ 40. That's all it is.
Thieves could win.
BZ get the 40th.
Probably won't.
Yeah.
Haven't seen a ton of ice out of
Time
them in
ticking
situations
away.
like this.
And there's number 40. Now the hard point in the hands of Atlanta FaZe.
As we say that, they go for that.
Still pressure through the middle of the map.
That
Cut
is
down.
definitely
5
good.
seconds for the win.
That's
Nasty
definitely
Ghosty
good.
Krem off spawn.
Good map, though.
Nobody there.
Yeah, 100
Nobody
Thieves
able to
played
make
pretty
it
good.
happen. FaZe strike first.
Do comms have to be this hectic? I mean, you go do a listen in with Toronto Ultra. Complete opposite.
Like that. He had 36.
It just depends, bro. Depends on the team.
The moment he got his 40.
It's not that hectic comms are bad or quiet comms are good.
Pops in Atlanta FaZe and a BZ,
Just like
especially setting pace.
whatever works for the group of guys that are talking to each other.
40 and 23.
Honestly.
That man,
As long as you're actually having a conversation with your teammates about like where you want to go on the map and like
they came out a little bit too slow.
keeping track of names that are still alive that maybe you haven't killed in a while, could be on like a crucial route that you need to pick up.
Hey, Havoc.
What
Just
up?
wanted to publicly apologize for the Wordle incident yesterday. Won't
Yes.
happen again.
Thank you.
That was my bad.
It really
Gee.
was.
Also, what is yours and Ellie's 1-week review of the Outback Onyx?
The Outback Onyx XT. Pretty good car. We had the 2025. I don't think it's changed since like the 2023. Pretty good car. Yeah, I mean, it's very homey and like very comfortable. I like it. She likes it. The turbo engine is definitely like worth.
Few plays or the slang from a BZ. It's also the hill time. Tyler literally did everything.
Surge
Really
tweet.
did do
All right.
everything there. Great looks here in the highlights. A lot of Abizi, a lot of Simp. We saw some good plays all round. 100 Thieves, not to be too, not to be dismissed whatsoever. They still had a very, very good run there against a hot team here on Vista, but
Trying to find it. Excuse me.
See if they can keep that pace
I
going.
can't find it, bro. Do I not follow Seattle Surge?
Of their season so
I don't
far.
think I follow them, bro.
Many of their careers as well. Great performance of champs, and they're riding it through now towards EWC.
Oh, Vancouver Surge. I'm not following them.
The implications for this group now, Chance, and where they go and who they play next, absolutely massive.
Yeah,
I mean, what, they didn't even tweet me there.
Chaos, but you're
What are you talking
almost
about?
expecting it between either Toronto or Boston. And of course, you never know. Challengers team can make the impact. A lot of Call of Duty left to be played, but certainly if you had your choice, you want to avoid
Read
Toronto
Surge
Ultra
tweet.
at all costs,
What'd
at
they-
least in round number
They didn't
one.
say anything.
So Atlanta FaZe just starting their journey off right. And I know they're happy for it. Sim
Maybe
talked about it
they're
yesterday of like
five?
didn't exactly get warmed up before map 1, sort of swinging his feet on the main stage. Had to take a second to get locked in. Atlanta
They
FaZe
deleted
make
it already?
The adjustments day
Oh,
1
Snips.
over day 2. They start off just fine.
Yeah, super focused.
Oh.
Super focused indeed. We
Snip,
heard the
snip,
interview with Ghosty
drown them
and
out.
James just before the match started, talking about how they're a good team. FaZe are absolutely expected to be brilliant, and you have to give them your A game. And it will be a good match. That
I'll
is,
sell my
goes without saying.
testes
Around
if I ever
FaZe
lose to y'all again.
smiles for Abizi.
Snip, snip.
40th kill as the end of the match just walks over. But he and Sim, it's just another day in the office. 6-star S&D coming up in a moment, and we have Invasion Control. Should we go the distance though, Chance? The second sub-base of the day. And an Invasion S&D. But right now we're going to go to 6-star. We're going to talk about that S&D, and I think for both teams, it's a very, very good look for them. I think they're going to be happy to play it.
Thank you,
FaZe,
TCG
you know,
Castio, for the $5. He said, love the content. I have a
Best
question.
search and
Is there a
destroy players
benefit
of all
to
time.
saying
Draws it,
player
doesn't
names
yet
when calling
have
out
that sort of
locations?
accolade, but he is
Yeah.
the biggest grinder as well.
Yeah,
So
like what
he's
if you
played
say
this
there's a guy
map
top
more
third
than
and your teammate gets a
anybody
kill top
else, so,
third?
you know, you have high expectations
But it
on
was
that front. On the
actually
flip
two
side,
top
100
third, and the
Thieves,
guy you
we
saw
watched
was
them
actually a
lose like
different guy.
Heartbreaking round 11 to
Now,
Miami Heretics
that's
earlier
going to
on
mess
the
up the
season.
entire map,
Lose a round
or
11
hill,
like that,
or
you talk
situation.
about this map over and
But if you
over
said,
and
yo, Ghosty
over,
top third,
it
Ghosty top third,
stays
and
in
then
the
your
back
teammate
of
kills
your
Crimp top
mind,
third.
and, you know, they're gonna be
That wasn't
focused
him!
up
That
as
wasn't
well.
him!
You bring out the
You know what I
goods
mean?
for a
Definitely
tournament
worth.
like this. Got to be on your A game on 6-star, and
Mitch,
especially
thanks for
so
the $3,
with
bro.
the new dynamic. No smoke's going to be used on this map, so the retakes have to be a little
Alright, here we
bit
go.
extra. The amount of sort of like B Street
My
flanks
least
that we
favorite
have seen
S&D
so
map.
far have already been bonkers in Atlanta FaZe.
Not gonna lie.
Want to deal with any flanks.
I don't like
Spread
this
the
map that much.
Playing for pigs.
Absolutely. Opening
For
hit
S&D. I like it for Hardpoint, though.
from FaZe. There's a lot of men towards the B side of the map, and the bomb, though, waiting in the wings at A. We'll see if anyone makes enough noise to warrant the bomb being planted. And Kremp, wow,
Finds the
takes
blood,
full
he's dead.
initiative, finds
The
himself the
trades?
first. The trades are on, and now it's a 3v3.
And still
gonna
though,
do
Atlanta
here,
FaZe
though?
have- well, now finally leaning over towards this B site, so really
They're not
it's
gonna
an
wrap to A, it's too
information game.
sketchy.
Nasty should be the first player on
They're
the
probably
B
gonna
to
play
give
through
you the
mid.
intel, unless you go mid, in which case it is actually going to be Joe Deceives. So Atlanta FaZe, even on the mini-map, tough to read. And what does he do as soon as he
They're
gets the
gonna get B
intel,
now.
backs down? And what
They
does
get the info
Sellian
on
do?
7.
Swimming
7's gonna
through the
die.
water. An easy picks, but at least you get the trades.
2v2, they need to
Sends it.
relax.
Joe tagged up. It's enough suppression.
I would
there for
not
Sim
plant
to
the bomb
allow
here
bomb
until you get a
making it
kill.
towards the B bomb site. In this
Or it starts
2v2,
getting like really low on time.
for the most part, Ghosty not too much involved, but now, oh my, we're going to go all around the
Got the
world.
kill,
What
go
a
straight
win
to
from
A.
Abizi makes it a 2v1, but they don't have a clue
Straight
where
to A.
Ghosty is.
That would be the father, Ghosty, trying to get
Yep,
redemption
yep.
for.
Then
the
they
fallen
know he's
son.
gonna come U is the fastest
Talk
route.
about that in a moment. 15 seconds. Smooth moves. Oh, and that's it. If you manage to catch him on the cross there
I don't
from the
think
bomb,
he
it
can
would've been
win
ideal,
this.
but now a very difficult position to be in for Ghosty.
Yeah, and he only
Unless
has
he
information on
freaking
Abizi
melts
as well.
one of them.
Hasn't spotted out Simp in quite some time. So he's got to be worried about the flank, and he keeps going back to check it, but it's all guns forward.
All guns forward.
You're not winning
Sim,
this.
on the right-hand side, you have to bring down.
You have to slide out, rip this guy.
And I love the attempt there from Ghosty. Tries to find his way through a blind spot. The timing. As a Beezy,
Thanks,
like
Andrew.
a little
Appreciate
metronome,
you, bro.
he really was dancing back and forth.
Who do you think shouldn't be
He
in the
found a
league at
very,
all?
very small window, but not quite enough there from Ghosty. What a
Damn,
first
that's a
round
loaded
that
question.
was.
There wasn't even a hint of a mistake in that 2 versus 1, right? I mean, the metronome call is absolutely perfect. Simp doesn't flinch on any given moment. No overcommitment. So, yeah, perfect S&D play in that round on the side of Atlanta FaZe. Even just the trades that are rolling through. Selim is calling out like, hey, there's a guy on the other side of Tiki Bar on me. I need the help immediately. But where the first blood comes, trades instantaneous. That, honest to God,
Don't answer that one. I think
the
that's
round.
the
Abizi
only answer
reduced
you
to
can really
12
say.
HP. That's 11
Because they
more
just
than
dropped their entire
Play
organization.
as a team, but we'll find out if the trades are more on point in this round, round 2. Thieves on attack, and they are going for it.
CDL at least.
Over by A, stun connects. Oh, player spotted
Ooh,
out. Abizi
Joe
lying in
pop-up
wait.
glitches
Might get
him.
in a moment.
Abizi
Enough
says,
choices
fuck
to make.
it.
Sends it forward.
Wow.
Finds another, but a nade. Oh, a team kill. And now it's a 1v1. Kremp v Simp.
Look at the route by Simp.
And here comes
the
oh! Somehow,
Damn.
some way, Chris Lair walks away with it.
God, that Renetti is so fine.
He said, I threw a Kobe,
You
bro.
talk about the longest
My
duo
bad.
ever. They just get to laugh about the Kobe he dropped on him. But that's tough for Kremp. Kremp literally makes the perfect play in that moment.
Did they
but
change
it's
the FOV?
slide,
I don't know,
instant
bro.
sort of snap from the
Think so.
hip fire transition at ADS. the Renetti is built different in this game.
Shooting bodies already. Not surprised by
Wow.
FaZe doing it. Yeah, they've been shooting bodies all
that
year.
kind of round certainly helps. A big mistake, the first mistake we may see, or the only, in this map. And immediately FaZe make up for it. Heavy hit now towards A. There's a lot of bodies over here.
Yeah, it looks better. Yeah, the FFV
so
is definitely a little better. Actually,
he's gone down low. Abizi's gone straight up to the site. Finds
the
himself
trades. There's a guy low. They're holding the hop up. They get him. Last guy shit on.
God.
Wow.
3-0.
6-star is dark and full of tears. You just can't stop him. You get the first trade, and before you can think about the sort of transition to the next gunfight, Simp just drops.
I wonder why he's grabbing his wrist.
The coordination, everything perfect.
Does Ghosty do that a lot, where he grabs his wrist?
Trem tried to say anything you can do, I can do better. Not the case. 2-time world champ.
2-time.
Game of Thrones reference, dude. Chance and Miles are my favorite.
7 rings. There you go.
Pastors.
Chance
actually knows what's going on the map, like in a all the way down to like the macro level. And Miles is like a fucking poet. It's like so fun to watch, bro.
5-0 for Sim. He's looking for his 6th on 6-star to get himself a cruise missile. We'll find out how that goes in a moment. But there's a 2-man stack here on the top side of the balcony, and Sim might be able to get both. Whoa,
no
nice
way.
shots there. Krem
You're not getting them both.
Damage dealt. Draza trying to capitalize. Gets at least one.
Wow. What the hell? Why did he chow
the
that?
Alaskan assassin lives up to
Probably
the name.
Simp was screaming one
Good
shot.
comes from Simp as well. As soon as he sees who's in the feed, nope, the other guy's one shot and draws it.
See, Chance like
pure trust.
Chance is smart.
And talk about pure trust. Well, Selim had his back. Those Atlanta FaZe members crawling
Thieves have
around
almost
each
certainly
other.
lost this map.
Have fun with this one, Ghosty.
Ghosty has a donut.
Yeah, but that's it. Can't check it all. Too many members.
Ghosty hasn't had his usual performances this event. It's been pretty bad.
On the inside of Bar. So much damage dealt by Simp in the opening attack.
But I mean,
Gets the trade.
all they have to do is win one more series to make playoffs, and then anything that happened in group stage doesn't matter. All about playoffs.
Underappreciated.
That's true. I love Joe. He's a great kid.
Fan of Joe. You should check
No
out his
Papania?
Steam page profile, guys. It's something special.
But not if you're in the crowd.
Perhaps.
Focusing on
I don't
right
know
now,
him. I don't know him if he even does
locked
that,
onto
or if
these
it's just a
2
rumor.
kills as well. Again, Draza just gets the comms that there was 2 players nearby. Knows one is one shot as well. On point with it in Atlanta FaZe. All the confidence in the world. 3 players straight towards the safe
It's
side.
not like
It's not going to find
out of the world.
And that is a good thing for FaZe. That means they can set up. That means
Or
they
like
can
it's
plant
not
the bomb
like
fast, and that means they can get ready
completely
for
out the
attack
ordinary
now
for
from
someone
Thieves,
to
but
like
they know the play's coming. Here comes Abizi
get faded before matches. Like I used to hear like League of Legends pro, like a League of Legends pro used to do it.
Counter-attack for the Thieves. Can they make this retake work without any smokes?
Well, the 2 players working the flank as well. Simp is going to be that frontline man. Unless
He feels
you
like a
take
jungler.
the deep route, in which case maybe Selim you can bump into. But if they're going around all the way,
I'd
look
get
at
pissed
Simp,
on.
already
I'm gonna be
read the
honest.
pressure, made the adjustment.
He could get them both from here if he's fast enough. 25 seconds. 1. Wow, Krem finds a way somehow. Abizi gets his on the other side of the map, so now it's a war in one front, and it's done. Selim,
Really depends on the person,
the dagger
dude,
in the
to be
back,
honest,
and
yeah.
FaZe, another unbelievably dangerous round of search and destroy.
And just like those fist bumps we saw on the main stage, perfectly coordinated in and out of game. These guys are on fire, and if you let Simp, if you just give him a moment to calculate the
Reaction
situation,
time, though.
he's going to make the right play 10 out of 10 times. So he executes on the one front, and then the other duo, Abizi.
Zuma was hearing that
Draza on the
Ghosty was
flip
hella
side.
sick.
Well,
Oh, is that
Abizi
the
got
case?
both the kills, but Draza there for the assists. And by the way, if you want to keep track of it at home, 100
That sucks,
Thieves
bro.
combined have 3 assists so far
I
in
hate being
this
sick.
map.
I had
and on the side
COVID not
of
too long
Atlanta
ago, bro,
FaZe,
and I
they're up
was
to
down
9.
bad,
So the
bro.
coordination in team
I had it
right
worse
now
than
is bonkers from Atlanta.
anyone that we know that got it. Like out of 6 people, I
think
was
they're
like
bonkers,
so down bad.
But right now, it feels pretty free.
And also the descendant, maybe the guy who picked up the torch
I
from
mean, B's a
Octane,
pretty easy
doing his best
retake, but they don't have a smoke. So typically what people would do is they would throw a smoke down and it would land right here, and they would double dive in it, or like triple hit it, and just one way like all angles.
Simp over by the middle of the map.
And like just run out of like, get timings and make it mixy. Now there's no smoke, so this retake is infinitely harder.
FaZe march forward now.
I'd run too. 22 seconds over the 4v4. This is an insane amount of time, which is
20
none to work with
seconds,
for this
everyone's
Thieves.
alive.
There we go.
You're not
Straight
gonna.
on it. I absolutely love it. You've overwhelmed the bomb site. There's nobody home whatsoever. Not a chance. Not a hope. Oh no! It is over. And FaZe.
I just ate my words like in like half a
Not even
second.
a whimper. It's a defuse and it's a 6-0.
What a breakdown.
6-0 on 6-star in Atlanta FaZe.
He hopped
Just
the
love
bomb.
The donut donation.
He hopped the bomb with 4 people alive on
Stealing
offense.
away nothing on map number 2.
And before he got the defuse, every single person dropped.
They took everything from the Thieves there, and it's
In
going to
7 seconds, everybody died.
to survive.
Holy
in this series
shit.
now, Shane, the coach there for the 100 Thieves, has a tough job here. to get their heads out of that map and into the next one as soon as
Smokes are
possible.
GA this event
FaZe
except on Invasion.
showing us all how it's done in Search and Destroy.
Yeah,
I'm almost positive this song is just gonna get me copyrighted on YouTube. Go to Ultra. Okay.
Now that we have one donut on board,
Let's go check it out. Let's go check out Toronto Ultra. And Toronto Ultra has won first map versus Boston. And I feel like if they get the first map out of the way and it's that close, they're probably, I don't know, dude. 3 challenger players plus Snoopy is scary, especially for something like a Neslo. But Toronto is like too good at control where I think they can Neslo. I think they need to win an S&D, then win the Hardpoint, and then win the S&D.
Maybe see a break from them. I know hindsight's a wonderful thing, but if they did find that, that would have been difficult for Ultra to hold. They did hold. They got the scrap time.
Yeah, see what I just did, bro? Takes 1 second. Click that like button.
Popped, and the setup from there.
It helps the entire COD scene, to be honest. Not even like just me, bro. It helps the entire COD scene. Hitting the like button, bro. It'll push the streams onto more people's homepage.
Board. Teamwork, the name of the game,
Get
and Atlanta
the COD
FaZe
scene more eyes, especially on YouTube. It's really good.
James Franco looking across and just like, hey man, first time, don't worry man, I've been there, it's okay. Maybe a ring or a first place is the light at the end.
How do you feel about the smoke GA? It makes sense because everyone was abusing the one way, and that's why it got GA'd in Modern Warfare 2 before the year even started. It was GA'd. If you couldn't one-way smokes and it was like CSGO, I think the game would be so good. I think S&D would be so good, but for some reason, the devs can't figure out. I mean, they probably don't even know that that exists because we are such a minority in the COD population. They don't even know. Like, who's fucking one-waying a smoke in pubs? Like, what pub player is complaining about getting one-wayed? Like, it just doesn't happen. Hopefully, Treyarch, since they pay a little more attention to competitive, that they fix that. Because I think if we had proper smokes, S&D would be so good.
We didn't even have a single one at Champs, and I think at Major 4 we saw the map maybe a single time. So 2 sub bases in
you can one-way in CS. No, you cannot one-way. You can make a one-way angles in CS where you can see their feet, but you cannot stand in a smoke in CS:GO.
Here we go, folks. A quick look at the FaZe dugout.
Line up to the edge of the smoke and see through it, but they can't see you. That's not a thing.
Oh, it's okay. It's all happening.
Wait, is that a gritty?
A one-way in CS is whenever you like put a smoke, usually in like a
I just wouldn't. And on that note, folks,
like a higher elevation, and it blocks the offense or it usually blocks a push where they can't see through the smoke, but this guy can see their feet. Or other techie ways to basically do that, but you can't throw it anywhere. Like you have to know the tech. You have to know the smoke spot. In COD, you can throw a smoke fucking anywhere on the map and stand in it and see through it, and they can't see you. That's why COD smokes are GA'd, and that's why they don't work in COD or in competitive. I mean, this match we're also waiting for, so I'm just gonna stay on the main broad. I'll stay on this for like a couple minutes.
Were good on occasion, but P4 they barely got anything. So maybe that's a hill they need to look at specifically. They were always kind of put in the same corner. Ultra always had the same setup.
CS:GO, you could definitely one-way smoke. I mean, if you just listen to what I said, then
lab side it can be tough, especially if Ultra have the numbers. They have the guns up. You got to run into the aim down.
Now you know what a CS one-way is, but it's not like COD.
And scrap. So yeah, best of luck in that scenario. So yeah, it's tough.
Ultra's up 1-0.
Some positives to take away. Not too bad of a map number 1 from them. They will go on to lose it, but there is plenty more of a series still to be played. The Boston coach behind them, Big Shawnee, big fan by the way. See what words of wisdom he has. I wonder if Snoopy understands.
What's my cat's name? We call him Mr. Dan. His name is Dan or Dandy.
We'll see though, just how this gets on. The players all setting, so they're not going anywhere. They should be
cool
loading in any second now. And just a little bit of communication, but not the lock-in face yet. You can see.
You guys would rather watch Toronto than FaZe?
Ready to play.
Nothing. Gonna watch the main broadcast and then.
I I think just warming up. The no fist. So
Back to this.
thing you need to watch for here is the fist
Once
bumps.
faced probably
Just
3-0s.
the map starts. That's
Definitely want to watch
on
Thieves though.
Control, fist bumps, and then they're ready.
Control sucks
This
anyway.
has been your thing the entire tournament.
Control is kind of boring.
Keeping everybody in suspense. I'll tell you when it's done because I know when the fist bumps are on and I am studying body language to figure out what's going on.
Look,
Stream B's quality is so bad though, and honestly, 6-star S&D is not that great.
That's it. There's no, they're not here.
I'm definitely gonna watch FaZe. I'm definitely gonna watch FaZe. I'm just waiting for it to start.
They just want to see the gameplay.
We'll watch a round of
I'm
this.
getting them towards that point. And speaking of that point, we're on the.
Your ears are bleeding for some reason. Bro, you should probably go to the doctor.
It's about to be ready, but we're not ready.
And it's not Vista either. It is going to be Karachi coming up, I believe. So let's see how things are going to.
Did he just call 6-star
Vista?
Vista?
We do get there, but hopefully we should be loading in. Not very good in your judgment of how the game's going to be going there.
Well,
Bryce.
I said, no, wait a minute. I didn't say. I said wait for the fist bumps. There were no fist bumps.
Okay. That song on broadcast. I haven't played Pokemon Go in a while, bro. I feel like Pokemon Go. It just doesn't hit for me anymore, bro. I wish it did. I wish they made more content, and I wish it wasn't just the same like game loop and pay to win shit. But it's become more and more pay to win over the last 5 years, and the amount of content that's come out is just not sufficient enough to keep me entertained. They could have done a great thing with it, and it's still probably one of the best mobile games out there, but it's just not enough for me to like grind it.
To go before we can even have the.
They've made a lot of bad decisions too with the game.
Before us, though, we are almost ready to get that
Samuel, thank you for the $5. He said, "Will you keep streaming CDL matches into next year?" I actually really enjoy how you go in depth into matches for strats the players do. Yeah, every single event, bro. Every match, every event next year, I promise.
Joe Deceives and Kremp, both members of 100 Thieves. This is what we want to be seeing big stuff out of Kremp in map number 1. This is how the boys of
the Niantic is super greedy, bro. Super greedy.
And the sample size we have.
They make so much money. And
super solid performance that we had, and I think again, Kremp sort of that player to pay attention to in map number 1. Had a bit of a slow start. Turns out it's a very close game. Now the guns are hot. Now there's no excuses. The comms are flowing.
I've never played COD Mobile actually.
So the competitive juices at an all-time high, looking for that bounce back and invasion.
I would love a really fun mobile game that's like
slowed down. However, Abizi,
like the OG Clash of Clans before it got fucking crazy with pay to win. It's always been pay to win, but not to the extent it is now, bro. There's an extra offer like every day. It's just I can't play that stuff, dude. But if there's like a long-term mobile game to play and grind that's not super pay to win and not super microtransaction, I'd probably play it. I love city builders like that.
And then when it's time to go, you have to send it all the way. We'll find out who gets that. For FaZe, we've seen them do it so many times.
Have you played Simp, Jaws, and So?
They're such a young squad.
Not on the same team. Yeah, I played all of them, yeah.
Special sauce. Bring it all back. As we're still waiting to find out the result of the
Payday
match taking place in their group. As we take a look at the stats.
And the stats, obviously, for paying attention to for Atlanta FaZe, diabolical.
Holy
Best team
shit.
on the attack.
That's
Best
13
team
million
on defense.
reviews.
The record is clinically absurd.
Payday.
We had a pretty long stretch in the year where 100 Thieves, they
Can I get some
won
vouchers on that game or
23 defenses in a row. And still Atlanta FaZe overall have
Thanks
the
for the 10
percentage there. So obviously,
pounds, Charlie.
incredibly
Thanks,
disruptive
man.
team, but it is a map about
Appreciate you,
the
bro.
moments. Sometimes it's an extra tick.
You guys have shown so much love for the watch parties. We had almost $1,000 in super chats yesterday. Just want to say
you got to be very careful, but again,
fucking
Shane,
awesome.
newfound head coach, he's leveled up his game.
Someone said, "I will die on the Heyday Hill."
The ability to walk up and down is very different. Typically, these players are locked to one end of the stage, but being able to march around like this, I hope it gives Shane that little bit of extra oomph that they need.
Heyday is super valid.
FaZe on the other side, listening to Coach Crowder. And the S&D, they bring out Tupac Thug Lord. But this time
Clash Royale, like I don't want to use my brain. I just want to like upgrade my village.
Hey, fantastic S&D player.
Like I've gotten into Clash Clans multiple times, but right now it's just
the fist bumps are out, folks. Well, you know what that means?
It just rubs me the wrong way nowadays. It's so like pay to win now.
So for every negative gamer tag
doesn't even like mean anything.
One of the best.
One of the all.
Elliot with the $5 said, "How these guys get known in a game full of cheaters?"
Who finds the win here on Control?
They don't get known through ranked play.
Point for Atlanta FaZe.
They get known through
Anyone
like
that thinks they're good at Call of Duty should have to play the
tournaments and wagers and challengers, which don't have cheaters.
Between Crowder, I mean Crowder alone,
as much.
Not even
Pretty rare. People get PC checked all the time and stuff. Real quick, Frosty, thank you for the $2, and Remy, thank you for the £2
here in the series. And so far, so good.
This is going to be fantastic. And again, you talk about how sort of a difficult map to really apply a lot of pace. Well, certainly for working those B zone hits, you get a little bit more freedom to work with.
FaZe
so draws to that
wins
front
this
line,
map.
Man, absolutely the ability. Free roam, play for kills.
Top broken, we call this.
Hardest kill when I was competing.
Power position in its own right. Lovely shots. Top blue, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Finds himself at least one, trying to keep the life count even for now and trying to keep that streak moving. Thieves brings him down, and a couple of nice kills here for the Thieves on defense.
Not like one person that's like the hardest.
One doorway at a time here in Invasion.
Honorable mention, Scrap, BZ,
Yeah, just sort of hoping that there's a mistake
Hydra,
made by
Shotzi,
Atlanta, maybe an opportunity to get a 3 or 4 down and force them back in their spawn. But Atlanta FaZe, not exactly that team. Nasty trying to pierce the setup, draws it there to meet him. 2 men on the point, and Kremp, the second you get a kill, no time wasted before the trade rolls through. B zone nearly secured. It'll be an additional minute to the clock. But Thieves actually finding the big kills, and there's the 3 down there.
Wow, let's go Ghosty. And trophies do 20 damage.
Draza's trophy certainly put a stop to all of that fun. But back over to B, they're trying to go. Another big hit here. Trophies at the ready now as the Thieves desperately trying to move in a position. Shots at range from Draza. A stun grenade might be able to push him over the edge there.
Draza starting off 7-2
They should be able
on
to
an
stop
offense.
the clock. Waiting for Nasty on the pinch. Trades now going through.
The timing.
And the Thieves are holding it together.
That is such good timing from Nasty as well. They were worried about him on the flank, and Nasty's able to give you 2 through dark, and he's keeping
only 2 ticks on B is huge.
Well. Nasty, a man
like
on
game winning.
15 seconds to go. We're in the red. Nasty keeping mid-map safe. Here comes
they'll probably get defense.
They've got one more chance here, and I don't think it's
round.
going to happen.
Only 2 ticks for FaZe.
Can't get it done. Nasty finds another big
well,
one.
Scary.
4 spree, 6 and 2. What an answer there on Invasion.
Yeah, that is phenomenal work. I mean, so close to actually having that B zone.
You think anyone from the bottom 4 make their way into a top 4?
I believe that working from a back blue.
What do you mean, like this tournament or like
Thought Atlanta
rosters
FaZe had the point secured, but forced off of it for a brief moment. In the second you go 3 down, Thieves waste absolutely no time. So we talked about how this is a map where the smallest of margins can get you
next
that
year's rosters
for round 5. Sometimes it is the extra tick.
Depends on when people's contracts are up. I'm not very familiar, but say everyone's a free agent, I could see Gwyn getting on a top 4 team, maybe.
Advantage already in this map.
Absolutely brilliant. What will they do with this advantage? Will they squander it, or will they turn it into another round win?
Ghosty, I could see getting on like or making 100 Thieves a top 14.
Wins
not
a
really
big one
getting
there
on
against
one.
Abizi. He has slowed down, certainly, since that Vista hardpoint, even since the 6-star S&D. Simp, no, not missing a beat. Lovely 2 there. Makes that attack very quiet.
Yeah, patricide from one end, and of course the double kill and headshot multiplier there from Simp on the other. But both Ghosty and Nasty on a 4 spree. Either one of them, and both, would love to get a cruise.
Look at this, shoulders from Abizi. Nice shots from Nasty. Just trying to maintain position while his teammate Thieves gets the capture. It's Celium though. He makes his way forward. He stops the objective play.
Wow.
Nice work.
Holy shit.
Abizi, streak dead.
That was
Both
dirty.
of them as well. Ghosty loses his gunfight, and while Nasty, instead of playing for the objective, he was playing for the kills.
If you're Ghosty, you shouldn't go to that heady. It's not good. Just go to the Hummer.
8-player perspective here. The world's finest in Riyadh going at it here at the Esports World Cup. Over to Abizi, controlling what we call dark, this little cut, this avenue of attack towards the middle of the map. The Draza's Renetti won't find anything. So let me go. Simp, if he wins this, it's huge.
Simp has to win this.
Capture there towards the A zone, and FaZe going for
All right,
it.
so B's free now, and they can get a tick on A.
You see number 5 and number 8 on the mini map.
As long as they get one
you're
tick.
Not expecting to get the A zone in this moment. Kremp
So
really
good.
just wants to buy
But
time
they both
and
die.
drag all that pressure that
They're going to be up a
direction.
tick
So
for getting
don't
B,
think
so
secure,
like
but the better
redirecting where
news, if
FaZe
you
goes on the
capture
up
B,
spawn is really
you
good.
do have the leg up
They didn't
on
get a tick.
Atlanta
Still worth,
and
I think.
An extra minute to work with.
They're down 4 lives
1:30
though.
on the clock to attack this A side.
I mean, the round is already like a win
Statistically and in the round count, lovely shots
right
from
now,
Joe. Have
so
the
anything else
advantage,
is just a bonus
maintaining
here.
it right now. Beautiful work, Joe Thieves.
Maybe try to get a streak here
It's a
for Joe Thieves.
and it's big kills all over the place. Kremp, meantime, he cuts the
The
absolute
streak for defense
halfway
is
line
actually
of
oh
that
my
Atlanta
god.
FaZe squad. Another big win.
A streak for
This a
defense
huge
is really
momentum
good
shift.
now that people know the
through
broken
wall,
tech.
But now you're getting picked apart from different angles. Celian gives you one, and Draza has been
Where you cruise
living
missile
on
top
the
broken and it
bridge.
hits through the wall.
And Kremp's basically just been waiting for reinforcements. He has done a wonderful job of staying alive and waiting for the boys, but the boys haven't helped him out. But Kremp continues. And he got the red boxes on.
He's got them red boxes on. He's looking good.
Did he wallbang at someone again?
Whoa, nearly wins
Yeah,
it
right
on
there.
the
I think if
easy,
he has
but
iron
45
sights
seconds to
on his
go.
Renetti, he wins that.
Thieves have battled fantastically to try to get close to that zone, but FaZe, you see the red arrows on the minimap. You see how
2-0 FaZe.
sound they are defensively. Not going to be easy to get out.
Wonder
of this
Thieves is
squad, but
winning
they
this
are
map.
winning the fight on the top side of the map. Ghosty doing what you can in the feed.
30 seconds, though, is just not enough time. You're going to have to make this push. Well orchestrated.
Oh, they find
coordinated.
both.
You got 2 in the feed. This
Three
could
dead.
be your moment.
3 down. Thieves making their way forward. They've got an open space to play here. Joe Thieves has got to be the bodyguard now. Don't let anyone get too close to the zone. Shots are good. He's dancing and diving. Celian finds his, and the zone is open. 15 to go. Kremp, all on you.
And the 3 down, and nobody could find it. One of those moments,
That sucks.
indecisive. Do we want to go for the spawners? How are we going to play it? It takes you a second to figure it out.
You have barely
Honestly,
any
not
time
enough
to make a
for the
decision
Atlanta
there,
FaZe
and I
clutch
feel like
up.
Joe
However,
Deceives like
still a small advantage in the game for 100 Thieves
just
because
could have
of
gone
that
top
first
gas.
defensive round.
First defensive round and at least 3 segments. We'll see how this one goes, but
He should just win top gas.
tense moment there for 100.
So that way he would have all the
Very young
spawn.
team, statistically the youngest
Probably a couple
team in
spawn
the
kills to from front blue to front rugs, like that cross in front of Coffin, and then also he could just look at the flank.
12 teams I have
I am
knowledge of.
certainly
Point
I
flank.
think I'm absolutely correct there, but the point was
Wrapping back isn't.
these boys,
Wrapping back feels
their
natural
backs are
though.
against the
I
wall
don't
in a
blame
big
him.
way here. Can they pull out a win on control?
Now he's gonna wallbang the wall. Gets the kill.
Great shots as well. Right now, Atlanta FaZe, their biggest problem is just death through the wall.
Death through the wall, indeed. Well, here we go. In this defensive round, let's go for a listen in with the Thieves.
One second, I'm with you.
Red Bull's still one shot.
Car. Let's go.
I'm with you. One's out next.
That gunfight's pretty guaranteed. He's camera dark. You get a guaranteed headshot.
Where'd he go, Joe?
Live
He's
front
nest.
front
Front nest. Easy.
Where?
Make it red plus.
I'll see him red.
I think he's
Red really weak. Got a streak. One's fountain wall simp. Alright, we did not make control now.
Yo, he's fountain wall dead.
Nice two. Both of you guys That's on the point. That's fast. That's kind of fast.
I got some.
Got one.
One B.
On the point, I can't. On the point, we could be.
I'm going left fast.
Dark and B take. Yes.
He tanked dead.
One might hit dark or red probably.
I think we're dark. Just on the right. This one. One went nest. One's got nest.
Yeah, right.
2 on the right. They're already there.
I'm looking for That's been one shot.
That angle's pretty cool. I never used that before.
PC
He ain't reading that corner. I said I didn't know that corner existed. I've never seen that either.
I'm up on street. I'm up bridge. Okay.
On me right.
I'm
PC
dark. I'm on the left.
I named dark. He's coming to you.
You're gonna go red then.
And Deli, 100%. I just saw. One shot.
He went.
I don't like the comms right now.
Front Deli, absolute mid tank.
I
Okay,
need to
just hit through blue.
Chill out a little bit. Invasion control.
Weak top balcony. Yo, Ace and E balk, okay?
Where's Ace and E going? Street or what?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I'm not gonna get straight.
Mid take cell. Mid take cell moving.
It's so right.
Yeah. Cell's mid tank.
You really don't need to be talking like this much.
I don't see him mid tank anymore. I don't see this guy. Let's go Jaws. One shot, let's take a court. One should be mid take.
Running on the street. Sim, one shot. White car, really weak.
I don't like the comms that much.
Toxic and talked about Octane, but you got to acknowledge some of the best, if not the best, comms in Call of Duty history. Ghosty, the predecessor, trying to deliver, but right now Atlanta FaZe is delivering.
Ghosty's comms were good. I agree with that.
They're in the zone.
No, if they lose this round, it's...
But they are still getting the capture. Now there's 2 of them in there.
Now it's tied ticks. It's tied ticks for round 5.
Checks every corner. 3, 2, 1. Has to send it. Big win. Second man in. Manages to save the second segment, not the first. Celium's spree continues. Whoa, Crimp! Nearly another. But it's a 2-man stack. The play continues.
And this is going to fly. This might be a guaranteed second take.
Oh, look at the cruise. Look at the cruise. Only look their side. Up, down, setup.
Cruise is going to sting. Here it comes. Finds 2. No lives left for the Thieves.
And now for the Thieves, the most important
40
thing
seconds
is
to
you're
get 3 kills.
probably going to need to die. If a
3-0,
single
boys.
player falls, the other 2 need to go. You don't want to give up the extra tick.
Toronto 1-second map versus Boston 6-1. Today is going to be over in like 3 hours.
The 3
kind of crazy.
that remain. 25 seconds on the clock.
I think I have to stream a little bit more after this. You guys want to play Ready Play or something?
Over to Joe Deceives.
This is their Thermopylae.
Nades up. Will it connect? Nade's no good. It's all down to Joe in the zone, and that's it. FaZe take the lead.
And that finished the margins advantage they had on that first defensive round has now collapsed. You have lost a round of defense on Invasion. The pressure officially, at least as far as this map goes.
Yeah, FaZe should win this pretty easily now.
It's really
Do you
tough
think you can compete in this league still at a high level? I think I can, but kind of besides the point, you know.
For them, and they can get
I'm
back
confident
into
myself
it.
still.
And
I'm only 26.
Plenty of play for
like
here.
I feel like
they won't be folding
I'm really
up their
good
token
still.
just yet. Their key remains
But
in
like,
their hands.
I feel like the thing about me is like I need a
And
good
the Thieves
environment.
now
What the
have got
heck?
to go big.
Like I need the right people around me, and I can really
on their
play really
attack
good.
forward.
And we've seen that, but
Does FaZe have
with the wrong
Oh,
team,
that's what happened. Okay, so
definitely
what,
can
yeah,
struggle.
the stats feed crashed. A FaZe player technically spawned in, but got out of the game. So no funny business
heck?
here. The only funny thing might be that A zone. 2 players from Thieves are going to be nearby.
I don't want to compete though. I want to keep doing content. So that's what I'm saying. It's besides the point. Like my opinion doesn't really.
Make it there now. 2 men.
It's not gonna
and
change
a trophy.
anything. I really want to do content stuff.
Holding on.
Wait,
now.
they can
First
get
segment
A
gone.
here.
Here comes a BZ. Can he get both? Absolutely not.
Oh, wait a second. We might be going
Second segment gone.
last round
Oh
still.
my word. Great looks from the Thieves.
It's just Celium. Celium's the only player here that can stop it. And
Oh.
Celium playing slow, looking for the chow. You got to get in there before they capture it, and he can't get it done.
Oh my God, they trolled.
But Celium buys you enough time.
Just don't
A
die there,
busy
nasty.
lightning pace there to stop that A zone.
It was a goal
Ah,
line
it's
save
a risky
on the
chow.
A zone. Trying to get towards
Didn't
B,
pay
and
off.
Draza says no, thank you, boys. Oh, a bullet away from the 5th. 1 minute to play. Towards the B zone go the Thieves.
That Celium had that just dialed in, the timing to perfection. Massive gunfight wins, and unfortunate for Thieves. Maybe just need to turtle a tiny bit more on that zone, but those mistakes are in the past. Right now, we are turning our attention to this B zone. 4 players squaring up.
Here comes the capture. Lovely shots. As Celium just keeping those players back. The rest of FaZe fighting forward. Here comes the BZ on the flank. Picks up the pair. That is it. Okay, we're in trouble now. The back line. 400 Thieves.
I mean, these had it, bro. They
Fight
had
their
it
way
in the.
forward now through Sims,
Yeah, it was
where
right
we saw
there.
Nasty in the first round go so
Wait a
big.
second, it's
Krem
still
finds
here.
An opener. Can they overwhelm Sim? They can't, not yet. They gets 1. 25 seconds on the clock. Now the next player through the alleyway.
Depends on these
Sim,
gunfights right here.
pressure
Yeah,
on.
it's probably over.
Beezy finds his, and it's
Ghosty
20
is like
seconds to
the
go.
key player
Ghosty's
here.
gonna
Switch to
have to
Ghosty's
make plays.
POV,
Got behind
please.
enemy lines. His teammates putting shots down on
Yep.
Celium.
Oh,
and,
the
there's
stun,
gunfight
the
win, but he's
stun.
met by stun grenades.
What
Now
was
he's
that
spinning in
stun?
circles. So many directions to look, and the support not yet here.
Here they come though. You bring down Cell. Oh no,
Fucking
Draza's the flank
Draza,
finds
bro.
1. He's been tagged up.
He
9
just
seconds
Draza
to
plays
go.
his
The
life here.
contest. Oh, that
Job
might be
well
game.
done. You know what I mean?
Ghosty's gonna try to save it. Sends 1 in. That could be it.
Yep.
It's
Sim.
over. Sims 2-piece.
GG's guys, 3-0 for FaZe. 100 Thieves is gonna play lore, which I'm very excited to watch. And then Toronto
Atlanta FaZe
is
all about their
up 2-0 versus Boston. And then the loser will play Vegas. And I think those are like the last matches of the day. I think these are going to be both on main though. So I think this is the last stream B. It's off for like 2 minutes so we can watch the interview.
Coming to Riyadh, and they are ripping through the competition.
Daniel, thank you for the $5. What would your dream
tremendous
team be,
surprise.
including yourself? Who would you pick to get a God Squad good
FaZe
vibes going?
Took an early exit from the COD champs, and now they're mean, and they really want this win. Thieves are not out of the tournament yet. They have another lifeline. for Atlanta FaZe. Confidence building, making their way closer and closer to the gold here at the Esports World Cup.
They are the teachers. If there is a hole in your gameplay, they will expose it with no time wasted. But again, this is all just a setup. Made your way towards that single elimination bracket in the final look at the stats. 100 Thieves, decent job keeping up in the kills column. I mean, overall, they played well. You just have that moment.
Honestly, this might sound weird.
On defense, and Atlanta FaZe, again, best team
I'd probably
on both attacking and defending rounds. How they love invasion control.
I think I would want to flex for Hydra and Kiz.
Abizi's timing on the save
main
towards
AR.
the A zone. How many milliseconds Celium can buy?
I don't know.
Just
Like, can it be anyone? Like
these tiny little nanoseconds and pixels that makes all the difference for FaZe. 100 Thieves, we'll see you later on in the tournament, but that was a deadly 3-0.
I think I would want to flex for Kiz and
How
Hydra.
far can they go? Plenty of big dogs still left.
And
in
then
the
Octane.
tournament, but they are
Yeah.
absolutely
Low key.
And the flowers as well for like
Low
a
key.
map one, right? Is that play
Me,
that he had on the
Kiz,
Vista?
Hydra,
I don't
Octane.
know. Other people I think have this problem. Vista and Rio.
I think I
have
could
nothing to do with
flex.
each
I
other.
mean,
So confusing.
I do the same thing.
I don't think I'd be as good though.
Talking to our winners.
But that would be my. I'd have fun.
Back to the
I'll tell you what, I would
main
have
stage
fun.
where that
I would
is
definitely
what
have fun.
Atlanta FaZe do.
I might
That's
not be
the
the
Atlanta
best
FaZe that we
flex.
expect, and that is the Atlanta FaZe that
I
we
can
got.
shoot
I've got
AR.
the Alaskan Assassin with me. It is, of course, Draza. Dude, that opening map, that hard point, I think that the general theme backstage is people were just saying that, you know, at least two of you always pop off. That's why your consistency is so amazing. But the synergy was there, and let's just face it, Abizi turned into John Wick in that map, right?
Yeah, honestly, Abizi dropped 40. He did everything there is to do. So huge shout out to him. He was trying all series, and he was definitely the MVP there.
And then we got to the 6-0 on 6-star. I mean, what an unbelievable performance from you guys. I mean, it just clicked, right? It just clicked, and it's got to feel good doing that to your old org as well, right?
Yeah. Now, it feels good, obviously, LET's old org, but I just think when we're playing like that, no one's going to beat us, and I think Tyler that's probably the best he's ever played, and I think if he keeps that up, there's no way we're losing.
You walked
Like
past
this
me
year,
backstage
probably.
after that when you guys had a little break and you were like, why not? Why not? That's cool. And now this theme keeps coming up, this, you know, this redemption arc coming
Check
off the back
FaZe
of
tweet.
champs. Now, you know, it's looking good, right? Now going into tomorrow, we've been speaking about history being made, the first esports World Cup champions, you know, it's looking good. You feeling what I'm feeling?
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel good. We're playing like that. I feel like the last two matches we had were actually perfect, so I think we got a really good chance of winning this, and if we're playing like that, like I said, no one's beating us.
You're also like a top seed coming out of this group as well. So like, is there anyone in particular that you want to face off against? You want to prove yourself against?
Obviously, I want to play Toronto. We haven't beat them on LAN yet.
Oh, yeah, Toronto.
But yeah, the real tournament starts tomorrow, so.
Facts.
Real tournament starts tomorrow. You heard it here first, Draza. Thanks so much for joining me over here on the main stage. What an amazing performance from you guys. For now, back to you guys in the studio.
Yo, is this not crazy?
Come over to Call of Duty anytime you want, man. You are welcome
What
here.
the
Atlanta FaZe
fuck?
living up to the Atlanta
Yo,
hype
COD orgs
that
are
was missing
insane.
on Championship
Like, they
Sunday
actually are
back at
mentally
Champs.
insane.
Now we see them in that peak form once
What
again.
is this?
What happened in this series, Alley Cat?
It looked like the Atlanta FaZe we saw at the beginning of the season during the Pro League, where they were just taking over and beating everybody. I was surprised, though, to see the performance by Dan Ghosty. That was the most consistent player on this team throughout the entirety of this season, and he just could not get anything going.
Yeah, you know, when we talk about FaZe, this is the FaZe that we expect to see the entirety of tournaments. And if they're looking
Okay.
like this, they have a chance to win.
Go watch this map 3.
So based on what I've seen over the first two maps, I'm not too hopeful for Big Wake in the camp.
Right.
Well, we'll find out.
That is an insane tweet. Is that Gersh, right?
Through Pressure Diamonds made, the last respawn
Something
wasn't
like that.
terrible for them. Just a bit of a botch rotation, cost them the map really. They have the opportunity. Reverse sweeping Ultra would certainly be a statement at this stage in the game, especially after that S&D. They will be very, very confident. You saw just how confident they were before the break. But Boston don't look completely out of it yet. Some smiles
Alrighty.
on their faces.
Missing something? Babanya?
Cammy just sorting out Snoopy's piece.
Simp as a cop, dude. Imagine that.
I would say he's probably the dad of that group, right?
I don't know. Maybe. But
He's getting on, isn't he?
I don't think that counts. We're very old. You need to move away from the age.
Hey, he's not that far away from us. I'm telling you that. I might be just vastly underestimating how
There
old
might be a dress
Cammy
code.
actually is,
I don't
but-
really know.
But anyway.
Well, I mean, speak for yourself.
It looks like the map is about to be
Maybe not. Maybe
underway.
just like a respectful thing
Teams
to
are ready.
do, perhaps.
We can
I don't know.
see that they are
Not really
ready
familiar
to lock into this
with
one,
like
and
Saudi
as
like
we go into it,
rules
obviously,
for like
the winner of
visitors.
the highest series qualifies for bracket. The loser will have another chance in the elimination game just later on today.
He's only 24, yeah, he's not very old at all. It feels like he's been around for a long time, Bryce. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
You can tell him that you called him old on broadcast. I think
Yeah, the players can't like talk shit, so the orgs are like doing it for them on Twitter.
Fortunately, still playing Prime. If you want to talk about Cammy, actually, I think a great narrative to talk about this player is the fact that his stock dropped massively.
You hope who loses?
At the beginning
I think
of this
Boston.
year, people
Boston's
were
down
very unhappy
2-0.
with how he was playing, dropped down into challenges, and by all rights was frying down there. So much so that everybody thought almost guaranteed he'd make it back into a season.
Joe Deceives tweet: GG's FaZe lost 0-3, play lower again. A pretty normal tweet. They can't talk shit. They can't be like disrespectful and like bad sportsmanship, or else they potentially could get disqualified. So they got to be careful. That's why you see Scrap being a little more tame than usual.
It's a bit of a testament to the kind of player that.
What's your view on Censor? Censor's a great guy. He's actually doing his longest pull-up session today. He's trying to do like 3,900 pull-ups in like 6 hours or something. And then I think he's gonna go for the world record pretty soon. That's pretty cool. He's been doing, dude. He's a very dedicated person.
Doing well. I mean, don't get me wrong.
And that is something that I respect a lot because it's something that I struggle with.
There's a lot of players who
it's like sticking to like one thing and being so consistent at it is like really hard for me.
It's not a guarantee that.
And he's really good at it.
You've got world champions who have dropped into challenges and do not win tournaments every single time. Like, you know, the caliber of player that is down there that does not necessarily perform. It happens more often than not. Cammy has done pretty well for himself down there. Awakening, you know, they both of them have had their moments. All these players that have kind of come up from that era of challenges. That was really
Wug.
to see a lot more players start to get picked up. A lot more teams take.
FaZe won 3-0, so they make playoffs. Optic made playoffs, so we have.
It has made the difference for a lot of these players in their lives.
2 more winners bracket
the
matches.
Rosters themselves.
So this one, the Toronto,
times, but
and
so far, Scrap is definitely getting the better of Cammy, as you can see in the control specifically. Cammy did have a good game of things up
Seattle.
against Heretics. Can he do it here up against his old squad?
So FaZe, Optic, Seattle, and then more than likely Toronto's up 2-0. That'll be like the 4 winners, undefeated teams in playoffs. And then we have 4 more matches to see the other teams. There should be like 2 more matches on each broadcast.
A roll of the shoulders, business as usual.
See if you can find a way back into this though if you're Boston.
9 plays losers. Yeah.
Control is sometimes the great equalizer though, isn't it?
They play a
to get
qualifying match.
Back,
winner go home.
You think
match.
Look, we pushed them all the way in map number 1. Could we do something? But you first have to.
How many matches did Optic play? They've only played 2 and they won both, so they are now in playoffs. It's like win 2 before you lose 2. It's called a Swiss format.
He's very apparent. Let's see if
really good format, I think, for tournaments. All right, here we go. Invasion Control. I can't imagine Toronto loses this. All right, turn the music off. Come on, lock in. Oh, shit.
It's not going to be a big fight for them towards A as Ultra were expecting.
Back to 2,000 bitrate.
Good gunfights to be winning, though. Here for the side of Boston. Put yourself in good position.
That's unacceptable in my opinion, but whatever.
Working out very, very nicely for Boston to kick off this attacking round. Ultra already on the back foot. They're in A as well here, Bryce.
They're getting into A as well, but the problem with A at the moment is that while Awakening is there, it doesn't have any reinforcement, so we're just throwing his life away, and it doesn't even stop the clock because the clock is already stopped. So maybe just trying to find a kill on the exit there, hasn't managed to yet. What it does do is force Ultra to maybe push their players across the map, and as you can see right now, they are just not got the map control they want.
And honestly, it's such a momentum-based map.
Boston have 4 kills and a lot of map control.
Immediately, Ultra have got to find like 2 waves of them to get themselves back into a good position. They're struggling to do that, or they were in sight with a big gunfight, went on to Snoopy. Cammy kind of left behind enemy lines now. Looking to find something on.
Any plans on doing any flank watch parties or podcasts?
Next couple of gunfights are massive. Purge and Cammy can find them though for the side of Boston, and they're trying to move forward.
I'm more of a like loner, like kind of do my own thing a lot, but I think if like they asked me and they like really needed one to join, like yesterday, I think I would. I kind of like doing my own thing though.
Reinforcements will now start to get on that main street. They need to get the cuts for him. Only having one person there is a bit of a problem.
They already got a tick on A. This is really good for Boston, actually. Like, this round is so important.
They're still winning the gunfight.
Only got
Cammy
one player
just
in
holding
there.
off the players. Purge continuing to put pressure down.
Like watch party wise,
Don't know if this will
I'm
work out for
doing my
Snoopy.
own thing
Cammy's
like
still
almost
finding
for
two more kills.
sure.
Can they get another player onto the point?
For the most part.
I feel
Like my
Purge's
watch
been
parties
there
will
for
usually
about
be
an
just
hour.
me for a while.
Been ticking up slowly though.
And then maybe
Scrap will find
like
a way through, but he won. That might
when
be
I
the
get
round.
more under my belt,
Scrap can't get there. Envoy now
might include
scrambling. Ultra just
people.
trying to get themselves inside the point. Envoy can find a second. Snoopy here though.
Nice. Okay.
He's left all on his own.
Boston.
He's gonna
Oh
find
my
the fight
God,
as
Snoopy.
well. Envoy and co. Ultra have to get here very, very quickly, but look at the lives.
Yeah,
Even
that
if
should
they
be the
do get
round.
in, they're in such a horrible position.
That should be the round.
And this may be a solo capture as Snoopy will find the gunfight and
Yeah,
wins it.
really well played by
You
Snoopy.
do not see controls like that very often. Boston rejuvenated out
I know
of
I'm
the
welcome
gates.
to join them. I just like
destroyed
doing my own watch
Ultra
party
on that attack.
right now.
And it's so rare to see just one player stacking, but he knew. I think it was.
Yeah, Snoopy's
either
moving
away
right now.
from
He's
first,
good,
then
dude.
Cammy
He's
afterwards,
really
they
good.
couldn't cross.
I just
So
don't think
just
he's
kept
had the
trying to
right
hold
people
and
around
make
him.
People weak. Purge one gunfight after gunfight in the point. It took forever, but forever is good enough if you get the W.
For the side of Boston there, though, you know, their attack over towards A was very, very good. But it was just the opening, really. They found a couple of waves of kills. And
I talk a
immediately,
lot,
you're
so
not
it's
just,
really hard for
you know,
me to
trying
like
find some
be
picks
in
to make
a
your way slowly up the map. You found a couple
bigger
already,
watch party
you are up
setting
the map.
and like talk as
Let's
much
see
as
if
I
they
want
can
to.
defend as well as they attack, because that
Nice
was
shots by
wonderful.
Snoopy.
Snoopy
He's
will get
11
the
and 3.
cruise
He's
missile
actually
in the
feeling
back
himself.
pocket. Will eventually get taken down. Some good big progress going to probably be made here by Ultra, although CleanX is left all on his own, but they have made it inroads over towards A, so Boston will have to answer that.
Snoopy gets him off A. It's really good.
Good for Ultra.
Yeah, this is probably going to go in Boston's
Boston
favor.
just being careful, worrying about people coming forward. They're not putting
Imagine
a lot of
reverse
pressure
sweeping
onto
Toronto
Eventually get
of all
through a few
teams.
couple of kills. Now here comes the pressure.
They win the
Purge moving
control.
forward. They don't
It's
wanna give him
very
any
high.
nobody onto the
No
point.
one's on the point, brother.
Combining,
What was Purge looking at?
Gets shut down. Snoopy now on the hunt. He's 12 and 4. Just waiting. See if he can get this, but no trade there for him. That's why he was playing a little coy.
I think Snoopy has one of the most like untapped potentials in the league right now, for sure.
Needed to find that kill, and
And I
Purge
don't
did well to find
know.
that one as well, so
Not saying it's not
immediately
his
they try to put the pressure
fault,
over towards B. Purge snaps onto Envoy, and all of a sudden they haven't got a hold
but
of
you
B,
can
they haven't
clearly
got a
tell
hold of
the
anything. Ultra
mechanics are
spawning
just
back
so far
away
ahead of
towards
like.
the Palace side, and Boston have got them pinned in a little bit, but an inroad has been made. A big gunfight's actually been won. Awakening falls, and Ultra
I
can
don't
just
even
build
know.
it down
I
that
just
side
know
of the
that
map.
his mechanics are insane.
Too much of a commit.
He could be a great player.
If Ultra wins some gunfights,
So they doubled up on A.
Snoopy's still winning his gunfights. Will get taken down by CleanX. Huge.
And Insight finds the kill. This should be A cap if 6 can get there. Oh, Envoy's got to win that. And Insight goes down too. That sucks. Boston holds on.
Ultra should just go to B and get that extra minute.
But they got 2 ticks on A.
That was on social media all last night. Just jump on the point if you do get a route out of what is a potential spawn trap.
I mean, at the end of the day, Toronto has to win an
They
offense.
have to come back
And this
for
is the
you
one
if
you
they
want.
leave
You
and
should
you
do it
just
on because
capture
they already
the
have
point, right?
2 ticks on A.
So Ultra push forward. They get players in A, and they don't just get there to distract them and get them out of the spawn trap. They get 2 ticks over towards A as well. So that's something you take all day long. Now they only need.
Dude, I'm not kidding. I gotta read this. This is a fucking comedy. Ever think about adding in some zesty comments here and there to bring in a different demographic of viewers?
Ultra will now just try and work the map.
I think I'm gonna stick to just being myself, bro.
Well, that's
What the
exactly what
fuck?
they didn't want.
Why would someone only watch me because I made a couple zesty
Spare
comments?
sets in because they have to get past Purge. Envoy will find one. So much map here.
That's
for
brain
Ultra to
rot.
try and get through.
Now 50 seconds to do so, though, so they don't necessarily need a rush. The thing is, though,
Ban
the
him? I
positioning
mean, I'm
on
not
the
gonna ban
map
the
that
guy.
Boston are in, just about
Why would I
indicate
ban him?
Kami.
I just think it's
Bad timing.
I-
Really bad
that's
timing,
hilarious.
Snoopy,
man.
but he somehow gets away from that one. But
Back
with
to the
position that
game.
Boston are in, they'll have to make a couple of different ways
Yeah,
of
Ultra's
kills
down a
here.
lot of lives. They need to get like a clean wave and then get cafe control, which they have done. And 3 dead. Oh, Scrap may have overheated there. And I don't love the route from CleanX. He needs to go back to Rugs right now.
This is it. This is the next run.
You don't have enough time to play around the back, I think. CleanX dies first. 2 dead, though. Oh, yeah, they won.
Now has to move across for
Yeah,
it.
they just won.
They're looking for him. One big chow into the point. Purge has managed to find something. Still trying to just contest it. Needs to stay alive. Inside dives in, dives back. It's a wipe.
What a
Ultra
breakdown, bro.
Managed to win their attacking side. Oh my goodness, Boston must be
Like,
sick.
oh my God,
They
bro.
thought they had it.
It was the
That's a
gunfight
breakdown.
that came actually from the arch side of the point. I think it was Awakening who was firing across. Snoopy's watching that cross. And at the same time as the child comes through onto the point, Snoopy gets taken down, so there's no cover. It's a free route onto it. FaZe does really well to
That
find
was
one.
bad.
He had to find two. Impossible scenario, and Ultra will find a round back. So all the good work that Boston did in round number 1 entirely cancelled out.
Dude, I've had too much caffeine. I feel like fucking turnt right now.
Here we go.
It's like, you ever have like too much caffeine, but like there's only a little bit left, and you're like, you feel like you're doing a disservice by not finishing your drink. That's where I'm at right now. I need to focus on not drinking the rest of this
Snoopy does
coffee.
have a cruise missile if they need to get out of a spawn trap, which is danger right now, but they will find a couple of kills. So,
Or else I will be fucking tweaking.
yeah, just a little bit. Pushing over towards the B side.
The shakies,
You
yeah.
have that road control behind the tank, though.
I need to go drink some water.
Of course, inside, you'll be locking that down. The rest of Ultra will concentrate on B.
Actually,
One take
water
out the cover. You have
doesn't, like,
Boston, who are again in a good position. Feels like Ultra
take
need to
away
find
the
another
effects
wave
of
kills, and
caffeine.
they
I'm
are struggling to
pretty
do it. Boston are really
sure.
slaying very, very well in the middle of the map, making life very difficult for
I think you just have to wait it out.
Wait. I think we might have a problem, Houston.
Does a little bit. I don't know. I feel like I've read that it doesn't.
Dramatically changed to a 2 versus 4. Unsure what is occurring.
Guys, what happened?
Look away from the screens. Well, I would say that there was some disconnections there, in my non-expert opinion. But yeah, I think we've just had a few issues, and we'll see how it comes back to it.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be loading back in very, very shortly, but it's quite an easy one to restart, I would imagine. But I think the only negative here, though, especially for Boston, Snoopy still had that cruise missile, so whether or not we're loading back in with that or not, I would presume not. One apiece.
I don't know how
Will suit Ultra.
reliable the
Teams finding
source
the
is.
attacking round. If you did miss any of it, we'll just find out exactly what's going on. But the players, of course, being informed, we will be jumping back in as soon as we can. Ultra still looking good, though. They'll be happy with that. It's always a little bit of a worry. You lose that first round of attack on invasion control. I mean, that is like what we would have seen on this stream specifically 4 back-to-back rounds of invasion control go over towards the attacking side.
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna take.
we get
I'm gonna
back
have
into
some
it. I don't see
electrolytes
any
pretty
sort
soon,
of
actually.
arguments going forward, so I believe it should just be straight back into the game. Although I say that, and we go back, and Envoy's saying some things, but
Always assumed it did. I mean, in your head, it makes sense, right?
I
Like,
think it's
drink
pretty
water.
much an agreement between these two squads. It shouldn't be too difficult. Obviously, I don't see
Pee it
the
out.
lobby back, but we
It's
did
not.
play
It just doesn't do that for
it
caffeine.
at the time. So the last we know, and the last we can update you until we get anything else, is just 1-1 between.
Unless you're sweating buckets every day, you don't need to add
again,
electrolytes. Yeah, I only usually drink them after like
Boston, I find a lot
a
of
run or a workout, or I have alcohol. I'll have like an electrolyte drink before bed, usually. Or not even an electrolyte drink. I just add the like I have some powder.
Job from Boston so far in that front. They have been leading the line.
I'm actually using the. I don't know how you guys. I mean, it's first time I've tried BPN.
Keep that up, and then you have more
Got some
potential to win
electrolyte
these
stuff
attacking rounds as well.
from those guys.
Defense rounds is so important to. I mean,
You guys use any
you just
BPN
have to shut
supplements?
them back past laundry, really, on the defensive. That's why
Quit
it's so
alcohol,
difficult,
broski.
because of how many
I don't drink
different
that
spots
often,
there are
bro.
for the defensive team to get
Appreciate
into,
the
to watch
feedback,
crosses
though.
so quickly
Big Colt.
from their spawn. So
Thanks for the membership,
it
brother.
is tough for the side of the attacking team to get that, but Boston have done a really, really good
Rob,
job. so
shut
far.
up,
So one
bro.
apiece, and Ultra, of course, I have to give them their flowers as well. They did well on their attack, but Boston seemed to be just
Go
winning
one
that
more.
mid-map
Yeah.
battle. And that is working out in their favor right now. Let's see if they can get another attacking round. We should be loading back in just a
Yeah,
second.
they're
and
they're
yeah, maybe
Austin
the
based, I
conclusion
think.
Of this series,
So,
Ultra 2 to the good, deservedly so.
kinda
Map
cool.
number 1
And he's
was
like a
close. Map number 2
pretty solid
was not very
YouTuber.
close.
I like
Map
his
number
videos.
3 looks like it's going to be a close one. Bryce.
It does, and I
Nick
think,
Bear?
realistically,
I
Ultra
think his
finding
name
that
is.
attacking win when we thought they might not be able to get it, but just managed to stack it onto the point and have a great transition in the end. And I think scrapping up the 2 just kind of solidified that win.
Dude,
but
I don't know about creatine, dude. Like, it's so weird, my experience. Like, it's obviously like the most researched supplement, other than like protein powder, maybe, and like caffeine. Like the big 3 supplements: caffeine, protein powder, and creatine.
the benefit would have been killed.
When I was on Rocker, our
fitness coach
personal trainer. He said not to take creatine. I was always like I wonder, like I don't know why. But it's like not good for you and shit. And then like every other thing I look up is like, bro, it's completely safe.
I think you're right though in terms of the tick.
So I don't know. I haven't taken it because of that. He seemed like a pretty smart dude. He's obviously like had a lot of experience and years in the industry, but I don't know.
I wasn't too sure if they won by lives.
Like it's probably safe.
Relevant of that though, they are going to be sitting pretty even on that side of things. So we'll get
my experience has been like a little different.
We won't have to worry.
Is anyone on the main broadcast? I'll probably, when I do end up working like lifting weights, which I plan on doing pretty soon, because I want to get like filled out more. And honestly, it's just good for you. Like you need to have cardio, and you need to have the benefits of weightlifting. Like those two are really crucial for like a healthy like health span. I'm probably gonna try. I'm probably gonna take creatine.
We do get a little bit more reps on the respawn side. So, Ali, with that said, do you think Cloud9 are the favorites to take map number 1?